Welcome to Three Guys and Sometimes Bob, I guess. So, normally you'd have, like, a famous person reading this part, but, they were all busy. So, here I am, Chad. I'm the guy who stocks the vending machines over at the DMV. Yeah, I know, big deal, right? Anyway, this is a podcast where, like, laid-back conversation meets, total chaos, or whatever. It's recorded in this place called the Cigar Caves Tobacco Alley. You can get cigars, a haircut, oil change, tires, all that stuff. Pretty wild. So, yeah, in this lounge, anything goes. The guys talk about, I dunno, surviving a bear attack with a spatula or some other random stuff. Oh, and sometimes Bob shows up, sometimes he's out chasing UFOs or whatever. Anyway, you're in for a ride. So, light up, pour a drink, and settle in for some unfiltered, unscripted stuff. This is Three Guys and Sometimes Bob. They said the tangents are endless and the laughs are guaranteed, so, yeah. Enjoy, I guess.
All right.
That was fun.
Mike,
no
you
bam.
want no bam.
Thank you, Chad. That was wonderful.
Yeah, so...
shit. Now someone's dying out in the parking lot with an alarm.
I think that's you.
I don't.
No, he doesn't have that.
Mine doesn't have the little whoop on it.
Yeah, neither does mine. So the system I use, I mean, all the celebrities I usually
Oh, there we go.
go with, we're busy.
Nope. There we go again.
I'm just going to go look because
go out and shoot something.
Yeah. I'll report in.
Yeah, go ahead and do that. And for those of you, if you can't hear it, there's a car alarm going off in the background. No, you'd be surprised what it blocks out because
Really?
it's got I've got it set up to where it does like weird stuff.
A weird filter.
Yeah, it's like that.
It's probably Rodney's.
Not me. Me? I don't know. I guess I got to go look.
All right, I'll sit here. So, yeah. All kinds of dangerous things are happening right now. It's not mine. Oh well, car alarm in the parking lot. In the meantime, we got dead air. Except for me. It'll be off for a second. Wow. Who the hell was it? Who was that?
That was
Some communist?
so.
Oop. Lost your thing there.
I'm cordless. So,
I hate when I lose my thing.
that was Hector.
Yeah.
Poor Hector.
Yeah, he leaned up against the fucking deep fryer or some shit and sat on his keys or something like that. So anyway, so as far as the intro goes, my normal
Batch of fools.
stable of celebrities were not
Stable of
available.
whores.
It also the AI website for some reason the celebrity voices, none of them worked.
Really? So
It would just sit
Chad.
So Chad was available, and so I got Chad. It was either that or like Yolanda or Steve or Kevin or
Chad
Chad
worked.
was fine. Chad was good.
Chad's a Mel Karen.
Chad's busy. So
He's stalking. Apparently, he's stalking the vending machine at
which
the DMV.
I didn't know we had but I guess any place
Is that
you're
legal to stock a machine?
you can.
Well, if you have to.
Well, unless the machine files paperwork against you,
Exactly.
then you can't stalk a machine.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what I would think. That kind of
What an
stuff.
L, what an AL.
The fantastic English language.
English Yes.
language.
Stalking and stalking.
Yes, right.
Which have two different meanings, but.
Well, there's also spelled differently. But
Oh, that's right. There's an AU instead of an OC.
no, AU.
It's
No,
a
AL.
ALL. I'm sorry.
okay.
Oh, I like throwing a U in there.
One of the I found out over when I was down in California Fleet Week.
Excuse you.
Yeah, no, I feel better.
Of course you do.
I'm going to cuddle up
There's,
next to you
So you getting the sunshine
I
over
knew
there?
there was two kinds of beavers.
next week.
There's more than two.
There's three.
4.
Oh.
There's the
I hear 5.
There's the kind that build the dam. There's a plane that lands on water,
They call that
and
a
the other
beaver?
one.
So-
What's the fourth?
There's more than one type to build a dam, is what I was getting at.
I'm saying they're split tail. Does that count?
That's the other one.
That's the other one.
That's the one that remained nameless.
I've hunted a lot of split tail.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we all have at one point.
Yeah.
So, but no, there's like a Canadian beaver, and then there's like the Wisconsin beaver, and then there's like some South American shit that they're crazy.
There's that crazy bitch that's got a beaver.
No. And then
beaver?
and then there's the animals.
Right.
So yeah, so it's yeah, that is so.
Oh.
So anyway, so what do we got going on today? It's just
this is kind of Tuesday.
it is. It's kind of just like nothing. The weather's good. It's
It's not going to be good here after a bit.
Is it
Tomorrow,
really?
it's supposed to rain tonight at 7 or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's somebody's birthday today, isn't it?
It is. It is.
It ain't mine.
It is not yours. It is not mine. It's not Michael's. It is Rhonda's birthday today.
Oh, said wife.
Said wife.
Said wife.
She
Of
does
you.
Birthday
To everybody, she does exist.
She does.
She does.
Well, yeah.
I'm not gonna say her age, but you know what?
Well, because then you'd go to jail because she was she was illegal when you first met her.
Almost.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah. So,
but
she's finally 21. She can drink legally now.
She can drink legally now, and she is of the age where if she wanted to collect Social Security, she could.
Okay, she's going to be happy to do that.
Yeah, I know.
You said that, yeah.
But I told her, I was like, you're not allowed, so you got to keep on going.
Yeah. Well, she can still get it.
She can, but then she's got to limit her income.
Exactly. I said,
Yeah.
we're not. We
They're
can't.
like,
No,
hey, G's got a budget to keep up with. Come on.
Yes, I do.
He's a custom beaver.
This is bullshit.
That's right.
But however, she's about the youngest person of that age. That I mean, she doesn't look her age. Absolutely.
No, not at all. She probably
You know,
hasn't acted
Still
either.
14.
Yeah, sometimes she acts like she's 12.
Yeah. I mean, and that's a positive.
Yes, in a
That's
positive.
a positive.
Way. No,
a
she's
drunk 12-year-old. Get her a drunk 12-year-old.
No, she's very very vibrant. I don't know if you know that she was a. Oh, here we go.
Uh-oh.
Meeting time.
Howdy.
Don't mind us. We're just creating chaos.
Yeah.
Solving problems.
Which we will do.
Kissing babies.
Kissing babies and
Shaking.
and they might hear occasional something
Or other.
not proper. So
Whatever.
it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, rice
Welcome
is
to the
rice.
studio.
Rice is rice.
Yeah.
And unless it's not.
No, then it.
Once
then
you
it-
pound it into mochi, then it's not rice.
Right, or you're making
Booze.
stuffing or something.
Booze.
I talked to a relative.
Or vodka. Or
Talked to a relative of yours yesterday.
You did.
Well, off the wall relative, yeah. Uncle Terry.
Well, I was going to say, Uncle Terry, you give him a call.
No, he called me. I was.
Oh, really?
down
What did he
by-
call you?
that $20 you owe him?
No, I'm too far
Downtown.
away. He's never going to collect that anyway.
Oh, yeah.
But no, I was down in San Francisco on Embarcadero getting ready to drop Jimmy off at the train station so I could hit the highway, come home. And he called, and he'd be down there before me. He's rented a car. He's going to pick me up at the airport at 11:30 at night.
Why don't you just have the car service pick you up?
Because he said he'd do it.
Fair enough.
That's what
So
I
where?
said.
I mean, where is you were?
I'm going to Las Vegas.
Or
End
the
of the
big
month.
smoke.
Oh,
First of November area.
Yeah.
got it. You guys taking Marv?
I'm not going, and no.
He's not going. I'm
So you're
going-
soloing it.
No, well, I'm from here, yeah. But then I'm going to have my brother and brother Ed, Terry,
Probably Jason.
Steven, and Doc's going to be down there. So I got to introduce him to Joey.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah,
got his
Doc,
own
yeah,
setup.
yeah. Get Doc hooked up with Mr. Joey Flanagan.
Joseph,
Joseph Flanagan,
the Italian Irishman.
the Italian Irishman. Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
That's kind of like Rocky was, right? No, he was Italian stallion.
I don't think he was Irish.
He was not Irish. He was not Irish.
There's not an Irish part.
Yeah.
But
No.
If he was Irish, he would never lost a fight.
No, he wouldn't have.
He would have been a lot thinner.
And he's only like 5'4", so you've been taller too.
Well, no, I don't know. Are Irishmen? How tall is Conor McGregor?
You're not very tall either.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't think that they breed them that tall over there
Yeah, I
because
don't know, but they're fighting.
because they're angry.
They're
Fucking
angry.
angry because they pissed off at the Queen.
They pissed.
I don't. Are the Irish pissed off at the Queen?
Yeah, because they won't let them do what they want. That's what the IRA
I thought
was
they
all
had
about.
their own thing.
No, I mean they might. Were they part of Brexit? So I mean, I think they're still part of UK.
Yeah,
So-
they
He's
should be pissed off.
5'10".
Yeah, so they're
Who?
Alone.
Stallone's 5'10".
Yeah.
no.
think-
Well, with his
Okay.
fucking high heels on.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Because I saw the
Maybe no, the statue of him on that thing with the
I've
whole
seen
fucking
that
thing.
Yeah,
Have you?
I've been to.
Ireland?
I've been to, no, not in Ireland. Well, Philadelphia.
Philly. That's
But
pretty much
enough
close
to Ireland.
enough.
I mean, you could get Irish, you could get
They've got-
Italian.
I'm sure there's an
They
Irish-
got them all.
they got the
a
whole-
great Chinatown in downtown Philadelphia.
Really?
They do. They got some of the best food. We were there.
Is it Chinese food or is it just food?
They call it food.
Okay.
But I would call it Chinese food. It's just food.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Yeah, I went to Chinatown, San Francisco.
Yeah, they got good Chinese food there too.
They do, and we ended up getting the rice noodle roll and went absolutely.
Rice noodle roll.
It's a rice noodle. It's about
And a roll?
that big. It's for those of us.
Is it like a
watching
jelly roll
TV,
but with rice and noodles?
completely different.
Is it like a burrito?
A little bit. They put barbecue pork and cilantro in it. Roll the sucker up. chop
Oh,
it.
really? No onion or anything like that?
Wait.
Oh,
So
white, and you couldn't bring me
hot
one.
mustard.
And you couldn't bring me fucking one.
the
don't travel well at all.
the Chinese use
I've tried it.
Chinese use cilantro?
They don't
Yeah.
travel for 6 hours.
I
No,
wasn't
'cause he'll
gonna
be
get
eating
that
it.
fucking hour in the morning.
Because he'll be eating it.
Yeah, they don't travel well because by the time he hits Vacaville,
yeah. Yeah.
it's gone.
He's not
Well,
even made it to I-5 yet.
We got 2 of them there to eat there, and then we got 2 to go.
How big are said jelly roll or whatever the hell you call it?
It's a barbecue pork.
Are they
rice
fat
roll.
though? Are they fat?
They're
Are they
about that long. Come in 8 pieces when they
I mean,
cut it up.
so like a
Are they
sushi roll?
like-
They're about that big.
Like a
around.
sushi roll?
Like a large
Yeah.
man size or a small man size?
Large-ish man size.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And
Not white guy.
Oh God, no.
You got to get his money's worth.
A baby's arm holding an apple.
$20 is $20. Down,
Yeah.
down, you know.
$20, yeah.
It is
I may not be,
because it's not 12
but
or 8.
or 8.
yeah,
Yeah.
you mix it with sometimes salt and
Salt?
soy sauce and this hot mustard.
Yeah. Oh,
They got
that-
the best fucking hot mustard.
That's how I eat the jayouts at Running.
Yeah, same kind of idea, except these are
But this is rice.
it's rice noodle.
Rice. I love rice noodles.
Yeah,
Can we get them up at Saigon?
I doubt it.
Okay. well,
Saigon, that's Vietnamese.
Yeah,
close enough.
Rice noodles is rice noodles. I mean,
yeah. Well,
I got rice noodles
They make
at home.
these
Does
rice
Asian
noodles
Express
on-
do it?
They're about the size of.
no, they don't have Asian Express. They closed down. Now it's
Yeah, it's
now
like
it's a
you-
Mexican place. Anyways, no, Four Seasons. Do they do that?
Nope.
What kind of Chinese are they then?
You can get other things, but you can't get.
I know,
Yeah,
I've
you
never
can get
had-
like
never had
sweet and
the
sour
fucker
pork.
anywhere else.
You get American
You get
Chinese.
American Chinese food.
Because you go to San Francisco, China. I mean,
Oh no.
You
go
are
to-
in China.
You go to China, you don't get the shit that
Oh, no,
we get.
yeah.
I mean, it's.
No, you get stuff.
I mean, I looked at pictures and go,
Or you can
I'm
get
not
juk.
sure.
You ever had juk? It's a rice soup.
No, it's what they feed babies because it's got nothing to it. It's just like a freaking
I think there's another
texture.
name for it.
Juk.
Juke?
Juke.
Juke.
Did you not watch freaking
They didn't call it juke, did
No,
they?
no,
On,
Hangover 4
Hangover
or
4.
12 or whatever.
He called him juke.
because he called him juke because
I
it's
didn't-
like a
I
thing that
didn't-
they feed
I thought
old
it-
people and babies.
Yeah, mushy
Yeah.
rice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mushed up rice.
Yeah, which is no flavor, no
With stuff
taste.
in it.
You're
Yeah.
very bland.
It's the Asian version of
Depends
oatmeal.
what you fucking
Oatmeal,
put
yeah.
in it. If you put something in it,
Well,
it's going to taste
okay, so
different from rice.
so then, but by definition of what you just said means it has no flavor or anything because you got to put something in it.
right.
So does like tofu.
Yeah, exactly. Which I don't eat that
pasta.
either.
Pasta tastes shitty by
Yeah,
itself.
yeah. Who eats a fucking pile of pasta with nothing on it?
Exactly. That's the same thing. So you got to add something to
Butter,
it. Taste-
maybe.
No,
That's
you-
adding something to it.
Yeah, it's still adding something to it.
Stop with this brilliant shit.
Yeah. So if you add butter, it's still what's that first word?
Butter.
Add.
Add. And garlic.
Garlic.
And ... Yeah.
Or some fucking meat sauce.
Yeah. Marinara with some mushrooms in it.
I got to make a quick phone call, guys.
Onions and stuff.
Continue on.
No,
We're just going to sit here
I'm
quietly.
gonna sit here quietly and just let time go by.
Andy can sit
Oh,
in
fuck
for
you.
me, and then I'll swap out with
Your
Dan.
stuff's over there. Oh,
Well, he can take G's spot for a minute while he's on the phone, and
and G's got a spot apparently. Hi, Andy.
Andy's here. Another unofficial sponsor
See you
for
back.
Three Guys and Sometimes Bob from Casablanca Coffee and Rice.
Yeah.
Coffee and Grill. Coffee and Grill, is it? Yeah. I'm trying to read your shirt. It says it on there, right? Coffee and Grill, yeah.
Coffee and Grill.
Coffee and Grill.
Yeah.
You like the girls?
They do. They're pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's his thing.
Oh,
I went upstairs and saw Haley's little esthetician studio up there. It's kind of
Good.
nice. She's got
There.
some square footage
Haley
up there.
Hunt, esthetician, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a lot of square
Coming along.
footage.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, she's working on it.
Then she kicked me out because she had a client coming in. I'm like,
well, Fair enough.
Yeah, and I'm like, I would too. I'm like,
You'd kick you out too.
yeah, you got a paying customer coming in. I'm just some weird guy.
She'd be like, why are the curtains moving?
Yeah, just going back and forth.
If you haven't seen it, it's a big open studio room, and then she curtained off
Where the table's at.
So you have a separation. She's going to put another screen up, so you create a couple different spaces in there.
Shoji screens.
Yeah.
Well, no, these are just curtains.
Okay.
They're not like that. Yeah.
There should be a shoji screen coming for the other part. You know, that back corner, so it'll be.
Yeah.
That way the space can be a little more decorated, and not just.
Not just a freaking. Well, it's her first week
Fair
or whatever
enough.
there. Yeah.
She's
So.
just getting it.
Got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. She's what 21, 22.
21, just
Just got licensed as an esthetician and got her space already and clients
Cool.
coming in. So yeah, it's good for her.
Yeah.
And then she can do needling. They have these things they can do needling, get rid of rosacea and shit, allegedly.
Yeah. Yeah. They do all.
Okay, so that's it's like a freaking sander for your face,
Pretty much, yeah.
like an old needle gun from the military.
You could use
It's
a
like getting a
facial.
tattoo
You
with
could
no,
use a
no ink
facial.
on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My facial's a shave, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Scrape all the barnacles off.
I got the other day. It was a long week, and I'm bait, and I'm tired, and I'm grumpy, and I'm like, you know what? Drove around the corner, walked into Barbershop. I'm like, I need a shave. You know, and you kick back there. And
Yeah. Let them
they
do it.
pamper you, and they do the thing, and the heat, and the
And the
steam,
towel
and the person who's great at it's Tracy. She's
Yeah.
the best.
See, I've never had her do it. I've had other people do it.
She won't do it.
Oh,
I mean,
and-
you might be able to talk to her. She only does it for me now.
Straight razor?
Straight razor.
Yeah.
And she's phenomenal.
I think it's on her list, her menu list. If you, like when
It
I go make
is,
mine, but
it
she's
is.
like fuckers.
Yeah,
God damn it.
they don't. Yeah, she's very. She's just kind of like, I don't shave anybody, but she's like, you can come to me anytime.
Well, it's not like you asked her to shave your balls.
Well, she did that.
Well, maybe that. I'm like, okay, maybe she did. She took you behind because I've had her do like my nose, the nose and
she
ear
does the
waxing.
nose, the ear.
That was
That's
trippy.
awesome.
That was trippy.
No.
But then you're like, I can fucking breathe for
Yeah.
fucking days.
Yeah. Have you had it?
No shit.
Yeah, no, seriously. And they did some weird wax on a fucking, like a dental fucking, or a tongue depressor kind of
Yeah.
thing, and they put in your nose, and then and one in each ear, and then she's like, okay, count of three, pop. And it doesn't fucking hurt.
You don't shit yourself or anything?
No.
Not too much.
I told Mike
Not
about
too
it.
much.
I told Mike about it. I said, Mike, you got to have a set to try it because he's like, what? I'm like, dude, it's eye opening, you know.
I'll bet.
Because I was in there one time and she's got this guy back in the seat and he's got these sticks coming out of his
Yeah.
nose and out of his ears and I'm like going, what the hell? She goes, oh, you got? And she goes, I've never done that for you. I'm like, no. I'm like, she goes, you have to have it done. And this guy, she went and she just wanks him out. I mean, she's
It make you cry watching it, but
Yeah.
when it's doing it to you, I didn't feel a thing.
not a thing. And then she comes out and I mean,
You see, it's just like a fucking giant fucking spider fucking nest going on in there. Yeah.
Fuck that. Yeah, my daughter just said she had her ears done that way. She goes, it was fucking incredible.
Yeah, it pulls the wax out, helps clean them out, makes it.
I'm like, yeah, you wouldn't.
I would say if you still had one, I would
I
be
mean,
worried, but you're not.
Yeah, so it wouldn't add any more weight to this tongue depressor, is what you're saying.
Probably not. Hey, well, I thought we had an official sponsor, but apparently we don't because there ain't no fucking tacos here.
Well, I apologize. I was with Mike. We got into ordering some duck gear, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard that it was all about you guys. So
Yeah,
Well,
and then
I
I
mean-
forgot about the food situation.
I
So
don't know.
again,
Web toes or something?
now I'm out.
I'm in now.
Oh, I'm not in. I'm in now.
We're all in.
How many times you had to say that in your life?
Oh.
I'm not in yet. No, now I'm in.
yeah.
No, wait, now I'm not.
I've got that. Are you in yet?
So G, you'll like this one. So we're going to the Michigan game here with Mike and I and a couple.
Yeah, I'm setting a sort bail money.
Bail money. Yeah, he's got a bail fund for Canadian bail money. Has he got Canadian dollars?
I've
That'll
got
be
some
cheaper.
of those. I've got some of those. I'm gonna get some of those walkie-talkie phones. You know, you see rapid radios. That way, if we get arrested, we'll still have a rapid. We can contact you directly.
Okay.
Like, as we're getting arrested, like, hey,
help.
come find us.
I feel like they take your shit away though when you get arrested.
Well, but I'm saying
maybe in Canada they don't.
And my
These
answer
are
is,
instant. I don't have to wait for self-service or
Oh,
anything.
yeah.
I
you
can
guys
just,
are
like,
grown-ass
radio.
men. Figure it out.
My thought is, okay, do they arrest you? Did they just throw you on the back of the horse, or I mean, how does that work?
I think they got cars probably in that
Do they?
situation.
They have like actual things.
Yeah.
It's
I don't
not-
think
it's
that
not
you want to
Dudley-
fuck around and find out up there in Canada.
Dudley Do-Right, the fucking
Yes,
guy, still in this red
or-
fucking.
Wait a minute. Or was that that movie with
Oh, the crazy guy. But yeah, I named
That narrows it down.
Yeah, it sure does. It nails it right down to about one or two people.
Jim Carrey.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't he a county mountain?
Yeah, fucking the one where he went fucking batshit crazy.
Yes,
he was the nicest guy until he fucking snapped.
Right.
Yeah.
And he had black kids.
Yes, yeah, because his
Which
wife
was hilarious.
Yeah, and they were fucking geniuses.
Yes,
right? And
he was
like,
a dumbass.
Yeah, he's like the
highway
4-year-olds
patrol.
doing fucking quantum physics, and he's like, "Good, keep studying, boy." And it's funny when the wife was giving birth, and the nurse and the doctor are all like, and he's like, "Oh, my son." I'm like, they're all like, that fucking his nutsack is purple as shit. So you don't fucking, it ain't your fucking son. What the fuck?
It's all pink on the inside.
That's right. That is
Nutsacks?
technically.
I mean, I know, but they were all boys. But whatever.
Yeah,
right?
whatever.
Right? Anyway,
But anyway, I'm getting this. This is bullshit. So we find the jackets. We just want some pullovers to keep us dry. But
and then just to set the stage, we are sitting smack dab in the middle of the Michigan fucking fan side.
Wow, that is
50-yard
not.
50-yard line.
This is not going to go
So
well.
we're going to stand out with our green, and they're all in blue.
We're trying to figure out the color. So we find the jacket. These are the best ones. We get these, good price.
What's the color? What's the color for the game?
White.
We're supposed to wear white. So I'm like, okay, well, so I go and I get these. Mike leaves as I'm pulling up the jerseys. Cool white jerseys, kind of old school white with a
Old school
original green and yellow.
Yeah.
But it's like pick your numbers, So I'm like, oh, cool.
No, pick your name. Oh, they pick your number too?
You pick your name and then
So you all picked
your number.
69, didn't you?
No, I didn't. I should have. I didn't even think about the 69. That was
You
my
got to
football
consult
number.
me. I'm
Hey,
so quick like that,
that
Andy.
was my football number, 69. Yeah, my phone number is 269-6969. By the way, but
Did you get to pick that?
Yeah, actually, I did. Well, the first prefix was already there, but I picked my last four. It was 6969 because
Back 100 years ago, you could pick your phone number.
Yeah, and so when I give
So, yeah, you haven't changed your phone number in frickin'
they thought I
14
was
years.
joking. That was a home number. They didn't have.
Oh, yeah,
and I'm old. So
it's still
I'm
479?
picking the jerseys, and I'm like scrolling down trying to pick some for these guys. I'm looking at maybe I'll get them Tez Johnson because I didn't want to go through individually and get 4 different jerseys. I'm gonna their 3 will be the same, and then I picked mine.
You picked Michael James for.
They have the recent. It's only the recent players, right?
Oh, okay.
I got him. Atticus Sappington's number. So they all have the kicker number.
Nice. Nice.
I have the 3 kickers.
Hey.
The guy who missed the extra point 2 field goals in the last game.
No, but didn't they win the last game because the kicking? The Ohio State game on Saturday?
Yeah, he put one in there.
He did it one.
So if he didn't do his job, they would have lost.
The week before they won the final minute
The USC
kick,
one?
Whatever it was. It wasn't USC.
But that Saturday game was banned.
I didn't watch it.
They
I
played
fucking
well.
forgot about it.
Yeah,
They beat him up and down the field.
Yeah, they did well. Good play, good coaching. Yeah. I was disappointed in Roy how the 12-man thing fell into place.
Oh, yeah, I saw. I read
8
that.
or 9? How many?
10 seconds left.
All starts did they have? Oh, the 12-man.
The 12-man. Yeah,
Right
that
at
was
the end, yeah.
genius. If he did it on purpose.
Apparently, he had my friend said he had one of the press conferences. They asked him about it. He goes, "Well,
Yeah.
in football, there's such situations you need to be available for." And he goes, "Yeah, we had this play. We'd actually practiced it before, and we had it in the playbook, just in case we needed to do it." So apparently, he did it. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was a total scripted play out. Everybody's running around like they didn't know what was going. It's kind of like the old baseball play where they do the old hide the ball
in the first baseman's glove,
and fake the throw to first, and he's like, "Yep, you're out."
12 seconds is what it ended. I think it was 7 seconds before the quarterback realized the clock was running, but everyone else is just kind of moseying around. He's like, "Come on, let's go."
It was.
And then it threw him off, and
he running around the field and takes a slide. It was like, "Keep running, dude. Keep going." Yeah. No, it was good. Yeah. But anyways, well, best of luck to you guys there in Michigan.
When the hell do you go up to Michigan?
2 weeks.
October 30th.
Is that? Are you? Is
okay.
it the? What Michigan are they playing?
Michigan. The Wolverines.
The Wolverines. Okay, that's what I was.
Because they already beat the other Michigan a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. The
Michigan
Spartans.
State, the Spartans, which they don't count, but
Yeah, but the Wolverines are
they're ranked 20 something now, so they've lost a couple.
Well, they better be fucking ready to go. I mean, that's all I gotta say. It seems like they do not do well against
Ranked teams.
unranked teams.
Yeah, there is that. Yeah. So they'll be there. They're watching tapes of the Ohio State game, and they're like,
I've been going. My best friend's been Duck sponsors my whole life, so I've been going to the games my whole life. But as a football enthusiast and player, this is the most. That game last week was the first time I've seen an Oregon Duck team suitable to compete in
In the
SEC,
big league.
in the Big
in the
Ten.
SEC. Well, in the
And
SEC.
SEC,
The Big
yeah.
Ten's Big Ten. You're going to
Yeah.
have one or two good teams, maybe, and they're not going to be as big, and they're not going to be as fast. You're going to have some big players, and you have to look and compete against the long ball. And we've had that, but I'm looking at like Georgia's and Alabama's. I mean, they're just a different.
the stalwart
They
teams.
offensive linemen. They're 26 years old. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
they're grown men. 20 in their late 20s and families and everything.
Got four alimony
Yeah.
payments already,
Exactly.
shit
Yeah.
like that. Well, they just grow them big. They got a farm somewhere that they just grow.
yeah.
Alabama just grows fucking huge motherfucking linemen.
Well, they just bring them all in, but and then
On the
other
ship?
thing I was noticing the SEC in general. I mean, they're kind of like the new Pac-12, right? Because with the NIL money, a lot of these people from Florida and Alabama they're staying in their home states.
Yeah,
to
because
play.
they
They're not
can.
going to the bigger schools, and so you got this little more well-rounded, and they're just beating the shit out of themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what the Pac-12 did. We'd have these great top 5 teams and this and that. Then they'd go lose to Oregon State or something.
Yeah.
Or
Right,
Washington beat
right.
Washington State or something. Or Washington State beat Washington. We just beat ourselves up and kick ourselves out of the playoffs.
And then go to the playoffs if you're lucky enough to go to the playoffs, or go play the Rose Bowl and get your
Yeah.
ass kicked by Wisconsin. Or,
yeah, exactly. Because we've done that.
yeah, we have.
We've done that.
It's, but now it's pretty interesting to see.
Yeah.
But I think that with the street credit value of the Ducks being outside the Pac-12, being in the Big Ten,
I think we'll get more
gives
respected that way.
Well, it gets for recruiting purposes.
Oh yeah.
More visibility.
Yeah.
Things like that. You're not just playing fucking Boise and
Right.
Fresno State.
Who doesn't want to get Uncle Phil money?
Yeah, you're not playing freaking RCC. You're playing
Yeah, DeVry.
Ohio State. Yeah. You're playing Ohio State, Michigan. You're playing some people the games that people fucking watch.
I would love to see that.
And so
Oregon,
go to a high school kid who's a 5-star recruit and who normally would look at Alabama, I mean, a lot of that down there, if they're in the South, they're going to go to Alabama, LSU, whatever their grandfather tells them they're going to,
exactly.
shit like that.
Yeah, we're talking old plantation.
Old plantation fucking stuff going on down there.
So
And
the big thing about our game is if Michigan plays Illinois, and Illinois is good, and so if they can beat Illinois,
is that Illinois or Illinois? There's an S on the end there,
I was
right?
waiting for him to say it.
Yeah.
I was like, boom, open the door.
Well, it's sort of like that town down there called Gasquet.
Gasquet?
Gasquet.
Gay lies.
Gasquet,
How about Gasky?
Okay, that'll work.
Gasquet.
What about that other one on the coast, just north of or just south of?
Florence?
What's it called? It's called. I can't even pronounce it. I
Yahats.
remember they have a hot dog place there.
Yahats.
Yahats?
Oh no.
Yahtzee.
Rockaway Beach.
Astoria.
Florence.
Newport.
Port Orford.
It's south of Port Orford. And it's this little tiny.
Orford.
It's this little tiny town, and it's like Cascade, but it's like little. It's it's like
Langlois.
Langlois.
Yeah,
Langlois,
the French picked certain spots of land that they were going to grab.
Yeah, their horse didn't go quite as far.
They didn't get the full 30 miles out of that fucker.
And they gave up.
It's like that town down there on 5 Artists. Spelled Artois.
Artois.
Yeah.
Stella.
Is Stella
Stella
was her
lives
name?
there. Stella lives there.
Yeah.
She's a whore. Fucking whore. She's stopping there in the fucking farmlands of fucking California.
Yeah, well, she can have it.
She can, and they can have her,
Yeah.
and they have. They fucking they fucking
took care of her.
They pounded the shit out of that little fucking whore.
In her
So I
whore
heard.
mouth.
So I heard. In her whore, all of them, all of her whore, all of them.
Oh boy.
Anyway, so
All right, what else is going on? All right, big game coming up for you guys.
no, I was looking on the news. I had some news things I wanted.
we
to
had
bring up.
Columbus Day yesterday.
Yes, we did. We had.
No.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, it's still Columbus Day.
Columbus Day. It's Indigenous people.
I'm sorry. I
Can't name.
He
it.
has trouble with moving on.
no.
He doesn't like
Indigenous
change at
People
all.
Day.
No, it's been that way since. Oh wait.
And now they're changing it.
1776.
Yeah, that Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
No, that was.
Oh, no,
he-
that's
he-
1776.
He was before that. But
Yeah, 1492.
1492 when he hit Plymouth Rock.
And they've called it Columbus Day ever since then.
And now they changed it.
Why?
Why?
I don't know.
I still want to know
Why
the why.
is it called Armistice Day?
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
It's Veterans Day. They changed the name of that.
What the fuck
no,
is
it's still
armistice? Is that even a word?
Yeah.
What does it mean?
That's
Does it
when
mean
the
vet-
military
does it-
signed the armistice with the blah, blah, blah. No, it's still Veterans Day. And it's still Columbus Day. I'm not disrespecting.
Was Columbus a veteran? In the Queen's Navy?
I think he probably was.
In the Queen's Navy?
He probably got benefits.
Do you think she sucked him off?
Could have.
Don't know.
I don't think the Queen did much of anything.
I don't
like
think
that.
she. Back in the day, the Queen was just like.
But
you know
the
what?
kings were whores.
Dude.
They had
Well, that's-
stables of whores.
They had, that was.
I'm sure the women did too.
Yeah.
No, they had. What's her name? What was that one queen that got killed
Oh, they would be
because the
killed.
horse fell on her as she was fucking it? I'm gonna fucking Google that shit.
Yeah, I wish you would.
Please find out who
Sounds like that.
Queen Mary.
The fuck was that movie? The
Monty Python.
Queen Pony
No.
Show.
yeah. Anne, was it Anne?
what was the name?
Did you type in there queen that got killed by a horse fucking it? You're gonna get all kinds of porn
Okay.
that pop up.
No, too late. Too late. It's on there. It's out there. It's out there.
It's out in the universe.
I didn't think about putting it in incognito, whatever. Anyway, so one of the most persistent rumors about Catherine the Great,
Catherine, yes.
the one alluded to earlier, is that she died while having sex with a horse. The verdict is that this rumor is 100% false. She actually died of a stroke.
I'll bet.
An
From the
inward
horse?
stroke was not the backstroke.
Torn labia.
Yeah.
Oh god damn.
Yeah, she
And-
stroked out after she had a.
Although she did have the stroke in her bathroom, which could also be unfortunate place to be. Elvis, fucking same thing. She died Elvis style, or he died her Catherine style.
Or Jim Morrison or Meryl. All of them.
What was that? What was the recent guy that just passed away? The Friends guy. He passed away in his bathroom.
Matthew, yeah.
Oh,
well,
he was in his pool.
He was in his swimming pool, or
Yeah, he
whatever.
was in his
hot
pool.
tub or some shit like that.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Too much.
Well, he was on freaking.
Hot tub. It's a cell tub.
Yeah, the tub. He was on ketamine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there and
Supposedly.
then, well,
I'm sure there was probably more than just ketamine.
yeah.
I think
They're trying to,
Dude, they arrested a
bring it
bunch of
up.
people.
Yeah, foul play and
Right.
people presented.
Someone was not supposed to.
Someone's supposed to. Yeah.
Okay, so born without a drop of Russian blood inside her veins, the German-born Sophie Friedrich Auguste died as Catherine the Great of Russia, whose successful 34-year reign became known as the Golden Age of Russia. She is one of history's greatest female rulers who modernized her adopted homeland, expanded its borders, and transformed it into a global superpower. For all her achievements, Catherine is often remembered for the multitude of salacious and slanderous rumors attached to her name, none more famous than the one surrounding her death. Legend has it Catherine was intimately involved with one of her prize stallions, with who she often spent a great deal of unsupervised time with. One evening,
Unsupervised.
while attempting to have sexual intercourse with the stallion, the harness holding the horse broke, sending
is
the
this?
beast crashing down on top of her. Is there any truth to this? No, not. I'm like, I read the
Where's
whole thing
this
just so you can
podcast?
tell me no.
Where is this podcast going?
I mean,
Come on.
We're
is
giving the
Michael.
facts.
They're giving the facts. This is the Wikipedia facts. By the way.
Right. We did some fact checking.
Apparently, there was another rumor that wasn't a collapsing horse, but a collapsing toilet seat, which they say is also lies.
Yeah, they didn't have toilets back then.
They had a fucking hole in the
Yeah.
ground, right? Didn't
I would
They had a chamber pot.
When was it? What?
I mean, last week Tuesday. I don't fucking know.
Well, they had toilets last week Tuesday.
Yes, they did. I've been there.
Yeah.
I've been there.
To the toilet last week Tuesday.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably several times.
Perfect.
Yeah.
When was the toilet? Well, let me see, Catherine.
Well, it's not the toilet. It's the amount of water that and plumbing system that would have been installed.
Well, that's why they used to have the big tank up way high.
Right.
So she was born in 1729 and died
Yeah, I don't think
1796.
they had running water back then.
Yeah, they called rivers.
It ran off the roof. It ran off the aqueducts that the Greek built, or was it? The
And
Greeks?
chances are someone probably wiped her ass for her anyway.
Well,
So
you know, they got
The horse,
that faucet that turns off the rivers.
the dam.
No. It's
Then there's a little boy with his finger in the dike.
Oh yeah, I remember her.
Yeah,
if you're lucky, you got to be him.
Not with her.
that's a lot of pressure.
It
Could be.
absolutely. But anyways, on the better and I don't know what else things, but Did you look at any of our biometrics?
What? Hers?
Not hers.
Not
Our listeners.
our listeners.
Oh, we lost one. We lost a follower.
Oh, no.
Which is fine because they were fucked up anyways.
Oh, okay.
Apparently.
You know, I don't. Yeah, so nothing else has changed really.
Okay.
You guys ever go to the horse races?
I was there.
You went there yesterday, huh?
I was there yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, so-
last night of it, right?
Have you tried the AI gambling on the horse races?
No.
Yeah.
Did you win money?
I had a friend who was there and would
They
utilize
loaded the
There's
information.
an app. I don't know if it's the AI app or whatever. Mike has it, but you screenshot the
The book?
odds.
book,
Oh.
and it gives you
It reads
the
all the
odds, right? And he
Oh,
goes, "It's
shit.
guaranteed. It's guaranteed." And I'm like, "Okay."
Okay, first off, no, it's
right?
not.
Well, he said so. He ended up he didn't do the trifecta because he said that the third pick is almost always, it's a 50-50.
Right,
it's not,
right.
It's not the great, but the first and second picks are almost always right. So he did an exacto, and then he had a show, and he won both of those in that race, and then in the races he was winning, consistently winning those.
Dude, I'm going to refinance the house and put the whole lot on that.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So did he walk away a winner? Did
Yeah,
he bet,
I mean, he
did
got
he
there-
bet enough money to make it worthwhile?
Yeah, I don't think he did. He
put his
he's a
$2
teacher,
in there.
So he's a friend of
Yeah.
mine. I'm not going to use names, but and he was there with another person. But I was like, come on. But it makes total sense because a friend of mine, he grew up at the Santa Anita racetrack,
Okay.
and he learned from an old dog. He was an
Yeah.
old dog. He's old. He makes me look young. He's an old dog. He learned from an old dog back then how to handicap the book.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
You've heard about this, right?
I am a handicapper also.
Okay. So he knows how to go through the book and handicap it. It was a little more difficult with back in the day when he taught me about it. Before we've got the new track and the new dirt
Right,
stuff that Travis brought in. But because they're used to running half mile, and we're running the quarter mile mostly, and
Right.
and then
Oh,
the
so you
dirt.
gotta figure in.
He had to go into a whole nother set of figures to figure out where these horses. But now these horses that we're running have a lot of time and stuff on this size track.
Right.
So it'd be easier to come up with some odds, but he'd
Yeah.
always come out ahead. Always winning, but you're
Interesting.
coming
I'll
ahead.
have to try that next year.
Okay, so anyways, back to the important stuff at hand. The credit for inventing the flush toilet goes to Sir John Harrington, godson of Elizabeth I, who invented a water closet with a raised cistern, not a sister,
Yeah, cistern.
cistern with an N, and a small downpipe through which water ran to flush the waste in 1592.
Wow. Okay, shitter's been around
Shitter's
for a while.
been around for a while. Well, certain things in life you realize that are important early on.
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot of incentive to
So
Get-
this
move
guy,
the shit out of your house.
This guy's
And
looking
now he
at this
invents
closet
stuff.
going, this is where we need a shitter at. So I'm going to build a toilet and I'm going to figure out how to get water. I mean, where does your mind go on this?
Okay, so first off, that's not how it happened. Let me throw this out there. So he had a special closet that he would bring his penthouses into to jerk off. And now he's like, Mom's always asking me
I
why I'm
don't
in the
think
closet
so.
for so long with this fucking magazine. And I'm like, I'm reading the articles. She's like, you don't read because we don't know how to do that yet. It's 1592. You don't know how to fucking read. So
and you got Leonardo over there painting the porn.
painting the fucking blockhead fucking cubism porn, and he's like, well, now I need an excuse to be in there for a house. He's like, what if I make this into a fucking shit house? I'm gonna run some pipe. I don't even know if we have pipe.
Motivation.
Get the terracotta fucking guy out here.
Necessity
Make some
breeds
pipes.
invention.
Make some pipe.
Necessity breeds.
Yeah. So now he's
yeah.
like, Mom, look what I did. Now we can shit. She's like, we already shit. I said, no, but it won't pile up anymore. So that's why I'm going to be in here because
I'll be
I've
shitting.
got some time and you won't feed me nothing but fucking potatoes because the cow fucking ran away or some shit. I don't know, whatever the
Wow.
fuck they did. So anyways, thank
Not
you.
1 second I would have wanted in that brain.
John Henry or whatever his name is.
Harrington.
Harrington.
Oh, I thought it was
fucking-
American Standard.
John Harrington, godson of Elizabeth I.
Okay. Well, good to know.
Okay, so those. Oh, is that him?
Is that the shitter
Yeah, he
inventor?
looks like a mad masturbator right there. His
Thomas,
parents never gave him cornflakes.
Thomas Crapper.
Thomas Crafton. No, you did not.
So
say
is there a? I wonder if.
And I'll tell you, at the cabin, when we had a cabin down there in Point Reyes, we had a John Crapper throne
that. Yeah.
and the pipe that went up. And my brother,
We had to pull the chain.
had to pull the chain. My brother's got all that stuff at his house.
Really?
He hasn't hooked it up.
He should put it in the front yard.
Put a plant in it.
Buy the
in
toilets
his
like the
backyard.
modern day version.
Yes, yes, you can.
Yeah.
Style. They,
Right.
Well, they still call that a water closet, right?
Wayfair.
And
Yeah.
that's still what they call that style of toilet is a
Yeah.
water closet. Because it's like a water tower effect. You put the water up here and just gravity. I mean,
Well,
I guess that works in
back
every
then they
toilet.
had to add the water. I'm sure that someone had to go in there and put a picture of it in
Have
there.
you ever peed so much that the toilet flushes itself?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You got to piss a lot.
Friday night about 10:30.
You know, people always laugh when I say
That was back in the day when I would stay up that
You get
late.
The water level high enough, whoosh, it goes on its own.
Yeah.
That's how toilets work. Fluid hydraulics.
Fluid hydraulics.
Wow.
It's a big word. I don't know what that means, but I heard it somewhere in my fucking youth.
There you
Oh.
go. Crapper's improved, registered, ornamental, flush down water.
Speaking of inventions, you know, back then, you know, necessity breeds invention. Nowadays, we just invent whatever. I mean, I saw a guy with a hanger. Apparently, the hanger, you put clothes on, and then you can put the shirt that you wear with it, so you can see the color combination, and you can pair it into the
Really?
thing, and then it comes.
I call
Who
that
needs
my bed.
Who needs that? Yeah, right. Exactly. That's what I did the other day. I
I've
laid
got a
stuff out
closet.
for my wife.
I
said,
look
"Which
at the
one?"
shirt. I look at the shirt. Yeah, okay, they fit.
Yeah, but this is a hanger that does.
That does it for
that's
you,
what we're
really?
inventing now. We have so much shit.
Yeah,
You know, okay, so-
we don't need
Can't
more.
live
You
without
shit.
that
you know-
motherfucker.
You know how I get dressed in the morning?
1 foot at a time.
Yeah, maybe. No, I go take a shower.
Oh, good.
Then I come out, grab my underwear some days, and then I go back to the closet. I go back to the closet. I grab whatever shirt is closest to me, and then I grab the shorts I had on yesterday. They're still on the floor next to the bed.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
And then Wednesday mornings, because we did podcasts, so my shorts are covered in smoke. That's when they get changed out.
So I had.
Okay, fair enough.
So I've got sweaty balls in these pair of shorts right now for a full week, is what I'm telling you.
I wake up early.
Interesting.
Not really sweaty because it's been kind of cool.
Yeah.
I wake up early a
Exciting.
lot, and then I check my phone because it's typically something going on at work, something's broken, something, and I get up and I check my
Another
phone.
reason not to check your phone.
And they can't get the grill going, and it's dark out, and I'm just wiping the stuff out of my eyes. I'm tired. I get up and do what Mike says. I pull up my shorts that I'd taken off the day before because they were right there, and buckle them up. And my shirt, I changed my shirt so the shirt was clean because I'd worn a different shirt in it. So I grabbed the shirt, I put the shirt on, and I go to work. And I go and I fix the grill and I get the things going.
And it was something really simple, wasn't it?
I'm at work. I'm at work for a couple hours and I'm getting ready to leave and the girl looks at me. She goes, "Andy, do you know your shirt's
Shorts
inside
are
out?"
not.
No, it's inside out. It was a collared shirt.
okay, it's a shirt.
collared Ducks golf shirt. You know,
Okay.
right? And it's inside out, and the logo's inside.
Got a little
I go,
thread thing.
I've been here for almost 3 hours, and you're just now telling me it. She goes, "Well, I just noticed." I'm like, "Jesus."
Thanks for looking out for
I
you.
didn't even know.
You're fired.
I didn't looked at
Why?
myself,
He
you know?
he fucked up. He didn't notice it when he put it on.
It was dark and he was
I never
tired.
turned the light on. I went in.
Well-
I go in. I stick my head under the shower and cold water and wakes me up and I throw a comb through it and I walk.
And
out
what time in the
brush
morning
my
is
teeth.
this?
Oh, it was 5
Right now,
in the
six-
morning. You know.
Oh shit! I've been up for hours already.
Yeah, I know. It wasn't that late.
So what was wrong with the grill?
Yeah, we were having problems with the pilot going out. So I pulled it. It's been happening.
Got a little
quite
carbon
often.
carbon buildup on it.
No, it's not the carbon on the pilot. This is a expensive grill. The cheap grills, the pilots will get plugged up, but they typically don't happen on the flat tops because there's so much heat under there. It keeps them clean. They happen on the burners because shit's falling down.
Right,
there
right.
Oh,
and stuff like
okay.
that. But this one, so I ended up. It's been happening like multiple times, and it's a really high dollar flat top. So I'm like, all right. So I pulled it out and took apart the regulator.
Okay.
And took the spring out, opened it up,
Cleaned it all
tapped
up
on well, you just tap on the spring. See, most times if you have a main gas line going into your stuff, it'll come through, and then I'll put it.
Do you ever
in
have a secondary
P
gas line?
trap, essentially, I'll
Right.
put a T going down, so any solids that are coming in with the gas, because there's pieces of metal.
Well,
and
sure,
everything,
sure,
It
there's
drops
shit.
down into your P trap. You did about 8 inches long, and
Right.
it keeps the gas clean going. To your,
Right.
To your equipment. This
Good.
one doesn't have one because I've got, you know, if you can see I'm holding up a big circle about the size of
So yeah, Andy's doing about this.
About the size of
yay big?
that roll.
That roll you got, yeah.
Well,
that
actually, the
frickin-
roll's a little smaller than his.
Then his P trap,
His
or his
P-trap.
pipe, his pipe.
He's a big white guy.
Yeah.
He's
So
got it
it's-
that way.
Probably most of the stuff gets caught in the pipes before it goes into the unit.
Yeah. That happens.
It's like a water trap for fuel,
Yeah.
basically.
Exactly. Yeah.
But now she's fixed and it's all good.
So we haven't. knock on wood, it's been continually working, and
Okay.
yeah, so
Yeah. So, anyways,
That's important shit.
that is. It's crazy. So, talk about UFOs.
I've been seeing a lot of videos on weird shit.
I don't know.
I
It's
don't
been
believe
coming
any
out.
of it.
I don't. Yeah, I don't. I'm sort of on
AI?
the fence.
I don't know what it is.
I'm
I'm saying
on.
people are talking about the northern lights that we've been seeing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
People
I
are
don't
saying
ever
that it's the
remember that.
People are saying
Okay.
that they're trying to cover it up by saying northern lights are available, but it's actually them firing HARP.
No. What it is that is a byproduct of when you steer a hurricane. It will create northern lights over a large,
Fucking
like other end of the
Obama.
thing.
From
so,
HARP.
Fucking
From their
Obama.
Okay,
lasers
yeah,
that
so
they're-
that's
they're
right.
steering on
Yes.
The HARP. That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
This is from
So
the
Marge
HARP.
is right.
yeah.
They can
Oh, is she ever wrong?
control the weather.
So
MTG.
but I
MTG.
I know that we started having the northern lights down here.
Mighty tough and goofy.
But it just like in the last year.
Never in our
But I've never. I mean, I've been in Oregon my whole life, except for when I was gone for 4 years in the military.
So
I
remember
never remember them going, "Hey, the northern lights are here," and you're like, "What northern lights?"
we saw. I remember
they
seeing
never
them
did. It's
when
a
I was.
man-made.
in Alaska, you see them all the time.
No, when I was a kid, one year when I was like 5th or 6th grade time frame, and we were coming. My dad and me and my brother and one of his work friends were coming back from the coast from fishing.
Okay.
And I remember coming back and you could see it.
No
but that was
shit.
the only time in my life that,
I don't ever remember.
and that would have been like 82, 81.
Yeah.
Well, every
frame.
time it happens, I'm somewhere else, so I never get to see this shit.
Yeah, I never go
Or I'm
outside
down
and
at
look.
the coast to where you
That's
it's
kind of like
overcast.
how nobody's ever seen me and Batman in the same room.
Yeah.
Are you
Interesting.
the creator of the Northern Lights, then, Roy? Is that what we're saying?
I'm just saying.
Interesting.
Well,
Well, that was like
they
Michael
say you have to
Jackson
use your
and
phone
Janet
to see it
Jackson.
anyway.
Same
Well,
person.
Yeah, it's not like it's.
Pictures.
No, if you're up in Alaska, I guess you can see it with your blind eye.
I saw a reel where
Your
somebody
blind
had
eye?
a clip
Your blind
that
eye.
showed it showed the true northern lights
I'm glad you caught that.
that you see in Alaska, right?
Yeah.
And
'Cause the rest
they
of us were
had-
going,
They
yeah.
had the northern lights created by the HARP program. They showed the difference of them.
Isn't
Well,
there
because it's a
HARP
magnetic
missile?
kind of thing. Right?
Well,
Yeah,
they're actually
I'm not
like firing
familiar with the
high-powered-
harp, but
They're firing
like
high-powered
great big-
lasers into the sky to control.
That's
the
what those
weather.
little gay babies are playing, right? In fucking Jesus land.
So they apparently
Don't they play harps?
Apparently
Cupid's got a harp.
Apparently they see
gay
that
baby.
Yeah, it's got a dingity-dingity.
there's
Yeah.
cloud seating that they've agreed. Everyone's the
Cloud seating, is that like the nosebleed
And then they
seats at the
fire this
stadium?
high-powered electrical.
much,
They have
yeah.
they have them on. They have
You
them
just
on.
way
Our,
the
they
fuck
have
up
them on
there.
our ships. They have them out in the ocean.
Really?
They have them all
So,
over.
are
And
you
they
like
fire these-
believing in this? Or, I mean, is this something that you have researched and that
I've seen it twice last week.
I've been watching.
No, that's great. I'm
stuff.
not
I don't
criticizing
know
it at
that
all.
it's, I'm just
I
saying,
don't know much about it other than I don't fucking know. There's shit out
tend to
there that we
believe one
should
thing,
not
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Well, and there's
Well, they shouldn't be doing it.
No, if it's causing
Well,
a problem.
but-
I mean, it's not unless it's.
Who's they?
them.
Here we go.
It's them.
No, I'm serious.
It is
I
them.
don't know
No,
who
it's-
the they is
it's-
on this one.
No, it's them.
It's them.
It's them.
Oh, not they. It's
No, it's them. Yeah, they is old news.
Them assholes.
They have retired. They got old and quit. Now it's them.
them. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I tend to believe in
Fucking
all
county fair
conspiracy.
music.
Yeah. Did the ice cream truck
Okay,
come
yeah.
by?
Dude, there
what
should
it
be
is.
okay. If I'm not big on government interactions in limiting our lives, but there should be a limit on how many times a fucking ice cream truck song can play over, because we've got one that comes from my neighborhood pretty much every evening.
same tune.
And this time of year, yeah, I've got my windows open.
Dude, I was watching it.
And he's going. I'm like, dude, do like 45 to the neighborhood. Don't do
No.
Don't do this bullshit 2 miles an hour, because I don't want to listen to that fucking song over and over and over again. Because
next
I'm
I
gonna-
saw that.
I have been so tempted to go out there and be like, listen,
Watch
motherfucker,
out!
I'm gonna
You wanna
buy
get a new CD?
No, I'm gonna buy. I'm gonna buy out your whole fucking truck just so you can go away. I'm just fucking. Maybe that's part of his ploy.
I've done
but
that.
no,
I've actually
I
have
saw-
done that.
Dude,
I've gone to him like, hey, here's $100. What do you have?
Just shut the fuck up
like,
and
I
turn the
don't-
music off.
I saw a TikTok where there's an ice cream truck in the hood of Chicago or Detroit or something.
They fucking blew
No,
it
he was a
up.
fucking meth dealer, is what he was.
Well,
he was
that-
not an ice
that
cream
too.
truck.
But he was playing like old school gangster rap shit. And, all the brothers, they were running out there going, hell yeah. It was not this carnival shit. It was hilarious. Come out of the house, bebopping. yeah.
I'm sure they look just like that too.
They did.
They did. Yeah. Yeah.
It was funny. I hope it was true because that's genius. Why play the same old crap? Play some good music.
Well, yeah. I mean, I get that it's something that people will recognize. Of okay, I can see your.
Oh
fucking,
yeah. Everybody knows the ice cream truck sound.
Yeah, I mean, first off, who's got the fucking license on that shit? How much are they making off of every fucking ice cream truck that drives down the road?
It's on freaking Amazon Music, so
it's but as soon as you use it for commercial reasons, you gotta pay BMI and all those kind of things.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
They want a BMI. They get
dude, they're fucking crazy.
Letters. I know they give us these letters and stuff, and I'm like, well, I don't think I.
They tried to do that shit to us at Boatnik, and we told them to go fuck themselves.
That's what I did.
And they did. They're like, okay, well, because they're in that business of I'm going to send out 1,000 demand letters. If 10% of them fucking bite, then so be it.
The way I look at it is like I pay for when I do the music at Boatnik, I pay for my subscription through Amazon Music. I'm paying for it, so it's mine. Yeah. And I just happen to have really loud speakers that everybody else can hear.
And you're not charging people to be there.
Right.
I think that's what the difference is. If you were to play it in your bar, it's a commercial environment. You are just there at the river with a festival going on.
With all my friends.
And you're not charged, because realistically, somebody can go there and not spend a dime.
That's right.
And listen to the music. So it's not a commercial. You're not gaining anything by having music there.
Yeah, so that's why we told them to go fuck themselves.
Not spend a dime, spent dollars, but not dimes.
I spent my share.
Well, here's the thing. It's not certified mail.
And so you never got it.
And they call you, and they call them I almost every day we get a phone call and a note. They're like, "Are you?" I'm like, "No." They did. EMI call me. I'm like,
I got something else on this.
So I was just like, I'm like, fuck them.
So
they don't know that I've received.
My father-in-law got an email from a person here in town that's in the healthcare industry. Also, she's kind of like her ombudsman type person. Got any questions? You ask you ask her. She forwarded this email that
does she do veterans breakfasts too?
No,
Not
her. That the Department of, I'd have to look it up. They want us to fill out this damn. They're saying it's required that we fill out. Let me get the right shit.
Well,
here.
first off, if the department is requiring, because you guys only deal with DHS. And if they're requiring something, they will send it to themselves.
Right. Oh, it is. What is? Oh, he emailed it to me, but it was from the FINCEN, which is the federal of. It was absolutely ridiculous. They wanted to know everybody that was associated with your business, if they had any financial gains or anything. So you click on this thing and you start watching this video. They want everybody's social security numbers. They want their passport numbers. They want who would ever. So say that you and I were associated and I vendored you out. You send somebody in. I'd have to get your information and send it to them.
Yeah, that's happening.
And they're saying, oh, if you don't do it, then it's like a $500.
Yeah, that's bullshit. It's so my thought is, okay, anytime the government has ever done anything like that, they're not sending you a video. They send you a piece of fucking paper that you can't understand.
Yeah. Right.
And then
a piece of paper, 20 pieces.
Well, 20, yeah.
That sounds scammable to me.
Yeah.
Oh, very scammable. I'm just like, don't do shit with it, Dad. It is from the BOI, the Bureau of Industry.
Yeah, that's BOI or BOLI? BOLI.
It's BOI. So they send this thing from the Finance Criminal Enforcement Network.
Oh, that sounds like. Does a guy Pakistani?
No, and at the top of it, an official website of the United States government. And then they want you to, if you don't do this, then you're going to get fined. And I'm like, I ain't doing shit.
Are you the firstbone? Because they'll take the firstborn.
Oh, no,
they don't want
not.
You.
They don't want me.
They don't want you anyways.
Yeah, so this is absolutely, you have to report by the end of 2024. If you don't, they're saying it's a federal requirement. I said, no, it's not. Because every business owner I've ever talked to, I go, you would get a certified something in the mail. You would get notified by the government saying that you must do this.
You get a letter.
And you get a letter.
And you'll get another letter, and it'll all be certified mail.
Yeah.
It'll all be certified mail.
Right, absolutely. I'm like, this is total scam. I looked at it. I didn't fill anything out. I was like, they wanted passport numbers. They wanted anybody associated that had financial employees information. Like, fuck you, I ain't going to do this.
Did it come from Kevin?
That's illegal to give it
India?
out.
Kevin from Chad.
That's illegal to give that stuff out.
Absolutely. That is hugely illegal.
We're supposed to keep all that information under.
Yeah, employee files are supposed to be locked up in a separate location in your, whatever.
Yeah.
But no, I just like, Dad, this is a scam-a-roo. Yeah,
Sure is.
I'm not going to give the government any more information that they don't already have. They already got all our, if they want to know, they already know it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they know where I live. They know my social security number. They know my driver's license number. They know my passport number. They know my mortgage number.
They got your number.
They got my number.
Do you realize we're going to get snow in the Cascades?
I saw that, like at 4,000 feet.
4,000 feet. That's
When's
pretty
this?
cool.
Well, I think it's going to be more up north.
Yeah, today, tomorrow. It's supposed to start raining.
Yeah,
here
they're
about
talking like
7
Mount
o'clock.
Hood
I
and
need
Timberline and
get grass on the ground. I have to go
You better-
replant my field.
yeah, just throw it out there.
I'm going to.
Yeah, it's only going to get a little wet here. We're not going to get anything big
I don't think so. It just,
out there at the River Ranch.
The River Ranch.
You like that?
Yeah, well, it's already been taken. I think it's River Ranches. My wife doesn't want ranch. I like ranch. She wants farm.
So my dad, because of the way his property is set up, and we have our truck shop on the property, and I said, hey, what we need to do is you need to separate, you don't separate the property, but when the company should be paying you a lease for that instead of cutting you a paycheck or
Right.
whatever it is that you have to pay the
Right.
mortgage on the
Right.
property. I said, go down, fill out, make an LLC. So short while later, he goes, okay, I figured out my LLC. I go, okay, this is going to be good. And he goes, it's Briggs Land and Cattle Company. And I go, cattle company? He goes, I could have a cow. I go, Dad, the closest cow to you is about a half a mile away in a field.
So I wanted to call it Beta Brothers Ranch. Beta
There's so many holes in that one, but
Well, Beta Brothers, my boys, Beta Brothers,
Right,
da,
right.
da, da, da. And I always wanted to have a business, Beta Brothers. My grandfather had a company.
you could
called
get like
Beta
a
Brothers.
brand with a BB and an
Yes,
R on
yeah.
it.
See what I'm saying? See,
Yeah,
you see,
baby.
you follow my lead. So,
I am.
So anyway, so that was what my wife's like, you didn't want to call it, but she's trying to come up with all these fucking things. I have a list, like a shared
Right,
list that we could text back and forth between my wife and her parents, and they all put names on there. And then a friend came back. He'd been traveling. He'd been in Colorado. He'd been around, and he goes to bars and this and that. And he was like, you got to try this new bourbon. It's Bickering Brothers.
Bickering Brothers, I like it.
Bickering Brothers Ranch. Could you imagine the shirts and the stuff I could create
Yeah,
with that?
baby.
Bickering Brothers.
You could call
LLC.
you could call it the Split Beaver
Well,
Ranch.
because that's all they, boys, that's all they do is bicker.
Bigger.
And I'm like, Bickering Brothers, that's what it's going to be called. I think I'm just going to go start the LLC and call it Bickering Brothers LLC,
Yeah.
and then my wife can figure it out from there.
well, what's she
we
going to
can
do?
operating under ranch if we want to change it, or farms or something.
Yeah, this is Bickering Brothers. Land and Cattle Company.
Yeah, land and cattle company.
And goose hunting.
well, I got cat, so that could be cattle.
Yeah, it starts with the letters.
Yeah. That's a
So-
good point. I'll have to think
Where
about that.
did Michael run away on us, or
Something.
I'm sure
he's got to be hunting
phone
down a
call.
drink or something?
Phone call.
Probably.
He went out the back.
Yeah, he probably ran into the.
Yeah.
It's 11:30, so he went to get a.
Well, he was thirsty.
Yeah, poor guy.
Business good. All's good down at Casablanca and Grill.
Yeah, we've got
An official
Six-
sponsor of Three Guys and Sometimes Bob.
16, I think, new employees.
Wow.
Yeah, so we had our
Would you
Well,
fire
and that's
everybody?
not on D Street. I mean, that's with
overall.
overall.
Yeah, a lot of them at Union.
I drove by your Union store. It was last weekend. I went over to Cartwright's to grab a steak, and shit, you had like 4 or 5 cars in the parking lot. It was like 4:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah, that's there are always 4 cars in the drive.
Yeah.
There. I mean, if there's not, there's going to be.
Well, it takes you an hour to get your food, so I get it.
It's faster than that.
Yes, it is. You guys are extremely fast.
Extremely fast.
Oh, you got a glass of tall water.
yeah, thank you.
Or
Well, you got to have fruit.
Yeah.
You don't want to get scurvy.
Electrolytes. It's electrolytes.
absolutely.
But no, that's good. That's good to hear that
so, no,
you're.
we're doing good. So we had an employee meeting on Sunday. It went well. Eric went over a bunch of topics that needed to be covered and did his whole deal, which was great. And I used to have set up and run and orchestrate and talk and do all of it. And now it's kind of been passed down a little bit. So when it came time for me to say something, I gave it a little history of the company, where I am, because I wasn't in charge of any of the hiring. Eric and my manager were doing all the hiring and interviews and all this stuff. So a lot of the new people didn't know who I am.
You're just a guy that sits on the bar with a computer in his front of him. Yeah.
I'm always the, one of
and
the
then bitches about what I'm going to do something wrong.
Yeah, and tell them what to do. So I got up and I had this whole speech on.
Did you scratch your belly while you're doing it?
Yeah,
okay.
Actually I did. I had my shirt up too.
Yeah, good. Yeah, you got to get in the belly button real deep like.
Real deep.
Well, that lint gets stuck in there. You know?
Oh, you got to get it out. Come on, otherwise you're going to get a yeast infection or something.
See you, Don.
But but I got up there and I had to preface it with all the older employees because I was always the ball buster. I'm always the guy coming in like, what are you doing there?
Someone's got to do it.
Especially in the kitchen, like, what's going on here? You guys, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? Why are you cooking so much? Why are you doing that? And all these processes just push them. And so I was like, I go, my message today, and you guys are going to laugh at me, but my message is to be kind.
Wow.
I said, we need to be kind.
You got a kinder, gentler Andy.
Well, it's because it's the process. It's like a deeper meaning of be nice, be kind. I wanted to use be nice, but I was told by Eric's wife that that's kind of a key kick word now for kids. They don't like the nice thing, so kind, so be kind. Yeah, I can't use nice. It's
really?
Yeah, I know.
Fuck it.
So be kind.
So just say.
Adults.
Yeah.
You're not dealing
No.
You're
If you're out there with it,
right?
be nice to people. Quit being a
kids.
fucker.
Yeah.
Don't be a cunt.
16
that works.
16 to 26,
Yeah, but they're not kids.
They're
grown-ass adults.
They're adults, but they don't get it. So I was be kind. So I used be kind. So be kind, and I was be kind to employees. Be kind. Be the person. And then at the end, I challenged them. I said, my challenge to you guys is to be the person that you admire most, whether it's your mom, your grandma, your
you're
best
asking
friend,
a lot.
And I said, think about that person. Think about
crackheads.
how they act. Think about what they do that makes you feel happy to be around them, and then practice being that person with the people around you, with the customers, with your fellow employees, and be this. And
I think that you probably draw a pretty good employee base with
they've got a great employee
the
pool.
kids, and when I mean kids, 18 to or
kids.
16s or whatever, that you're not getting the UN camp, J Street people applying that are strung out on meth.
Every once in a while, because I'll be in there every once in a while, and and I'll see people coming to apply, and the employees will be like, and Andy or Eric will be right there, and they'll be like, the employees are smart enough to know, and they'll see the resume and like, okay, we'll give it to the manager when they come in. Shit like that, and then
good call. You got to have that person, the gatekeeper.
That person leaves, and then they hand it to Andy or Eric, and they're like, fucking just right, boop, circle file.
Has the girl that's been jerking off in said location show back up?
Oh, Mike's girlfriend.
Mike's girlfriend. No, she hasn't been.
She had an event going on this last weekend, so we haven't seen her for a couple of days.
An event? What?
Yeah.
She's a fucking trip.
Wow.
I guess she's been hanging out even more.
It's very possible that there's listeners out here. So
okay. That's what we do.
Well, I didn't say what location. I didn't say who it was, so.
Yeah.
She's not jerking off in the corner. Okay,
I bet you she would though. I bet you I could get her to do it. I guarantee you. I could be like, hey, remember how you were joking about doing the whole masturbation thing in the window and somebody filming you? I've got my camera outside. You go ahead and get started. I'm going to just come across the window.
Have you ever done it inside a Tesla? Let's try that first.
No, she don't need to know what my car is.
She already knows.
Does she know?
Oh, yeah.
Where's that guy that drives a Tesla? That's what she says when she comes in.
Oh.
No, she asked me my phone number.
Is she like got a butter face?
No.
She's
No, she's pretty.
She's,
really?
Yeah, she's not.
But she's like
she wasn't
batshit crazy squirrel
drunk
shit?
Mike would do her.
Oh well, fuck.
Of course, I guess that doesn't.
You hold you hold the head of a snake, you'll fuck it.
Do you got one? I didn't hear what he said, but anyway, do you got a snake handy? Just saying, it's been a while, so.
Yeah, that's an old joke.
It's fucking nuts.
Well, when next time that individual's there, you need to call me so I can come over and have a cup of coffee and maybe get some breakfast to give my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah.
That of what the caliber of
That's definitely gonna happen because it's not.
Yeah, and when I say butterface or she's good from afar but far from good.
Oh.
No, okay, very good.
He's average.
Very well in the realm
doable. Okay, good. That's good to know.
Just don't let her.
Yet certifiable.
All right. Anyways, how's Steam?
It's good. It's busy.
Yeah, busy's good.
Yeah.
Busy's good.
They're having an Oktoberfest this Saturday.
That's what I heard.
Down the Taylor's Brewing is. I don't know. I don't know what they got planned. I just know that.
You're going to be there, and
I'm not. No. Fuck that.
Well, oh, you don't have
That's
to
my
work that
bedtime.
shift?
That's my bedtime.
oh, right.
No, I do Sunday nights.
Okay.
Roy, yeah. Oh, yeah. You were out of town, huh?
was out of
yeah.
town.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Karen came in. She was there. So.
Oh, okay.
A Karen or Karen?
No, her name is actually Karen.
Oh,
Was
okay.
it? It's not Melanie.
No.
No.
Hi, Melanie.
No, she's in San Diego now because her
Oh,
daughter.
she
Her
is
daughter
this
just gave
week,
birth.
yeah.
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 So.
Is it? Being
Melanie's daughter
grandma.
gave birth?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
congrats.
Beautiful
Congratulations.
baby.
Left,
But
what, a
let me
week
just
ago
tell
or
you,
something?
babies aren't pretty.
About a week ago.
There's some
Yeah.
babies that you
This
need to put back
baby,
in.
I mean,
yeah.
my babies were. I was very lucky and fortunate.
Yeah,
My
I had
babies
good
came
looking
out
Well, you got a
babies.
good-looking wife, so that helps.
Yeah, that does.
That helps.
Yeah.
But her baby was very well proportioned
Yeah.
and beautiful and
5 fingers.
Yeah.
five
great.
fingers, 5 2. That's why.
Well, 5 on each hand,
Somebody
but yeah.
said that the other day. They go. One of my employees, actually, a sister, who she worked for me 3 different times. So I've known her since she was 16 or 17 years old. She just had a baby, and she's like, "Oh, Des had a baby." I'm like, 10 fingers, 10 toes, everything healthy. I mean, that's all you care about when they're
And they
born.
look at
know
you and
what
go,
I'm saying?
what?
Yeah,
What's
I'm
that
like,
mean?
Yeah, no, he knows. He has 2 kids, so he
Okay.
understood what I was saying. But it's like you just want him to come out.
Mm-hmm.
And not be like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Don't want a waterhead.
It could happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
So speaking
Look
of that,
at Mike.
Speaking of
that,
waterheads,
Speaking of that, no, I was watching on I don't know, it was Netflix or whatever I was watching. It's the one of these fucking polygamy shows. Of the
Okay, I
sort
missed-
of the
I
like
missed that
sister
one, too.
wives or
Me
no,
and
no,
my
no, no,
5
no,
wives.
it's a new one.
me and my whore harem.
No,
Mike
it's,
and my 5 wives.
it's no, fuck that. But it's these offshoots from the Mormon Church, like that guy that got arrested and
Jessup.
fucking
Yeah, Jessup.
what is his name?
McFarland.
No.
No, fucking yeah, crazy.
He had
fucker.
that compound.
Down in Texas, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, there's this one. It's this offshoot called the Kingstons. It's the family's all Kingstons, where the elder Kingston, who's died in early 2000s, believed, or at least was smart enough to get other people to believe, that he was a direct descendant of Jesus Christ himself.
Oh wow. Oh, he was powerful then.
And so being that,
Aren't we all?
Look, I'm Lebanese. He's right there. I was
Be,
in the,
but,
I'm
but, okay,
direct descendant.
but being that
I'm on the bloodline.
they wanted to keep
At
the
least 50%
bloodline
of me.
pure.
Pure.
So there was so much inbreeding.
inbreeding,
So they
and
have
they're all
this,
waterheads?
They have this one lady that escaped it, and she was like, "Yeah, I was married to my cousin / nephew." That
Wow.
was forced into it when she was 16, and he was like 23 or some shit
Wow.
like that, and they had kids. And so I don't know. They didn't show the kids, so maybe they were fucked up. But then they went into it to where, because they have this guy who was a former FBI guy that's now a private investigator, whatever. That people are coming to him to get out of it.
Right,
And
right.
so he's investigating all this stuff, and they talked about how they've got these compounds all over the country, and that if you have a birth that this fucking waterhead comes out and ends up lasting like 3 days, they just bury him back in the ranch. There's no record of it because they
Right,
own
right.
they have. Their people went to go and part of keeping everything good, they went as far as getting their own people to go become geneticists. And to where everybody, as soon as they're born, they're taking a swab, getting their whole DNA chain, and then giving it to these geneticists. And they say, okay, based on all this infant, when they get 13, we'll marry this person because
it's too far. It's far enough away.
It's far enough away, but still keeping the bloodline pure to where they're not going to have fucking
Interesting.
13 fucking foreheads, shit like that. And it was just so fucking bizarre. Because you don't want 13.
Yeah, literally.
You don't want 13 foreheads. I don't know if you guys know how the human body works that much. 13 foreheads is never good.
No.
I mean, they don't have those kind of carnivals anymore.
Now, I would probably watch that because it sounds interesting.
Is that like a 5 head?
Yeah,
It's a 13 head.
13
head.
Yeah, close to 5 by add
Okay.
6.
Adds
Or
8.
8.
Ish. 6 or 8.
Proceeding
Women
forehead.
math over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Girl math.
Let me find out what that show is.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah.
Somebody.
You're on your way to
Somebody in Germany
Off.
is really going to watch that.
Escaping Polygamy.
escaping polygamy.
Wow.
Yeah, there's some shit on TV.
Well, maybe that's not it. I don't know. Fuck it.
We're escaping something, all right.
Wow.
But there's so many of them now. Everybody's got a polygamy show.
Well,
And why not? You know,
my great thing is
Secrets of polygamy. That's
Secrets
what it
of polygamy.
is. No, maybe not.
I think we're almost 20 days to the election, and I'll be glad when it's all over and done with.
yeah. Then it can start all over again.
No, we usually get about a year off.
Bullshit.
Not anymore.
I saw that Harris Waltz sticker on the back of your.
Yeah,
No, you did not.
I was like, what the fuck?
It's
Yeah.
on. It's for A&E show. It's Secrets of Polygamy. So I guess I watch it on Hulu.
Okay.
So there's one season so far, 10 episodes.
How exciting.
You should watch it, Roy.
Yeah, I should. Except I don't
You can
get
see what
TV.
you're doing wrong.
Yeah.
Go to Casey's house. I bet you she has it, and she'll probably watch
Dude,
it with you.
we could probably get like 500 feet of coax cable and just tie into their shit and run across the driveway.
Ooh, there you go. I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah, you'd be watching what they're watching. It could be weird, but you could be watching what
You
they're
could
watching.
also just probably tap in their Wi-Fi.
It's only 3:00 in the afternoon. What's going on over there?
Hey, you can't fuck all day unless you start first thing in the morning.
Right. Yep.
But you need a nap.
You could, yeah, naps are good.
Post.
I do a nap. I did a nap yesterday.
I did not. I'm gonna probably take one today.
I even didn't go to class last night.
No, you're so close.
No, not class. I'm done with.
Oh, you had to go to a different class.
My college class. I have a Monday.
Oh, that
I have a
class.
Monday and Wednesday.
Oh,
one.
did you give your teacher a note?
I did not. I will have to make up some kind of excuse tomorrow.
I was sick.
Well, it was Indigenous Persons Day.
Well, right. Well,
So I
there
was
should
like-
have been no school then.
No, the schools are still on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they had Friday off.
Yeah,
Just tell her that you had an eye problem.
it's a guy.
Yeah, you just couldn't see being here.
Just couldn't.
Or that you had to go get your dog circumcised.
Well, so the last week on Monday.
Didn't you have your colonoscopy on Monday?
I
No,
got one on the
that's-
25th.
You had one, or you do have
I'm
one?
getting one on the 25th.
I need to get one scheduled, but no. So the week before Monday, because I
Did
tend
you
to-
ever finish that? Did you ever get it done?
No.
You turned it off like I don't know how many times. It was
the
a year ago.
colonoscopy.
Yeah.
You don't just turn those off. You
Well,
just,
you postponed it. You missed it. You came in one time. You'd ate, and they said no. And
Yeah.
then
So no, I haven't scheduled
so-
it.
Yeah, mine.
Anyways.
I got to do mine in Mefford.
Mefford.
Why?
That's where the VA apparently.
That's where the good cameras are.
Yeah, it's gonna be a weird one.
Mefford's. Where's Mefford?
Yeah, Mefford.
Mefford, it's way over there.
Yeah.
It's over yonder.
Other side of Road River.
Okay, Medford. Okay.
Right next to crack.
That's one clarify.
But so last Monday I had class and I was late because I took a nap and I always take naps after I leave Casablanca, and then I woke up. Class is 4 to 5:30 and I woke up at like 4:08. So then Wednesday's class I was there all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and he's like, "Were you here on Monday?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I was," because he takes roll. He actually
Can't
takes
you
roll.
just like log on and go, "I'm here"?
Well, you have
But
to be
he
awake
takes
to log
roll at
on.
4
He takes
o'clock.
roll and you say here, like old school.
Really?
Yeah. So
But it's on the computer.
it's on
Yeah.
Zoom. Yeah.
Really?
So it's live. It's
So
live
he was
on Zoom
late.
because there are people in the classroom, and then there's us Zoom folks that don't want to go to fucking
and
White
don't want to
City.
go to White City. Get it.
So So Wednesday I was like, yeah, I was just late. I took a nap. He said, the first week, the very first class, I was fucking late because I couldn't figure out the Zoom link. And he chastised. He's like, we need you to be more punctual. And I'm like,
I would say you need to go fuck yourself because I'm paying for this. As long as I get my
well,
work
somebody's
done.
paying for it.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's getting paid for.
Getting paid for. So my thing is, okay, first off, then he said, well, and he's always refers to us as class this. I'm like, dude, quit saying the fucking word class. Every sentence he starts with class, this, that, and the other. And I'm like, great, that's your style.
Sister
I get it.
Mary Elephant.
But he also said,
yes.
then he also said, class, don't use AI for your discussion posts. I'm like,
I'm out.
Yeah.
I've used for everyone, and he keeps commenting because he's like, we've got things we can test it for and to catch you.
Well, keep on testing, dude.
And I'm like, okay, that's cool because I've got a thing that
Anti-test
I pay
that.
for that beats the testing things that I run it through. So fuck off. And every one that I've used this stuff for, he's been such great insight, great post. So
AI is scary.
Really
I was
fucking
doing
crazy.
some logo stuff for
Yeah.
for this and for another friend that has a company, and I just typed in there what I wanted, and it's like, bam! I'm like, that's
And it looks
fucking
good.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, my graphic designer, he's absolutely, he loves it because he can.
because he's charging you for his time.
Well,
that's
not
usable.
just
Well, I got to
that,
get
but
with you to see
helps
because
out with a lot
can
of
you?
stuff.
I want to turn it into like an actual downloadable file to print off of.
Oh yeah, you can.
Okay, I'll have to get with you on that.
But
Into like a JPEG.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, because the one I use, if you do it like here, I'll do it right now.
Mine's I just got the regular Chat GPT.
Yeah, so I don't know what the base one I pay for. I paid at 20 a month.
Yeah, that's what I pay, I think.
Oh, so that's what. But yeah, I'll be like image of
I didn't fuck around with it.
a
long enough.
donkey smoking a cigar.
Yeah, yeah. Bam.
Let's see it.
It is cool, man.
Yeah.
It is scary cool.
Yeah.
And it's going to be up in like 2 seconds.
So he's got it. My graphic designer has it for his programs, his graphic designer programs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Adobe suite, because I've
for
got that. I've
Adobe
got that
and for the
whole
other
suite in
ones.
it, and
And
it's
so-
got it integrated.
So it's fabulous because he can go in there with his drawing or his logo, and then
There it is.
yeah, perfect. Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah.
So yeah, so all you got to do, and it's easier on the computer, but you hit that right there, and be safe,
Right,
and
right.
it'll go to your photos.
Right.
On here, on your computer, go to your downloads.
And then convert.
Now it's
No,
a JPEG.
it's a JPEG already.
Oh,
it
JPEG
downloads
already.
as JPEG. It
No
downloads as JPEG.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but he fills in like they're like, oh, we want to put this like he was doing, and he lets people know it's AI, but he goes, we want to have a river setting. So then he puts in the river setting and brook, and then he can place a picture on there, and it blends it right in. So
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
this object that he's promoting for this company is like
Right.
on the edge
He's
of a
able
river.
to edit it, add things,
Without
and
having
edit
to-
it without
having to take
redo
a
it every
picture,
time.
take a picture in there and do, and what he used to have to do, right?
Right, right.
You have to go in there and then
Well, I
edit
did one for my-
image
my-
and make
my
it all look like
Photoshop
it's natural
class
and
last
everything
term.
else, and he'd basically Photoshop it to make it all look right.
Yeah, you
and
blend-
now you can do AI and it just does it for you, so it's instantaneous. So
Yeah.
it saves lots of time, and you still get
Yeah, I did one for my Photoshop class. I had to do a movie poster for a movie about me, and so I had AI generate the different background things because I made it like an explorer kind of thing and whatever. And then I just took those individual ones and blend with Photoshop and then blended them together.
Right.
And I'm like, if I would have had to do this on my own, oh, that is good.
Let's see it.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah. I think I showed this to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, my next
You can have
our
bait
next
tackle.
venture.
Bait and tackle.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Why not?
Partnering with your buddy over there at the bait and tackle company.
No. I've offered my help. It's time to do things on our own.
Well, you could actually have cigars at the bait and tackle company.
It's
Yeah.
difficult.
So
It's,
that's what the poster came out because
oh damn, that's intense.
everything on there is AI generated. I just blended it together.
Wow.
Oh.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
Chronicles
The Chronicles of Mike.
Yeah, definitely the
Journey across worlds. Mike, very talented.
I got some skills.
you got Skittles.
I got Skittles. I love Skittles.
Skittles
I
are
like
good.
fruity
You're on
fruits,
sale at
fruity.
Fred Meyer.
They sell them fucking everywhere. you don't have to just go
the
to
Halloween
Safeway
candy.
too.
The Halloween candy, you know, they had the
The little
individual
ones,
bags,
yeah.
and it was
Holy
like
shit, you can't
$1.99.
afford Halloween candy if you got to go buy it.
Oh, yeah, it's on sale at Fred Meyer. I'm telling you, I was over there the other day and Skittles, like everything's like kind of spendy, you know, $5-6 or whatever. It wasn't that bad, but everything was marked down till half price almost.
Oh, wow.
Skittles were only like $1.99 for like the big bag.
The big bag
But
and
you
the
know
little,
what?
the little bags?
I had sugar yesterday,
Yeah?
like immense amounts of sugar. Like
You had all those coffee things you were drinking.
well, the coffee, but no. When I went to the horse races,
Oh, yeah.
Scott's wife came and she had this huge bag. Of
Oh, you did the you were part of the blanket race thing?
Yes.
For
There's a
next
bunch of
door?
blanket races. Well, there was. I don't know if next door. Yeah, I think next door did have one.
Yeah.
They
I wasn't invited.
they had the
so.
blanket race. They had it for Tucker's. She was there with Tucker's group, and I was there with Linda Edwards.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
Linda's
'cause
cool.
It was Glenn Edwards, who's a lifelong
Oh.
friend.
Oh, yeah.
Glenn,
Lifelong
Glenn,
friend of mine.
Glenn used to stop here every now and then just to say hi.
Hi, yeah.
He wasn't a cigar smoker. I'd see him when he'd go on his walks down on 6th Street, and he would stop by and bullshit. And I've known Glenn from Bowling Alley for years.
Yeah.
But then he'd stop by here, and
Just a top-notch guy.
Yeah, he was.
And Linda's
He
a good
was.
friend of mine.
He is.
I've
He's-
known Linda for damn near 40 years.
yeah,
probably.
yeah. You knew her in high school?
No, she's a little older than I am, but she used to run the Hodges, and so I was getting
Yeah.
shoes at Hodges when I
Oh,
was a young
yeah,
kid.
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
So
yeah.
I knew her from there, and then she played racquetball, and
Yep,
Glenn
yeah.
played racquetball, so I knew him from the racquetball courts, and all this stuff. So I just had it.
Yeah, just good people. Just
Friendship.
solid,
Yeah, they
solid,
are.
solid.
They are
And,
solid.
And
and
he came to all my games, and
Yeah.
he used to come even when I was coaching, he'd come to games. He's just Anyway.
And just very community oriented.
Community.
Yeah.
All about the
Yeah,
kids and all about the community.
Yeah.
Both of them. You know?
And so
Well,
it was
now
his
her.
memorial race, and she had told us about it. So Eric and I went over there early, and she wasn't there yet because her race was like the 9th race. And so Eric had a play. So I ended up dropping him off and going back, and then I got to hang out with Linda and stuff. And of course, Linda, she said, he goes, make sure I'm a winner. So she bets, across the board on every horse in his race. So she gets.
Oh, she wheeled the horse.
Yeah, so
Okay.
she bets the whole. She bets $100, right? It's about 100. Actually, she ended up only betting like 72, but she bets them all. Then
Yeah.
she does her trifecta, then she does.
Right.
So he's guaranteed a winner.
Right.
So she ended up winning
$3.10.
No, she ended up of the 72. She won $47.
Right.
Oh, so she was down
But
30.
he got his winner.
He got his winner.
Got his winner,
Yeah.
and we did the blanket presentation, and
That's cool.
so it only cost her $36. But
Yeah. Hey, and she got a blanket.
No, they donate the blanket.
Right.
They put in
What's-
their name. They donate to the horse. It's a horse blanket.
Yeah.
Oh. So has it got like Glenn's face on it going? On
The
blanket?
weekend again.
On the,
Has his name on there, Glenn.
Oh.
Glenn.
I knew Glenn when he was a teacher at Grants Pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so it's been a hot minute.
It's been back in the 80s. He was
Was
still
he
teaching.
Back when Linda was a student? My bad.
There's been a few teacher.
Yes, there
Remember
has.
the principal at Grants Pass High School?
Which one?
He was a principal there for many years, and then he.
End up not being one.
No. The year.
No, back then they never got
his-
caught.
He ended up marrying a student.
Oh, really?
About
They
a
didn't-
year after high school.
They didn't have social media back then. Nobody got
She was
caught.
18 or 19, and he ended up
Well, that's
marrying
legal.
a student, and then
He was like 52, so it was all right.
he wasn't that old. He's probably in his 30s, but I mean 39. My wife and I are about the same age apart.
Yeah.
They're like 11 years apart.
Well, we knew you're creepy, so what am I talking about? My wife's 10 years older than I am,
Yeah, but that's called sugar mama.
but she looks like she's 10 years younger than I do.
She's
I was gonna say, dang.
It's her birthday
I thought it
today.
was
Yeah.
Yeah, it's her birthday
That's,
today.
she's your sugar cougar.
She is my sugar cougar. Back, she was just a cougar back when I was,
Now
was, she was 38 and I was 28, and now she's a
cougar.
saber.
She's a cougar if I was interested, or
Yeah.
Eric. By the way, she has a nice relationship with Eric.
Oh,
I
I'm
just
sure
want you
she
to know.
does.
Like Eric loves her. He thinks he says he's Rhonda.
Yeah, Rhonda.
Did he say it like that? He's that with the Latin fucking rolls you on.
He's
He
like,
rolls
oh,
you
I'm
on.
gonna go talk to Rhonda, and then she just randomly pops in all the time. I'm like, okay, what's going on here?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask her about random pop-ins, but she's not a cougar no more. She's a saber-toothed tiger.
Yeah, she is a tiger,
A sugar
She is.
tiger.
Sugar tiger.
and she knows
Hey.
her cars. I told you about that last
Yeah,
time. I
yeah,
think we
she
talked
does.
about it.
She knows her
knows
shit.
Yeah.
But
Hi,
I
Rhonda.
give her
Happy
shit
birthday.
about
We
that.
love you.
You got called out, babe. Freaking going down there and hanging out with the Latin lover.
LLG,
Latin love God.
Latin love God.
Yeah,
man.
you don't just stay a
not
Latin
love-
lover,
It's
yeah.
a
You
God.
graduate to
He
God?
graduated. He's graduated
Oh.
to God status. Yeah, the
Wow.
LLG. Yeah, no, it's funny.
Yeah. So, anyways, there was something
shit.
else I was talking about. Oh yeah, we talked about aliens. So my thought. Okay.
Is Roy still here?
Roy's still here?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's watching like
No,
videos.
I'm looking for a
He's
picture.
Got
of
gay porn on there.
when we
No,
yeah.
gay midget porn.
Gay midget
Gay
porn.
midget porn.
If it wasn't for gay midget porn, I wouldn't know what to do.
You know, I
Speaking of gay midget porn,
I have no desire to watch gay porn, but if somebody said, "Dude, I got this
Fun
gay
story.
I've got this gay midget porn," I'd have
oh
been.
yeah, oh that was a long time ago.
Where's that? Is that you and Rhonda?
Rhonda.
Ah, what year was that?
I'll tell you. in a
Who's the
second.
young guy that's hugging?
Oh, you got the same hair.
Yeah, I had hair.
No, you
Did
didn't.
I-
No, there was no hair. I was
Oh,
joking.
if I had hair,
that's why I
then-
said you got the same hair.
Oh, it couldn't have been
It
that
was
long.
22.
Oh, I didn't have hair in 22.
October. That was down in Vegas.
Yeah,
So it's 2 years ago,
yeah.
ish.
Yeah.
She still looked younger than you.
But anyways, oh, yeah,
hell
fuck yeah, she does.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, Asian don't crack or whatever.
Yeah,
Don't-
yeah.
Asian-
Rice is rice.
Rice don't age. Don't,
Yeah.
rice don't spoil. There you go. Rice
It
don't
does
spoil.
if you leave it in the rice cooker.
Well, no, but raw rice.
Oh, raw rice.
Raw
No,
rice.
raw rice.
Say raw rice six
raw
times
rice.
fast.
Kind of like Irene.
Okay, if you say
Hey,
raw,
Rice is your lisp again.
no, if you say raw,
You sure you're not Chinese?
You know
If,
what? We
I
should-
say if you say, I was
you
just
know
going to
what?
say if you say raw rice 6 times in a row, you will become Asian.
Have you thought if you having surgery and just trimming the tongue up a little bit and get rid of that little lift you got over there?
No, I'm going to keep it.
That's a big tongue. I see
It serves him well.
I see why you have such a younger wife.
Older wife.
She's older.
All right, hold on.
Roy. She listens to this.
No, she.
Well, she looks.
I thought she's going to be on here.
Yes.
Hi, you're not on. Hold on. Am I
Oh,
on
no.
Bluetooth? I'm going to call you back. Hold on.
Yeah, she's on.
Are you on there?
You hung up on her.
I did.
She's so sweet. My wife didn't say.
I know.
She's like, what?
Yeah.
She sees your name come up. She said, "Fuck."
No, see, that's
All right,
a boy's
hold on.
answer.
Let me.
Ah.
I thought I was on it.
Dada. My son calls me this morning. Funny story. Right?
Are they still camming?
So I get this phone call.
Oh, BTA. There we go. BTA 2. All right, now we're connected. Now we can call her.
So my son, I get this phone call. It says Tiff wife, and it's about the time to go.
I'm going to hang up. I'm going to call you back.
Podcast.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
there.
you're on the podcast.
I'm
Yeah.
here.
Yes.
Oh, well,
You
you're
are officially on
Well-
Three Guys and Sometimes Bob.
Happy birthday, Rhonda.
Oh, well, thank you.
We thought we Hey, and the crazy thing about it, Andy's here with us. He's our official sponsor from Casablanca Grill.
No, he's not today
And
because he didn't bring
just-
food.
And Andy just dimed you out that you hang out at Casablanca with the Latin God
Latin
lover.
Love God.
Latin
Latin
Love
Love God.
God.
LLG.
Yeah, what's that all about?
Who's the Latin god?
How many
Good
Latinos
answer.
are there?
Good answer.
How
Eric
many-
said that you're constantly popping in and saying hi to
Oh, I'm not
Eric
either.
and
Hey, listen, don't. Rhonda, I'm not doing that.
Like 4 times yesterday. I don't know. It's weird. Yeah.
that's funny. I can barely hear her.
I can hear her fine.
Can you hear her fine?
Yeah.
So I just
Because you've used to tuning her out. That's why.
Is that what it
That's
is?
what it is. The rest of it can hear her fine.
Mike has his hearing aids in.
He knows better, Mike. He knows better.
how's your birthday?
Oh, the girls in the office got me some flowers and a nice card.
They're way nicer than I am.
Eric said he had free lunch for you down there.
Eric did it.
Yeah, birthday
Yeah,
lunch.
you better go see the Latin God or whatever.
Latin Love God.
Latin Love God.
LLG.
The LLG. He'll probably buy you a drink and
okay.
a I don't know, something.
burrito.
And a burrito.
I did not know.
A
Is that what
chalupa.
you call it now?
So, Rhonda, are you going to get birthday dick tonight or what? I mean, is the options on the table?
No, it's
No.
no, not now.
Oh,
We were
what?
just talking about the size of his tongue.
They say I got a big tongue or something. I don't know. Well, sorry to put you into the middle of this with these assholes, but I just wanted to say happy birthday.
We love you, Rhonda.
Happy birthday
Happy
to you. Happy birthday
And
to you.
I'm glad the girls down there are taking care of you. Hey, just think, I get to take you to dinner tonight. How's that?
I get to. Yes,
It's Taco
I like-
Taco
you're-
Tuesday at
You're
Steam.
going to have to pay because I don't have any money, so
There is that.
But you're driving.
I'll drive.
No, you'll have to tell the story of my mom's birthday when my dad sent her flowers.
oh, I will. Classic.
COD.
Classic.
Dude, that's a baller move.
Oh, it
right
is a
there.
baller move.
That means
Well,
you're secure
Dad.
in your relationship right there.
Dad is fucking OG baller. Yeah.
Oh no,
So-
that was about 40 years ago, and
Yeah.
he's still paying for it.
Yep. So, all right, babe, we're going to let you go so you can go back to work and
Okay.
keep me in the life that I'm accustomed to living. So,
Yes,
and I
you're-
appreciate you.
you're
Basically,
my
he's
favorite
cracking the whip and saying, "Bitch, get in the kitchen." That's the new way of doing that.
Yeah, I don't think that was it.
That was not it. That was not it.
No, I got a nickname at home. What is it, honey?
He's
What?
he's my HB, my house bitch.
Oh,
Yep.
and you know what? He's
That is
good with that.
awesome.
He's
I am
totally
good
good
with
with
that.
that.
Yep.
I'd love to be a HB. I've tried to be an HB for 12 years.
Yeah. No.
No, it's
All
not.
right, guys, have a fun day.
Be
All right,
careful.
love
Take
you.
care, Rhonda.
Bye.
Love you too, sweetie. Bye.
HB.
So, the story. So many.
You are never going to call her during this podcast.
Never
are
again.
you?
So my
HB.
Yeah.
so my father-in-law during my mother's birthday or anniversary, it was their anniversary, I think, birthday or anniversary, always landed on during.
Dun dun dun. Pull up a chair.
Good golly, there he is.
Hi there, you. Fuck you too.
Oh wow, you brought that in and that. Well, look at you. Thank you. So it always lands on opening duck season, whatever
And
it
you're
might
not
be.
talking football.
No. Bird hunting, duck season. So him and his best friend always went on opening weekend. It's California opening weekend for they're hunting the marshes down there along
Marsha
I-5.
who?
Marsha, yeah, they're hunting Marsha. And
Marsha.
so he didn't, he always was like, I got to make sure I got plenty of shotgun shells, I got gas for the truck, blah, blah, blah. So he just decided that he was going away on it's just what it is that's gone for their birthday or anniversary. Well, he goes hunting and goes, oh, fuck, I only had enough money for my shit. He sends flowers to my mother-in-law, COD. and she had to sign for her own shit.
And that
pay
that's
for
not
it.
the fish. That's not the fish. He didn't send her flowers and cod. He
No,
just
no,
sent her
no.
flowers, and she had to pay for the shit.
And she had to pay
So
for
did
it.
she pay for him? Or she'd be like, "Fuck that, send him back."
I probably imagine that she paid for him.
Yeah.
But yeah.
He's still
And then
paying
what?
for it.
And then another time he's such a cheap individual. Rhonda was in a hospital. This was in Florida. She was younger. She got sick or something. And
Is this before
When you
you?
say
Yeah, it was
younger,
way
she's
before me.
So we
living
call-
at home with her parents.
What's that?
She's young enough to be at home with the parents.
no. My in-laws were living in Saudi Arabia at the time, and she got sick.
Why
and
was she? Why are they in Saudi Arabia?
he worked for Aramco, which was a big company.
Oil company,
Big
probably.
oil company.
Ameri-
And she was going to school in Florida at a private.
So this is what we
Not
call.
only she's beautiful and young, she's rich.
No, she was.
Then she met G.
Then she met me, and we took care of that.
Yeah.
But so she was in the hospital, and my father-in-law and everything. They get to the hospital, and he's like, "Oh shit, I didn't stop by the gift shop or anything." So there's a card outside of a door with flowers and a card on it. He walks by, grabs the flowers, grabs the card, crosses the name out on the inside of it, "Love Dad," instead of "Love
Steve or
Steve.
Kevin or whatever.
Takes it into the fucking room and gives it to her.
You know, dude, your dad. I mean, your father. I've met him with the senior care stuff, and
Yeah.
I knew he was cool. But he's next level now.
Oh, he is. He is.
Next-
Totally
I mean, because
next
I would
level.
have, thrown the card away and been like, they
No.
didn't have any cards. Here's the flowers. But to cross it out like you know exactly what that fucker did.
Yeah.
That's fucking.
Yeah,
That's
it probably
fucking
said,
ninja
it probably
right there.
said fucking congratulations on
Yeah.
it too.
Congratulations on a boy or some shit like that. It's
That's
like,
why we don't let him have the port bottle
That's
anymore,
right.
or
That's
the
right.
Macallan
No,
bottle.
he is a classic dude. Love him to death.
We're going to have to tie it up here, buddy.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh well,
Plenty of time.
Roy might be tightening it up.
Yeah, I'm tightening it up. Uh-oh. We got another one.
That's my cousin Frank.
Yes.
Frank.
Are you come to? Hey there. Welcome to Three Guys and Sometimes Bob.
Bob's
Bob's
not
not. That's why he's sometimes Bob.
Bob's your uncle?
But well, no.
Bob was my uncle, but he's been gone years.
I had an Uncle Bob once. Do you need me?
I just wanted to run something past you.
Oh well, then why don't you guys continue and I
Okay.
will.
We'll try and...
The two loudmouths in the room.
Yeah.
Leave it.
The ones who've been talking the entire show.
That's it. Yeah, those two. Yeah, for shit. I have trouble getting a word in edgewise. That's why most of the time I just sit here and go, fuck you.
Well, Mike, I mean, you just have to.
Oh, yeah, you just let him run.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an ugly thing, but
I mean, and it's more fun listening. You never know what he's going to say.
absolutely. And it's all bullshit, so it's great fun.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
And when he gets on his I mean, I don't know where he was going earlier.
Oh, and you get in a tirade and he just goes. Yeah, it's fun stuff. Just
What did he
listen
say?
to him.
13 foreheads?
Something like that, yeah. You got to watch it with a kid with 13 foreheads, Dan. You don't want to have a kid with 13 foreheads. Michael does. But
Polygamy.
yeah, polygamy. Somebody's phone's ringing. It ain't mine.
Everything's done with just
Yeah.
Hello. Oh, there we go. Logger Dan.
Look at that phone.
I know. I love it. It's a Beam Me Up Scotty phone.
This is from 1997.
Yeah.
First gen. Still going.
Something like that, but he loves it.
Yeah.
He actually hates it, but he'd rather not have a fucking phone, to be honest with you.
Is that a pager?
No. No, it's a phone.
It works out.
Yeah. What are you smoking, Dan? A cigar, I know that. I'm quick that way. A Honduran? Okay.
What do you like to smoke?
What do I like to smoke? Shit. There's the Honduran from EP Carrillo. There's the Sumatra, the Maduro. My father's cigars, Flor de las Antillas.
Father makes cigars.
No.
I like the Connecticut shade. I like the lighter.
Yeah, see, I don't. I
Lighter.
can't do a
See,
shade.
see,
There's
and
just
I
nothing
I
there.
used to be into the Maduros a lot. I
Yeah,
used to get into
I like a Maduro on occasion, but I think I'll do a what the hell is it? Shit, the kudzu from can't think. Is it out of Texas? Out of Austin, Texas. That's a good stick. They're made in I think they're made in Nicaragua.
You ever been to Florida?
I have been to Florida. I haven't been to any factories.
The factories. They're walking through there.
Most of those
in
are
the
in
south.
There's some in Miami, and there's most of them in Tampa.
Yeah. I mean, I've been to like the factories. I've been to the little
Mom and pop places.
mom and pops right there on the strip. You know, you're
Yeah.
walking through there, and they got a little cigar shop, and they're
Yeah.
making them, and they're rolling them right there, and they're packing them, and they're hanging them. They've got the tobacco
hanging.
veining them. Some of them,
Yeah.
the good ones are deveined.
Yeah.
They pull the vein.
Well,
off the metal.
that way you get 2 wrappers out of it.
Yeah.
The last we were down at in Miami. We went to a bar and they had a cigar bar there.
They were making them there.
No, they weren't making them. We just enjoyed the place, and there was a one of the girls that worked for him was like, I just wanted to stuff her in my suitcase and bring her home.
For sure. Yeah.
Oh, she's gorgeous, just gorgeous, little Cuban girl. It's like, you remind me of somebody at home. Here, get in my suitcase. I'll show you.
Come on with me.
Come on home.
Oh, I enjoyed that. I was working for a guy in Southern California, and we loved our cigars. And the church we worked for, with the priest, he loved cigars. So we always had people bringing us cigars from all over the place. And then when we did a trek. We flew into Austin, Texas, picked up this door to go to Washington, D.C. for a project we were working on. And along the way, we went to New Orleans and down to the south, and back up. But we stopped at New Orleans. They have a lot of places to roll cigars down there as well.
Right.
Cigar shop. Just got to experience a lot of different cigars. Of course, then in Washington, D.C., they had a lot of cigar places up there as well, really nice cigar shops and rooms. And I was really into it. And then, of course, when they opened up here, I thought it was God's gift. You know, I'm like, I've got my humidor, I've got my cigar. You know, I can get them locally. And
you don't got to go to News and Smokes and get some Swisher Sweets?
You know, they had some decent cigars at News and Smokes. But I grew up, my dad smoked cigars when I was a kid. I don't know, caveman auto wrecking. He always had a cigar in his mouth, and Dutch Masters is what he
Dutch
liked.
Masters.
Dutch
Okay.
Masters. And then he quit smoking cigars, but he was always known for his cigars. So a guy came to visit, and gave him a cigar and a couple cigars, and he had them at the house. And I was like 8. I don't know. When did Michael Jackson Thriller come out? What year was that, Mike?
Would have been 1981. No.
85?
I don't know.
But, I was born
I like how
75.
you use that as a reference to a point in your life. That
Well, because it used to play on MTV
On frickin'
every
nonstop.
hour.
That would have been like
They would run
80.
Thriller every hour, and my brother was there, and his friends were over, and his brother had a friend that was my age, and they were over, and the cigar had been sitting on the counter for God knows how long. We're like, we want to smoke the cigar. My dad's like, I can go outside and smoke it, knowing that we'd all get sick and never want to smoke again, you know? And so my brother, who's
1983.
yeah.
Well, that's what. Yeah, that's
I'm
one of the
8
things.
years old. I was pretty close. So we're 8 years old. So my brother's 12 or 13, and his friends, and we all go outside and we light up the cigar. And
Is that Nick?
Matt, his friends, and so we're all out there.
Because if it was Nick, maybe that's why he's wearing skinny jeans and living in Ashland now.
But we're all out there.
That's Matt, isn't it?
No, that's Nick.
Nick, but Nick lives in wears skinny jeans, and drives a Tesla. All the,
Well, he lives in Ashland.
so we're all smoking this cigar and passing around, and everybody, and they're sick and they're turning green, and they all leave, and I stayed out in the patio smoking the cigar. My dad had to come take it from me.
Shit.
I always liked it.
Fucking kid.
Yeah, the son of a bitch, he's just like me.
All right.
So,
There
here we
we
are.
go.
It's probably the most interaction I had with my dad at that age. Anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah, probably.
So,
This is a pretty cool phone there, Dan.
Is that what that is? Oh, shit.
oh shit.
Dan, you didn't like the phone? You got a new flip phone, you didn't like it?
Yeah,
That's a
he's
great
not-
phone. That's a
I know. He gave it to us, and we're going to turn it into the new shop phone. It's a phone for
Fun for fag.
well, for fags. Well, it's
Hey,
fun.
fags need phones too.
That's a cigar, a cigarette.
No, a French fag.
Fag.
French fags.
French fag.
We got an episode titled something about French fags.
I thought it.
Back in. Hey, this is episode 40, by the way.
Wow.
We are Quattro Zero or whatever the fuck that is. I don't know
Why
how
don't
you.
they?
Oh, this is the
I don't
new
know.
Razor. Yeah.
Gets no service up there.
Oh, shit. It's got a gizmo.
Yeah, it doesn't work for him up in the mountains, so
It's not a good logger phone.
I'm surprised it's still in one piece because I thought you would have
fucking
thrown
broke
that
the
stuff.
shit out of it.
You ran it over with your
Made it-
cat.
Dan, why don't you get one of those rapid radios and get a set of them for $400 or $500? You can get like 4 or 6 of them or something like that, and you can give them to the people you need. Then they work everywhere, like a CB. What?
I got CDs.
I know, but this is like it's like a long range. It's like a shortwave radio. but it's a phone, so you can.
Does it work through
It's
the
kind of
mountain?
like the old T-Mobile.
Yes, it works anywhere.
No,
click to talk.
Nextel.
Yes,
Nextel. I had one of
I have
those.
one of those too.
Yeah.
But they're radios, and you don't have there's no monthly service, so it's a flat fee, and then you just use it all you want. But if you get a few of them, you give them back to the office, give one to the wife, so you can be up in the mountains.
Don't give one to the wife. What the fuck is wrong with you?
In case of emergency.
So she can get a hold of you? You got no excuse?
If the truck goes off the cliff and he's sitting upside down with this fucking thing going, I'm fucked, hey,
not
honey,
calling the wife.
I'm not coming home.
I'll call somebody else.
I'm not at a girlfriend's house. I'm hanging from my seatbelt on the fucking side
She
of the
can
cliff.
figure it out after the fact. I'm still not, because otherwise
Call
she's
help
still,
or not.
she's going to still.
I might die. So
Dan's
just so you
kind of
know.
like an old hound dog. He'll come home when he gets hungry.
Well, my thought is, okay, if I was to do that, I would still get bitched at because I was supposed to stop at the store and get fucking...
Right, and now you're hanging upside down.
Get some French bread because the spaghetti's already ready and we don't have the French bread. So what the fuck are you doing fucking around hanging off a cliff for?
Hey,
why didn't you go to the store?
Mike, you have it good. I got bitched at because I stopped at 3 stores to get the things that she needed that she didn't really need, but she just put on list in case they had them at the store that I was stopping at.
Wow. That's a lot of
Is
shit.
she still camping?
No.
They done? He's got great property out
But
there
I
at
did-
Applegate.
Yeah, I
Fucking
know.
right
He's
on
gonna
the
let
Apple-
me. He's gonna let me go kill birds on it, and piss his neighbors off.
Anytime. I'm good.
He's got tomatoes going on out there too. Shit ton of tomatoes.
I got in trouble for not taking the tomatoes.
Saw that coming.
Yeah.
Saw that coming.
Yeah, the message for the group was, we're going to take the tomato. She goes, well, we took the tomatoes home. Better to take them home than to let them rot in the box. I'm like, I didn't realize tomatoes off the vine for one day were going to rot in the box. But hey.
Oh, that was your first mistake.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Saying
that.
anything.
Yeah, well, it wasn't my wife. It was my mother-in-law. But then my wife was like, didn't you take one box if you didn't know which box to take? So I told Mike, I'm like, well, she said take a box, and there's like 3 boxes of them. I don't know which box
Okay,
to
first
take.
off, that's one of those you cannot do anything right because
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
if you took the wrong box, you're going to get bitched at for taking the wrong
Right.
box. If you don't take a box, then you had what you had.
Yeah.
Is why don't you just take a box? Because motherfucker, you're going to bitch at me for taking the wrong one.
Mike, the statement was, well, why didn't you call us?
Right.
Oh, we were
Well, if you
kind
had
of in a
that,
hurry.
if you
Mike
had that talk to text, you could have.
Yeah, see, I should have had to talk.
Yeah, you had that
Talk
fucking.
to text. That's what it was called. Click, click. I did. I had them in my box. I was going to buy 6 of them. And I was ready to do it, and then I was talking with somebody else, and like, well, you know, there's better ones out there than that, and this and that, and da 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 da. I'm like going, well, yeah, but these are mainstream, they're backed up, 100% returnable. You know what I mean? There's a loyal company, like well, there's shortwave ones that you can get and other stuff, but I don't. You know, this one has all the information. It's ready to go.
What's the range on them? The satellite?
It's like 2,500 miles. I think,
No
something like
shit.
that. You know.
Wow.
Yeah, they did a test with like a guy in Florida and the guy's up on the Canada border or something like that, and they were talking back and forth.
Can
clear
you
as
send
day.
us a
Rapid radios? They're all over Marketplace. They pull up on your shit all the time. But I'm gonna buy a 6-pack of them. We go to places like Loon Lake. We go camping. There's a lot of places where there's not cell phone service, and like one time her parents were up there at the lake, and we were driving up there, and we ended up with 2 flat tires on the trailer, and they have no idea where we are.
So they run on a cell phone signal, is what they say here.
They say it, but they say they run on, but they say they work when the power's out, when things are out, and everything's working. So that's what they promote. It's off of a.
Rapid radios. How much is a 6-pack of them?
I think it's $4.99 or something like that.
You can get a 3-pack for $3.30.
They're on sale.
Amazon, they got DeWalt has one.
Don't go to rapidradio.com. They have like a 25% off or buy 2 get 2 or something like that.
Rapidradio.com. There it is.
Yeah.
So it's they don't charge a monthly fee, but you pay $50 per radio per year.
Okay. Well,
That's cheap.
that is cheap.
So you do
But I
6-pack, that's $300 a year. That's not.
But for what you do, like when you're hunting or something else, and you can be able to let people know, hey, we're going to be late. We shot a deer. We're going to be,
Yeah, don't call fucking search and rescue on me.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly. You know what I mean?
I'm just lugging the deer up the fucking mountain.
My wife and kids go up to Loon Lake. I can't get a hold of them. I don't know if a kid drowned or if they had to go life flight somebody or the boat sank. I mean, there's all kinds of shit that can happen. And
Wow.
it's nice to be
Rapid
able to.
radio. This is cool.
They're fucking cool, man.
Yeah, for 2 radios, it's $400.
Yeah, but they had a big sale going. I don't know. I was gonna be like $5.99 for 6-pack if you get every you know.
$8.99 now, but I haven't hit the add to the
Oh,
cart.
you need a
yet.
coupon. You need a coupon.
needed the
they
coupon.
had,
Get the coupon.
They had a
Yeah, 100% no monthly fees.
They're probably not on sale now if they've had all these natural catastrophes.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
you
Florida's wiped out the stock.
yeah.
Yeah, they're making money now. 5-day battery life on them.
Oh,
No
that's
contracts. Used anywhere in the United States. Wow.
Yeah, kind of cool thing.
It is cool. Okay, we're going to be looking into that because I don't know if I need one, but why not have 2 of them just in case?
cool. Just why not? If it costs you $100
That'd
a
be
year,
good for Joshua out in the brush or out in the.
What about when you're out in the dunes? You have cell service out there?
Yeah, for the most part, we got.
I don't think you guys go anywhere that's not that far out.
Yeah.
But you figure, like your boy, if he's got the water truck out on a fire,
That's the thing.
you know?
He had to get it. He had to
That's
go
why I
old
didn't
school
get it,
Dan,
because I was
and he had to go get a burner phone from Walmart, a flip phone burner phone that would work,
Yeah.
and it cost him like $50.
Yeah.
Because somebody said there's ones that work better and that don't need cell service that work like this or that, and they're like, because they have. Prior to this, I was looking at the sat phones, satellite phones, and they're pretty inexpensive and they're reasonable. They only charge you for when you use them, and there's some really
Right, on incoming calls only.
for sat phones and stuff like that. And there's a lot of different programs out there, and I was looking into that and doing all the research. 'Cause I buy something, I always look like, what's the best?
Yeah.
where we
Right,
go?
right.
Best bang for your buck. I mean, I'm going to spend the money if it's worth it, right? You know, if we don't get the cheap shit. And then I let that thing sail, and then these came up. I'm like, oh, these are way easier. It's
Well, yeah,
one-time
because
fee.
Dan and I talked about sat phones and everything, and this is way better than a sat phone.
yeah,
If you can.
exactly.
So anyway, then I thought, well, maybe I'll just get 2, and if I like them, then I'll get a 4-pack, and then I can give them to my, Eric and Beth. Eric and Beth can have a set, and then my
Go get
wife
one to
and
Michael.
I
He
and
won't
my
answer
in-laws,
it.
and
Won't answer it.
Won't answer it. He'll be on like do not disturb mode or something.
They won't even-
Michael
I don't
texts me,
I wouldn't even
where
know what
are
to say.
you? And I'll call him, and it'll go to voicemail.
Yeah.
Instantaneously.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah. You should
Apparently,
have
I didn't give a fuck where I was.
You should have texted back.
Well, I did text back. I didn't hear anything, so then I called.
Yeah. So, anyways, I was at your
I think
bar.
you
So,
blocked
So anyway,
yeah. So,
fuck you.
Yeah. Anyway,
It's pretty much.
it is what it is. Yeah.
All right. We're
Yeah. I
gonna
don't have
look
time
into
to
that.
actually talk to people. I don't have time for that.
No, you're busy. I get it.
No, wait, no. It's I don't want to talk to people.
Oh, that's it. Yeah,
that's way different.
Yeah, that's a whole lot different.
yeah.
So, real quick, next week the curtains are going up on Monday.
It's that time of
Maybe
year.
Tuesday.
That
Maybe
time of year.
Tuesday they're going to go up.
Taco Tuesday.
Well, I gotta wait. I ordered some pins
I've had some, I like
instead of putting bolts. And
Oh.
So I got actual clevis pins.
Okay.
With you put a pin through there and you put a cotter in
Freaking
it. That
cotter
way,
pin.
because we're always losing nuts and people unscrew them.
I hate when I lose nuts.
I hate it. So
Sure.
yep, we're gonna make her till next week without.
Okay.
That way we'll be
it too.
watertight and be warmer. It's not that bad now.
No, it's been great.
National.
Cigars International.
I'm glad they're talking about shit over there. Why
Yeah.
sidebar fucking talking while we're doing a podcast.
I know, seriously.
Still my favorite.
He doesn't realize we can still hear him. Yeah, even though his earphones are off.
We can't hear each other. So fuck you.
Yeah, it doesn't
Anyways,
matter.
fuck those guys.
Yeah, fuck those guys. They don't even exist. Fuck them.
We
So-
don't carry those.
Yeah, so we're an hour and 47 minutes in.
That's
so,
about our normal. We go about 2 hours.
Yeah.
Tid.
Yeah, now that Roy doesn't have his headphones on, hey, fuck Kamal Harris. So,
Yeah.
that's,
Yeah, I don't. You know, the polls are not looking good for old Cammy.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Cammy's not looking
It all
good.
depends. I got a call last night from a poller.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, she sounded pretty hot on the phone too. And like was from like the United States.
Was probably a dude.
No, it was a chick.
Oh, yeah? You sure?
Yeah, and this was like I was like her very first phone call ever.
Oh, so
And-
so they're running them Craigslist ads right now for phone solicitors right now.
And
so.
we were talking. She wanted to know what my opinion on 118 for here in the state of Oregon. I said, well, first of all,
No.
I don't. I go, I'm voting in big no on that
Was
one.
this a phone survey?
Yeah, it was a phone
They
survey
called
last
me
night.
yesterday, and I'm like, hello, and there's nothing, and then I'm already ready to click, and then about the time I'm ready to hang up, hi, this is so and so with a phone survey and a poll for. I'm like, click. I didn't get to the point of what the poll was concerned.
No, because it was, she was professional enough but new. And I go, okay, I'm in. It took me like 5 minutes on the phone and about 118 and my opinion on it. And she's like, well, why would you vote no on it? And I say some shit like, tired of giving our money away, that they don't deserve.
Like, yeah, the question should be, why would you want to vote yes?
Exactly. So this was definitely in the they were looking for your yes instead of the no, and I was all no.
This is about the
The corporate tax, yeah.
Corporate, the
Huge corporate tax.
on gross.
gross income
revenue,
tax.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because we want companies to stay in Oregon,
Yeah.
not move to Texas. Or,
You think if
Arizona.
like Nike had to pay 30-40% of tax
They're
on their
gone.
gross?
Intel, Nike. I mean, they're all gone.
Right.
Everyone's gone. They're the only two we have left, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
but it wouldn't be just because
realistic.
it's anybody that does more than 25 million in sales. So you look at the Lithia Group.
well,
Yeah, they're gone.
car sales, anybody.
Anybody that does more than 25 million,
Actually,
which you've got our trucking companies, our
That put
shipping
me-
companies.
I moved my
Shit like
company
that.
out of Oregon at that point.
Yeah.
Our attorney posted a opinion on it.
Yeah.
25.
Did you read that? Did you read that, Roy?
Mr. Cobble?
Yes. Christopher. And, he's a pretty well-informed individual.
Yeah.
Doesn't
And
like the idea either.
no, he doesn't like the idea because, he makes that kind of money. So his opinion was very short. Lots of people don't understand 118 and just how horrid it is. On its face, it sounds great. Tax super rich and give everyone in Oregon a check every year based on the amount collected. But this is a tax on gross income. That is a massive tax increase. A small
huge.
farm, a small farm may generate 2 to 3 million in gross revenue, but make little in actual profit. Same as grocery stores, car sales. Sorry, JJ.
Yeah, you figure a company that
yeah,
does a 4%, like car lot,
Right.
car
If-
system, they're making 4 or 5% margins.
Yeah, if
but they
that.
do a shit ton of volume.
So grocery stores, grocery stores would be the same
Yeah,
way.
same
Car sales, wineries. If you have a 3% tax on $2 million in gross revenues, that's $60,000. If you made $200,000 in profit, you would lose $60,000. And that additional tax, which is simply unaffordable, that's a 30% effective tax rate. Please vote no. It's not a tax on the rich. It's a massive tax on those who own farms, restaurants, and other mid-sized businesses.
That'd put me out of business.
Absolutely.
Well,
I
it's
don't-
and
I
it's
don't make-
and it's not just
And it's not
just
uncommon
that.
for a restaurant to do $2 million if you're a busy restaurant.
Easy.
You would go broke,
Yeah,
Dan.
you'd go broke.
Yeah.
Well, but and it's not just that; it's the compound effect to where if you've got a supplier, a farm that is now getting taxed, they're going to raise their prices. Now the trucking company that's moving that shit from the farm to the thing,
Raise
who's doing over
prices.
25 million, they're getting taxed
Right,
on it. They're
exactly.
increased. So by the time that product gets to fucking Albertsons,
Yeah.
we're paying 60%
Not
more.
affordable.
Right.
Well, then
Yeah.
they're not buying it, so now the volume goes down.
Yeah.
Right.
So
And you got to pass it on to your consumer.
Well,
Yeah.
somebody
It's-
asked me the other day,
it's a domino
why,
effect.
why do I pay cash instead of using my card? I said, because the cash is going to stay.
Yeah.
Every time you use a fucking card, you're losing 5 to 6%.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And
We
so-
do.
Yeah,
Right,
absolutely.
it's horrible. It's horrible.
Yeah.
Well, on top of everything,
I pay cash for all kinds of shit.
See, it goes on and on. I mean, in the same way that it's going to domino affect the cost of everything going up, it's the same thing when you drop all those rates. Everything, all the profits go up, and so all the prices go down, all the shipping go down. All of a sudden, trucking becomes negligent because now they're trying to compete for pricing.
Yeah.
Because then now they have to do more volume, so they have to
Yep.
increase what they've got going on. So everything's going down, and then the price goes down, and guess what? Everyone's richer.
Yep.
What it boils
You know,
down
that's
to
why it's
Exactly.
always worked.
is
That's why
the
this
social-
deregulation works so much better than regulating and taxation.
Well, and so
socialism.
So what? I mean, I've never read enough on the 118 just because as soon as it said on gross revenue,
Yeah.
I stopped reading. What was the beneficiary? Did it just go to the general fund or where's-
No, they want to cut everybody in the state of Oregon $1,600 if the revenue generates X amount of
a year or a month?
a year.
What is that going to do?
Yeah, there's probably some
if you
breakdown where
qualify.
you don't. Yeah, you won't qualify. and
I won't qualify. Fuck no.
No, none of us will qualify.
No, nobody
We'll
that
be-
we
we're
know that
paying
work
into it.
will
Qualify
qualify.
to pay the fucking bill. You don't qualify to get the fucking money.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, these homeless encampments that we have all over here.
They would
My
get it.
God, have you seen them?
That's horrible.
Do you know there's 2 of them in downtown now?
Yeah, they're
James-
supposed to be closing down the UN camp
they're
there
supposed
on
to
8.
they're supposed supposed to move it to next to the police station.
And they did.
Did they move it?
Yeah, it's all moved up from
Is
what
it
I hear.
moved now?
They're
Well,
supposed to
thank
be
God.
moving
You know,
I can
they.
call my place
You know what that's done to my place?
it's.
I'm kicking people out.
Oh yeah,
I've
you're
had-
getting.
I'm kindly escorting people out.
I had to do one
Every
this
day.
morning, right outside, and
I yelled
there was
at-
5 of them last week.
There was
I mean, I've seen them more now hanging out on the streets.
Yeah.
And they're just
How do you think- how do you-
ratty
So,
people.
so my best friend owns Copeland Sand and Gravel.
yeah.
And they have the homeless encampment behind there. I've almost killed 2 or 3 of them on accident. I mean,
Wow. Yeah.
accidentally missed them, but I mean, they, driving in there. I mean, they're camped out. They're here. They no regular. I'm driving past there just in the evening.
Well, and they're doing nonstop drug deals right
Nonstop,
there, right
everywhere.
there. It's just open, out in the open. Just
open.
fucking. John was saying it. Fucking just.
Yeah.
He's like right outside on the street.
Yeah.
They've got a constant flow of cars that pull up, and they're just out of because they've got that giant camera in the middle of the compound. So they park on the outside, just out of camera range, behind the freaking semi trucks or whatever
Yeah.
they're parked there. People come, constant flow of people coming out.
It's
There's a
nonstop
video
flow.
going on. There's a guy that probably leases land from the Copelands. You got the truck.
The truck guy, yeah.
And he had a video.
I saw that.
Yeah, I did.
And they were doing it right there on,
Right
on
there.
those fucking Jersey
Oh,
barriers
dude
right there.
was smoking a freaking
Crack pipe right there.
Well, the crack pipe
Whatever.
was made out of tinfoil, but they take the tinfoil and they put their shit in it and they heat the bottom of it up and they're huffing the fumes out
Was
of
it
it.
here we were talking about the guys that got caught that were underneath the trailer?
Yeah,
They're
same
doing-
same place, same area.
Yeah.
it was,
Yeah.
Underneath the trailer. shooting
Yeah,
up.
inside the trailer, it wasn't a belly dump. Yeah, there's like 6 of them that crawled in there. It's like, come on, man.
Well, and what you did is by putting it there, it gave him so many options to hide with Copeland's right there. I mean, they got so
and
many
It's horrible
fucking
on those
places.
business owners.
And the
Terrible.
all the associated
And his
businesses.
trucks, they lock up the thing, but a lot of times the key, and they have a fits all. They have a general key, so everyone can have a key to the vehicle and stuff
Yeah.
like that. It's easy
Yeah.
to fucking hijack. I mean, I don't need.
So why aren't we having a group, or not a group, because that would be militia style? City cops. There should be 2 city cops with their ass parked down there.
Oh, we don't
I would
have the-
drive in that fucking
We
gate.
don't
and
have
park
the funds for that.
We
don't
have
have
the
the
fun
funds
for them
for
to
that.
sit over on the corner of
So
7th.
we don't have the funds for that.
Oh well, they're sitting there.
We don't have
not-
the funds for that.
Brought to you
We
by.
don't have the funds for that.
There should be 2 of them sitting down in the middle of that fucking field with their patrol car, walking around, and
nonstop.
you do it for a week.
It's
You
not
do-
illegal.
Why isn't it illegal? Is it violating their right?
Yeah, we.
That's
drugs
funny. I
are
fucking
legal.
pay for
drugs,
it.
Drugs are legal.
No,
not
they
anymore.
changed it back.
No, they changed it back.
They repealed it.
But no, we're not looking for arrest. We're looking at making it so difficult for them to exist.
Yes.
Of being there doing that shit.
They'll go to Medford.
Done.
Yeah,
Load
you
them
know?
up.
That's what we did for all the years prior to the last 3 years or 4 years, whatever.
Yeah, whatever it is. Yeah.
That's what it used to be. They just made it difficult. They cracked down on it. Now they're over here. They're hanging out with them. I mean, every day I drive home, the one across the bridge where they're not supposed to be now, and they're cops. They're always with these homeless people, man. It's
There's one on 7th and A, and there's one at 6th and A.
Yeah.
It's behind where the
Well,
old,
I guess where the
place was.
A1 exterminator was.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
guess
yeah,
The
they
city,
tore- they
the
tore
city
the-
bought that apparently
tore
and
down
tore
the
that building.
Yeah, they tore it down and then they put it in a.
They gravel parking lot it and put fencing around it and porta shitters and bathrooms and a camera
right across the street.
right next to the cop shop. What better place to do drugs than right next to the cop shop? Because they're not going to walk out there and go.
They drive past it. They just drive on out. I watched them drive.
Yeah, they drive out of the parking lot. They're not.
They
I
don't have
mean,
to do the paperwork.
No, because they know they can't do shit about it.
Yeah.
And then Millie's right across the street.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
The old Millie's.
The old Millie's.
oh yeah, he went
I
there yesterday.
Yeah, I heard.
Big block.
I heard it's pretty spendy.
Oh, it's relative.
Within-
I
I
mean,
don't
it's
know.
more
I've never
expensive
been
than
in.
Casablanca, but it's
Coffee and Grill, corner of 6th and D Street.
Yeah.
cheapest
Grants
place in
Pass,
town.
Best,
Least
best.
Sponsor of Three Guys and Sometimes Bob.
Sometimes.
But no, it was.
Sometimes sponsor of Three
Sometimes
Guys and
sponsor.
Sometimes
They
Bob.
had a great grilled cheese. I have to say, my son got a grilled cheese. It was American cheese
And bread?
sourdough,
They had sourdough. Wow.
and it was perfectly grilled. My son even said, "They didn't burn it too much, Dad." You know,
He's like, not like I get it home.
I made a grilled cheese sandwich last
it's
night.
way better than Mom's. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
But
She
yeah,
doesn't listen to this.
She probably
Does she even
should.
know it exists?
Please don't tell.
No, I'm not. Nope.
Yeah, you're
Not
fit,
gonna do
yeah.
that. Bro code. Yeah.
Yeah. Bros before hoes,
Until
right?
you actually
Not calling your wife a hoe.
I'm just saying.
Not
Not
calling the
me.
wife
Very
that.
kind to your wife.
until you
Except for Michael. You had Michael on the phone there. That wasn't.
I was kind to her. I just asked pointed questions. Is she gonna get birthday dick?
Yeah, probably not because we've been married for so long it doesn't count no more.
Oh, well, okay. Yeah, the
Let's
big
see
tongue,
that
the
thing, man.
fat tongue.
He's impressed with my
Big
tongue, I
fat.
guess.
Well, he's got some fucking. He's got
Look
some.
at that thing. Look at he's sucking out. Look at
He's wanting to do gay porn with you. Is that,
Midget gay porn.
that's the way it talks to the front
neither
of your
one of
teeth.
them
It's so
qualifies
bad.
Well, there's a
Tall
story
midgets.
behind that.
Tall midgets.
of the midget porn.
No, not midget porn. Why I had that list.
The midget porn list.
Yeah.
It just really sounds like this tongue
No,
is so
when I was
fat
a-
in the mouth that you can't talk with it.
When I was a kid, I fell out of bed and I caught my front teeth on the metal rail of an old bed and ripped all my front teeth out.
Okay, but your tongue is still
I
so
know.
big, it maybe fits in your
it-
mouth.
Okay, first
It
off,
screwed
I've
it all
known
up.
G for a few years now, and I've never noticed the size of his tongue.
Yeah.
How the fuck are you paying attention to him?
Because he's
the way he
upset.
talks, it sounds like his
Well,
tongue
but it
is
doesn't mean
fucking
he's
I can't help it. I'm sorry.
I'm not making fun of you. I love you, G. I'm just saying, you have a big fucking tongue.
I'm gonna go get some more water. You want some more water?
Yeah. A little ice water would be great. Thank you.
A little
I'm
ice?
going to have to get.
Okay, you.
Yeah.
I can go. Okay, good. Well, you guys take care.
All right. Well,
I got
see you
shit I
later
need to
on.
do.
Without the habanero.
Without the habanero. I got to get a hold of Joey today, too.
Oh yeah, you better give him a call.
Finalize some shit with him.
Yeah, that's coming up pretty quick.
It is. A couple, 3 weeks.
Yeah, 2
2
weeks.
weeks.
Well, today's the 15th.
Trip down to Vegas.
Nice.
Yeah. For Big Smoke.
Good for you.
All right, I'm going to go get rid of this and that. Everybody have a great one.
See you tonight.
Yes, Roy.
You will.
What's tonight?
Having a little birthday party for Rhonda over at Casa. You're welcome to come.
Yeah, Eric said he was invited.
I'm sure he is. Good, he could pay for the
He already
bill.
told me, he's like, oh, I got a party tonight. I'm like, we're out. He's like, don't worry about it.
That's funny.
left me out.
My wife doesn't even know that there's a party, so maybe I'm not invited.
They didn't say Casa. Is it the Milagros or something like that?
No, it's Casa.
He's going somewhere else, I guess.
Well, you're more than welcome to
I
come
talked
by.
to your wife. Casa. We're gonna crash that party.
Yeah, crash it.
I like Casa. Do you have the back room rented or something?
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, one of our
They're
friends.
expensive, you know. You know, you could have done a Casablanca, saved yourself some money. Had better food.
Yeah, but there's going to be like 40 people there next time.
It's easy.
And
We have
keep
seating
your
for
distance
100.
in
Thank you very much.
All right, see you later on.
Everybody.
Yeah.
You.
No, it was set up by one of our
They're,
girlfriends.
they're
So.
really expensive too. The cocktails
take care.
over there.
Oh yeah, everything's expensive.
My parents, who can do what they want. We were going to dinner. We were going to go to Mexican. But how about Mexican food with my boys? My wife was out of town for a day or two, and I was up there. Like, yeah, let's go to Mexican. I love it. We always go down to Taqueria. And my dad instantly says, I mentioned another place, which I actually like the other place much better. And he goes, Taqueria. My dad's simple.
Well,
man.
you guys over here, they're
He's a
way
simple
more
man.
expensive than that one.
He's a simple man. It's not the cost of the food; it's the cost of the drinks. My dad wants a margarita, and he typically gets a shot on the side because he wants to make it strong.
Right.
And then when he's done with the margarita, he takes a cold beer and he pours it over the ice on the margarita, and he
Okay.
drinks it. Well, he just likes Cuervo. He likes a Cuervo margarita. Just not Cuervo, not
Not gold or-
1800. He
yeah,
wants
yeah.
Cuervo Gold, the cheapest
The
shit.
one that
you can buy.
Cadillac or
no one
anything.
buy no, just a regular Cuervo Gold margarita. And it's like $26. They charge him, $14 or $16
Yeah.
for the margarita, and then they charge him $12 for the shots, like a $28 drink, and then the beer, to go on. And he's just like, it's just out of control, the pricing over there. I'm like, I get it, but
Cost shit.
well, yeah, but my margaritas are $10, and you get a double, and it's $15.
Right.
We charge, if you get a double, it's instead of charging you double the price, we charge you 50% more.
That's the difference.
Because the first price is including labor,
Right,
Your
right.
air, your everything that you've got, the glass, the washing, everything
Yeah,
that goes
yeah.
in with it is included in that first drink. So that's
Right.
the initial pot. But then the booze is the inexpensive side of it,
Yes,
theoretically,
yes.
realistically, and so you charge a little bit more than the booze costs you to put it in there to make the drink. It doesn't take any more effort, and then it makes the drink. You're still making money on the drink, and it makes it reasonable. And then they may have 2 doubles,
Right. Right.
instead of just 1, But I see the concept. If you sell 1 double, you make the same as you make
Right.
2.
But you're only gonna sell one.
Well, right, but here's the thing. So let's say I only sell 1 double, and they sell 1 double, and they make double the price. They've got double the profit, but if the person doesn't come back,
yeah.
then what do you?
Well, just like we were talking a couple weeks ago about the golf course.
Yeah.
When I bought that double Bailey's and coffee,
Yeah.
$18 Did I go back in and get another one at the turn?
Yeah.
No, I did not.
Did you order another one the next time you went out?
Nope.
Nope. Exactly.
No, I'm not gonna play that game. And
that's
I'm not I can afford it. I'm not a cheap ass.
I had a guy come in the other day. He's from St. Louis, and he was in D.C. and he was in Baltimore, and he's worked for companies all over the East Coast, and now he's in St. Louis, and he's working for another company locally here. So he travels back and forth, and he came in and he was an Indian fellow.
So you're
Super-
saying he's like IT kind.
He was, research and development actually in this company,
Okay.
but he's super cool. I mean, I really like the guy.
Okay.
But he was very quiet, very professional. I've seen him in there 2 or 3 different times, and then one night he ended up staying late, and I was closing, and so we ended up visiting a little bit, and he kind of opened up and got to see the real person who he was, which was completely different than the person you would have thought he was.
Sure.
And he goes like, so he orders a shot of the Basil Hayden. I've got all Basil Hayden.
Yeah, yeah,
there,
yeah.
And he's like, what? I'm like, well, it's $12. He goes, he couldn't believe it. He's like,
Yeah, that's
"Fuck."
cheap.
I go, yeah, everything up there. I mean, even the Wellers is $14. It's hard to get stuff, but our cost it's not very
Right,
much. It's
right.
$49 for a bottle of Wellers. Yeah, you might only get 2 or 3 a year.
Right. Just
But I'm
because you only get 2 or 3 a year doesn't dictate the price that you need to charge $50 a shot.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
And so I'm like, he's like, he goes, and then he's had some cocktails, and he had some bourbons, and he had some different things, and we sat there and visited, and he's just like, man, he goes, St. Louis, he goes, it's $22 for just
Yeah.
one drink.
Yeah.
It's not uncommon, and that's not even top shelf.
Right.
At the top shelf, you're like a $40, 50, it could be $60 for a cocktail if I go out and buy these drinks for people. And
Nope, not gonna do it.
he's like, I can't. I'm coming here. But he appreciates it when you
Absolutely. I hear it all the time. I hear it all the time.
It's just, I don't know, business sense, but
Well, because you want more people to come back. That's the whole thing. You're going to make it
there
up.
might be something else going on with these businesses that have multiple locations, and maybe they just don't need the volume. Maybe they
maybe they
something
don't.
else,
But eventually catch up to them. Yeah, eventually catches up to them. Hey, they got that new place that opened up down there, the old DMV.
Yeah, they're starting.
Yeah,
Yeah, I saw a little clip on that. Who was promoting it?
Anybody that we know? Well, that might be an off-air conversation.
What's the gentleman that's running for county commissioner? That you see everywhere?
Chris Barnett?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
he put a whole reel. He did a whole
yeah. I mean,
thing for them.
he's
little
promoting
promotion
everybody.
stuff. Well, I know he's promoting.
He
He's a
should come down and
politician.
promote you.
He's there every day.
Yeah, he's there all.
3
Yeah,
or 4 times a day.
That's where he
actually.
does his meetings with.
Yeah, he
with,
does all his meetings
yeah.
with all the people he's trying to get money from.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know. I don't know what his plan is. All I know about Chris Barnett is
He's a politician.
he lied to
That-
my wife. So
Then that
how does that work?
That sets the tone.
Put my wife in danger. He's a realtor,
Yeah.
and she,
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
She
Yeah.
called and asked him about a property that's out in Selma in a sketchy area that said it had kind of some rough
Neighbors?
inhabitants. No, of the property that was
Oh.
up for sale.
Okay.
And so she was heading out there with a client by herself, wanting to know if I needed to go with her, and called him and. Boldface lied to her, saying, "Oh, there's been multiple realtors out there. It's totally safe, no problem whatsoever." And she gets out there, and there's meth heads and sketchy people, and this unruly squatter that was on the property come and meets them at the gate. My wife, of course, being my wife, makes friends with them and they wanted her to represent them to take over the house, because they're living there. It was an interesting thing, but I mean, at the same time, And the people she went with, were carriers and gun toters. So
Well, that's
they
good.
and her husband was with them. So it was a little bit more. She had some,
Right, but he
some
should
kind of
have
backup.
known the property.
At least give him
But-
a heads up.
No, just bald faced.
Is your wife still doing real estate?
Yeah.
Then why isn't she using Rhonda then?
Well,
I mean,
hey.
if Eric's got to talk to her, I suppose that's fine.
she works with the company. I'll you know what? Do you have Rhonda's card?
No,
Okay.
no,
I'll
you,
give her
you got her.
Rhonda's number.
You got her number.
I'll
Do you,
give-
do you got Tiffany's
Everybody's
card?
got her number.
Do you got Tiffany's card? Oh, you fucking do.
I didn't until yesterday. I found one. I put it in my wallet.
I gotta take You guys continue.
That's for Rhonda. You can give it to her.
Oh yeah, you definitely outkicked your coverage.
Yeah. Yeah.
If anybody doesn't know, my wife is beautiful.
She is.
Very lucky, man.
Yeah, I'm like, did she owe you money or something? What? What the hell are you doing? You trying to stretch or what? I mean, fucking.
My wife is fabulous.
No, your wife is amazing.
Yes. Everyone loves my wife.
And she gives you 2 amazing kids.
The most,
Dude, your kids are awesome.
my kids, I was looking at my phone and look at this, Mike. So I don't know if people know, if you have an iPhone, your screensaver can be set to shuffle. I don't know how to do it. It just randomly happened one time. Yeah. And so all the photos I had for my screensaver were of my children. And so every 2 or 3 times I open my phone, I get a new picture and it sends me this one. That's Elijah.
Oh, shit.
Right?
That's old picture,
That's
Dad.
old picture
That's
of
old
Elijah.
picture.
He's probably
He looks just like Ezra.
3 or 4.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's just so, and it brings back all these memories of, he's 7 or going on 8.
So is that a Seattle Seahawks jacket he's got on?
Hell no.
That's what. Look at the colors.
Yeah, I see the colors.
I
It's
mean, I'm
not.
just
It's the
saying.
Oregon Ducks. It's not a CLC.
That's a different green.
I'm not a Seattle Seahawks.
I'm not saying you are,
I
but
might live up
maybe
here.
maybe Elijah
I
is.
might support him because they're Pacific Northwest, but I'm not a Seattle Seahawks fan. In fact, I'm no fan. I love the Raiders. I've always loved the Raiders, but I am more of a proponent of watching Dallas and San Francisco lose. Anytime they lose, I'm happy.
America's teams, right
And
there.
I love watching good coaches. I love watching I've never been a Detroit fan. I love the coach. He's fucking phenomenal. The guy is just like salt of the earth. He's got freaking offensive linemen going out for passes. He's got running backs running all over the field. I mean, he's.
I was born just outside of Detroit, so I know what you're saying.
You are?
Yeah, I was born in Dearborn.
Yeah, so you don't know.
Fucking 8 Mile. 8 Mile.
You're born
fucking.
on
You're
8
going
Mile.
back to your alma mater.
Yeah,
Back,
yeah, I was like
we're gonna
fucking-
go see. We're gonna go to the hospital that you were born at.
I was 3 years old when I left there, so I have no fucking
That's what I'm
idea.
saying, yeah.
I mean, but hey, I didn't choose the thug life. Fucking
chose
chose
you.
me. Chose me, yeah. Based on where I was born, I got roots.
No, Dan. No,
course, They're dead, broken roots, but
he's
whatever.
like kind of like the Irish mobster, but he's not Irish. He's German.
German mobster.
The
yeah.
German
Hey,
mobster.
I'm German too.
But what's this whole German thing you got going on?
What
You got
the
Bob.
I don't know. He just landed on Germany, I guess.
Well, he was born in Germany.
Well, Bob
was born.
Bob defected from Germany.
Yeah, he escaped. Well, so
How
did
many
he.
German
I
viewers
think,
do we have?
I think
Quite a bit,
no?
Yeah, but he left after the war.
Right after,
Right, like right at the end, like right when it was
getting ready
liberated.
it was getting ready to turn into Nazi Germany.
I was involved with the family.
The family,
The
or
family.
A family.
Well,
Like the Italian side,
That side,
The Lebanese side?
That's my dad's side of the family in Brooklyn. Okay, that's a different story. But I was involved with a girl whose father was the assistant to the Shah of Iran
Oh wow!
during the
Oh,
fall.
you got Iranian right there when you said Iran.
Iran.
I am Iran.
Iran. So during the fall of when the Shah was kicked out, and he worked for them, and the family was working. Then they lived in Iran, and so
Then they.
I have this whole history and understanding of what went on through that period of time and how things happened.
This and that-
It's very interesting when you start talking about families, and I mean how these families escaped, and how her grandfather, her great grandfather, escaped from Russia originally,
Right.
during the fall of during the Russian Revolution. And he was a general, and he was able to escape and get down into Iran. They found him in Iran. The Iranians did, and basically said, "Hey, you either work for our military and train our military people, or we're going to send you back to get killed." He was on the firing line the day before he was set to be
Fucking executed.
Yeah.
executed, escapes, and he ends up with this traveling band of gypsies that was going down through the country. If you look at, and he ends up in Iran.
Do you have a
And-
wagon?
And so then he ended up
Got a Zoltar machine.
So the family ended up being well-to-do in Iran because they were taking
Because they were taking care of
him.
him.
Wow.
And then and that's our and then the family is absolutely unbelievable.
My
The stories are so deep.
Well, I'm sure,
the
yeah.
grandma during the fall, she was hiding people in her. I mean, they all could have died. Her whole family.
She
could
was
have
like
been
that. What was that? What was that one
Yes,
lady?
the Underground Railroad.
No. But that one lady in Germany, the fucking, she's known for
Helen Keller?
No. I was about to say,
I know who you're
that
talking
one.
about.
But she'd like hid in the fucking basement or whatever,
Yeah.
and
Well, she hid
Was
a
not
lot.
Helen Keller.
She hid a lot of officials that were in the Shah's cabinet, and was able to, with her connections, because she was an importer exporter through Italy and other countries. She had these connections, and so she would hide them, and
Hide them in a
funnel
bunch
them
of- into a bunch of
as
rugs and-
refugees into Italy, into other countries where she was doing business with. I mean, it's this is real shit.
Yeah. No.
Real
My
shit,
sister-in-law's family has got
And they
that
lost
from
everything.
Vietnam.
They lost everything coming over because they had all their wealth and everything was taken. And the father had stayed back to do some stuff, and he was supposed to be in charge of getting the stuff out so they could come to America and actually have something. And when I had met them, they lived in an apartment in Van Nuys. Wow, right?
Different-
And they're just
That's
trying
a bit
to
of
get
a change.
Yes.
not a camel around, you know.
Well, a wealthy. I mean, they all spoke, 6-8 languages.
Yeah,
Italian. I mean, fluent French, Italian. I mean, they're Lebanon. They had this glorious lifestyle, and then they lived in an apartment in Van Nuys, and the girl I was seeing at the time, she went to medical school, and now she's a surgeon. I'm sure they're back all on their feet doing.
You should call her and say hi.
I don't need to call her and say hi. I'm married. I'm happily.
Well, no, I mean that's part of your
But
past.
the grandma,
You see how they're doing.
The grandma,
Bring her on the podcast.
her grandma and I were very close, and it breaks my heart because with my wife, she didn't want me to have any connection with the family, so I did that
Understandable.
out of respect for my wife, and so. But her and I were really close. She was an amazing woman. She was one leg. She had lost her leg for an injury.
Eileen, was her name Eileen?
She just did it. She did
So
more.
what's grandmother in Lebanese?
What?
What's grandmother in Lebanese?
Siti.
Siti?
But she's Iranian. My mom's name's Siti. Siti is grandma.
Okay.
My
German, I believe
my
it's
sister
Oma.
goes by Tata.
By Tata?
Yeah. I said, you named yourself after her body part? That doesn't Tate.
That's exactly what I thought I heard. I'm like,
fair
it's
enough.
Tata.
wasn't going to say that, but
I'm like Stacy. I'm like, that doesn't really work out too well, Tata. I mean, everyone's gonna call you. He's gonna call
That
you
is Stacy, though.
Tainta.
You know,
he gets pissed at you. He's like, Tainta, come here.
when I saw Stacy the other day and I forgot to say, because with her cheek thing,
Yeah.
I forgot to say fucking.
Yeah.
You got something on your cheek?
Stacy, something right here.
She had dog shit on her cheek at
My
church,
sister,
church one day.
My sister was getting ready to go to church. Her dog has got diabetes, and so he's got these health issues.
It crawled up on her
They
face
both
and
eat it.
shit on it?
So the dog shits all over the house. She cleans it all up, and then she goes to church. Well, she's at church. She
It's like, man, I'm
What
just
is
going like
that?
shit around here.
next thing you know, she's kind of like rubbing her cheek, like her thing on her cheek, and then she realizes she smells her finger. she had a little spot of shit on her face.
She had that brush going. Just fucking shit was flying everywhere.
And she's like, "You gotta be kidding me!" She's at church. She's got shit. She's like,
looking for
literally,
dog
I was
shit on her
shit face.
shoes and-
Talk about shit face. That's a whole new level.
Well,
Yeah. Anyway, so
I doubt she'll overhear this, but
no, she won't.
you're going to have to invite the whole family of the,
No, I won't.
betas.
Yeah, no, I
invite
don't
to
think
the
that'd be
podcast.
productive at all.
Speaking of which, guess what?
Talk to me.
My dad was at the '77 World Series with the Dodgers.
What year was that? Oh, sorry.
14 foreheads over
So,
here.
yeah.
Exactly.
So '77 World Series, Dodgers Yankees.
Okay.
He got to go to the game. Still talks about it. I mean, I was 2 years old at the time. And he has a hat from there, an old,
Yeah, the old gay hat, trucker hats.
paperboy hat. Like this.
Fucking with the long brim kind of thing. Yeah.
Payne Stewart
derby,
hat.
yeah.
Derby kind of hat. The
okay.
flat one.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We had it growing up. We used to always play with it, and it was like, this is a schoolhouse hat and everything. He talks about it both. So a couple years ago, Dodgers in the World Series, I wanted to take him down to it. He's like, I don't want to go. Well, he's turning 80 this year.
That's right. You guys are going down this weekend.
Yeah, he's turning 80 October 21st. We talked about getting tickets to a playoff game down there to see
Cool.
and everything else. So my brother bought tickets, so we're going. My dad doesn't know about it yet.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't. He's
Yeah, thank God you doesn't listen to this, but
yeah.
So when you throw him in the car, is he going to figure something's up?
Well,
like, you gotta, like,
When you tell him-
we're
when you
going
tell
to
him
throw
the-
him in a motherfucking plane. I think we're flying down. I believe. I don't know if we're
I-
driving or flying, but we're gonna.
flying would be better.
You know, I think
It's
we'll
faster.
Fly down there.
Last time I checked.
We'll figure it.
And you're going to tell him to pack a bag?
yeah, we're gonna have
With baseball gear?
We'll have to figure it out. I think the plan is like the day before.
Tell him you're going to
have a
Disneyland.
watch party, and then we're gonna fly out. I don't know. My brother's kind of
Nick
organized.
or
Nick's
Matt?
not very organizational, and I'm trying to get some details. I don't even know what the fuck game I'm going to. Game 6, apparently, if it gets there. But it's going to because they lost 1, so they got to go to Game 6, right?
Yeah, I'm not paying
Yeah.
attention, so
So I think we're
it
in,
has to.
right?
I couldn't
You
tell
know?
you who's playing.
The
Dodgers and the Mets.
Dodgers.
The Dodgers and the Mets.
Oh, okay.
And
I'm not gonna
the Cleveland Indians / Guardians.
Are they changing
Cleveland-
names too?
the
Guardians.
Cleveland Indians.
Cleveland Guardians.
Guardians, my ass. It's
Guardians of
it's
what?
The Indians.
The
I don't know,
Galaxy?
fuck if I know.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's what I would think.
Yeah, kind of like the Commanders.
Yeah,
the Washington
yeah,
Commanders.
exactly.
Washington who?
Yeah,
the Washington Redskins?
Yeah, them.
My dad said that too. What do they call themselves? The Commanders? I'm like, they're the Redskins, Dad.
Yeah,
They're
it's the,
fucking
it's,
Redskins.
yeah,
I mean,
it's the opposite.
If you're gonna change the name, change the fucking colors. You know, I mean, who wants crimson?
You left,
yellow,
you
crying
left
out loud, you
everything
know?
the same, and
and
but
took the Indian off the side of the helmet.
yeah,
They call it, what are they? The Commanders?
Yeah, the Commanders. I don't even know what that means.
That needs to be like green. You know,
why?
well, Commanders. You know, isn't that a military thing?
Kind of.
Well,
Should
I mean,
be
there
something
is,
along
yeah.
with the Commanders.
We
Blue.
we have a commander
But
in the Navy.
you can't have crimson. I mean, that's the whole Redskin thing, right?
Yeah, yeah.
They got the color.
Did they
of the
change
Redskins.
Florida? Did they change Florida State's?
Seminoles
the
is still there.
Seminoles?
Seminoles.
Yeah,
still
they still got the feathers and the freaking.
and
And
they
the
do, and the
Indian that
fans
throws
still
the
do
thing
the
in the
fucking
middle.
yeah, they
Yeah.
still do that.
Right.
Well, because
don't
from
They
what
drive with a horse and they throw that some bitch in the
from,
ground.
from
don't
what,
they?
but from what I understand is there is not one native / indigenous
That's pissed
person
off about
that
it.
actually
No.
wanted that to have. It was all entitled white guys.
Yeah.
that fucking
Fuck
wanted.
I
them.
saw an interesting reel about talking about the Indians and where it came from and all this other stuff, and he went into the whole explanation of it, and it was quite. I don't remember it now. I can't really
Because you've had too much
elaborate
water.
on it. No, it wasn't about elaborate. It was how they're not indigenous to this land anyway. That was the point of it. Like they came over from somewhere else. They wasn't their indigenous land anyway, you know, and all these other things. And so the
Well,
fact
but
that they're
to me,
Indian-
it's to me, and from what I understand, and I'm not a fucking giant scholar on anything.
Dan is.
Dan is, but so what? But what I understand is people are pissed off because Columbus and his folks came over and slaughtered a bunch of people to take the land. Okay, but
Fuck that. I'm more pissed off about what we did as the United States to the indigenous people, Indians, whatever you want to call them. We're fucked up. I mean, I listen to the history when I drive home at night. When I drive home at night, I always have like Fox News or Fox Business on my thing. So at night, it turns on to the channel that's playing, and a lot of times it has the history, like it has. It'll either have Civil War or it'll have different types of our histories.
Okay,
it's a show they have on there. I don't know what it's called. It's called and it goes over our history and what we did. And
it's called fuckers killing other fuckers.
Yeah, but many times it's going over what we've done to the Custard and all these people that went through there and they won the West or whatever, and the slaughter of the Indians, and then we put them into a thing, and then we want the land for this and we slaughter them for that. I mean, what we did, it's horrible. It's horrible.
But what I was getting at,
I mean, a lot of times the wars could have been averted by just having communication with them and this and that instead of treating them like
I don't think
like
that,
animals.
at certain times, I don't think. I mean, yes, we were probably not
up.
going, but from what I understand, is they slaughter the Comanches would go slaughter the fucking whatevers and take their land.
They took out our people. They didn't want us there.
No, I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about each other.
Yes,
they would
they
have.
did.
You would
Yes.
have one fucking South Central LA fucking tribe.
Good Indians versus bad Indians.
Go to Oakland and
Right.
take out that
Yes.
tribe and take their land
Yes.
too.
Yeah,
So
correct.
when
Crimson the Bloods.
yeah,
No, I
so
get
it's
it.
so it's when they're talking about we need to give land back to the natives. Well, which tribe? Because
Yeah,
they've all
right.
they've all conquered
Fought
each other
yeah.
also.
No, I
From what
agree. I
understand.
agree 1,000%. But I'm
That's just how
saying that,
nature
like,
was back then.
conflict is necessary when it's necessary, and there is many instances in our history where it wasn't necessary, where we were taking over people that were willing to negotiate and
well, because
and
my
do
God's
something.
better than your God.
Yeah, exactly.
I get it, I understand it, but
Hence
that's the thing.
Iran and Israel.
Iran.
Okay, but
Iran.
Iran. When war is necessary, it's necessary. I'm
It is,
not
hey.
opposed to that.
Casualties of war is a
but we didn't have
motherfucker.
to kill innocent Native Americans, Indians,
No.
whatever you can.
Oh, no,
be.
absolutely not.
You know, women, children, that kind of bullshit. You know, we could have said, hey, okay, here's our negotiations. You're not gonna go negotiate. Get your women and children out. We're gonna fucking kill you. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's not go in there and slaughter, rape, murder, pillage.
Yeah,
you know, that's
yeah.
bullshit. You know,
Well,
that's
But
all
you gotta-
bullshit.
you gotta-
They've been doing that since
You know,
day
war-
one.
But you
War-
got to also look at the time
War is
frame to
ugly.
where people did not think that way. It was my way or the highway
Yeah.
of we are right, you are wrong, and if you don't think you're wrong, then we're gonna fight. And if your wife is there, I'm gonna fuck her, and then I'm gonna kill her and
Wow.
kill you too. Because that's what they did.
It's all Europe's problem.
But the
They're
Indians-
the ones who kind of conquered everyone. Told that's what they did with
Well,
everywhere
'cause
they
that's
went
where the-
to. You know,
the-
they're
the
going to
start
follow
of
our law.
humanity
You're going to pay
was.
our taxes. It all comes down to power and money.
Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah, the queen,
Yeah,
fucking queen,
It
Yeah.
all comes down to religion.
The
yeah,
queen.
those motherfuckers.
the queen.
It's all religion, except for the Indian stuff. That was just.
That was just they just.
I want your 5 acres of hunting ground, and no, you can't have my 5 acres. So I'm going to kill you, and I'm going to put my teepee there, and then build a casino.
They have done right. Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing all right now.
Dude, and I don't know if you've been. I mean, I'm sure you have the gas station side of Seven Feathers over there on the.
Yeah,
other
I don't
side.
typically go over there, but I know it.
Dude, if you want a fucking great sub sandwich,
Oh, they got good food
fucking
there?
A.
Yeah.
Fuck yes.
Hey,
I don't know,
try Big
Brandon,
Box.
you been
Try Big Box sub. I'm curious as how the bread is. I didn't know.
there? I feel like I'm good with the Seven Feathers sub.
we went down Friday. We'll have to hit your place next, but Friday we went down to Papa T's, down to Jimmy's.
Where's
and-
Papa T's?
Jimmy's,
Jimmy's?
driving.
Over here on East Street.
Oh,
the burger
you call it
place.
Papa T's. I like Jimmy's over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does a
For breakfast?
no. We went there for lunch on
Oh.
Friday. A Reuben.
Oh.
His
got a Reuben
Reuben
over
is
there?
solid.
What
You
does
know
he
what?
use
He's
for
got a
bread?
good burger. He's got.
Yeah.
I was over there. He was out there. I take my kids over for burgers.
Yeah.
Once in a while over
Yeah.
there, and Papa T was there, and he was talking to me. And,
He's always there.
I mean,
Yeah, Papa T's
So
solid.
got it.
what does he use for bread for the Reuben?
It was actually rye.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was toasted perfect. It wasn't, sometimes
Yeah.
you get a soggy,
Yeah. Because the
No.
sauerkraut, they don't. You got to dry out the sauerkraut.
Yeah.
You got to dry out the
It was-
sauerkraut. You
it
got
was a
to put it in a
good,
paper
good
towel and
Reuben.
squeeze it.
I want the West.
You'll have to try that next, Dan.
No, I don't.
I like
Reuben.
juicy sauerkraut.
If you like Reubens.
Of course you do.
anything juicy.
I
Yeah.
like. I like.
Oh,
my-
it was
You
juicy.
like juicy?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. See.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I want to dry.
I'm okay with it because it's always crunchy on the top and then soggy on the middle.
Nope, wasn't
I mean,
soggy in
it's
the
just-
middle. No,
I'm
it
just
was
saying.
solid. It was solid.
Crunchy on the top, soggy in the middle.
Are we
you
still
know what I'm
talking
saying?
about a Reuben?
Yeah.
Just whatever. I don't know.
But crunchy on top's a little funky if you're talking about that.
Wow.
That
You know what I
just,
mean?
Yeah,
that
that's.
just turned a little weird.
Yeah, it did absolutely.
Dude, I don't know what. Never mind. Anyways,
So
now that Roy's gone, let's talk about fucking politics.
Oh, I started to, and I was
I
like,
listened to my rant last week.
Oh, did you?
Oh fuck, I was hot.
"What were you on? What was it?"
I was fucking rant. It was on the love those guys.
Maybe that's why we lost a follower.
Maybe it very well could have been. I was definitely on
yeah,
the
but
right.
who cares? you know?
No, it just their whole political view on the way things are and how Trump is going to ruin the world and
What am I supposed to do with that?
I don't think that you can plug
Is
that
there
in over there.
Well, I mean, I got a USB. I don't know if it charges, but fuck it. No,
Well, not no more. We don't have a freaking card now.
no, it's a different USB.
Oh,
Is it?
It's a baby.
I don't
side.
know if
It's the
we
gay.
got-
one. I've got the gay one.
got the gay one.
You got.
Yeah, it
Well,
would.
maybe
You'd have
not.
to listen to what it. I don't actually remember what it was about, but
Opposite way.
well, yeah, you can't go that route with it. But now, what the fuck's he supposed to do?
I mean, a double.
Oh, shit! I just saw it. I'm like, it fucking fits. What do you mean the wrong way?
Yeah,
That's
wrong
on
way.
you then.
Swinging. Yeah.
You went gay, so
Yeah, it was just the pure fact of how they think that Trump's going to ruin the world. And,
well, the thing is, if he was going to, he would have done it the
Done
first
it,
time
yeah,
around.
So when I came in,
Absolutely.
he was having an interview, and some interviewer had an English accent, and he was asking these questions, and Trump was on one. he was just on. The guy's trying to get some stuff out of Trump,
Yeah.
and he's just like, no, and this and that, and then he's like, and then one of the questions was, he goes, you talk about your business owners and this and that. Would you hire a CEO who was 76 years old or however old Trump is, And he goes, actually, and he goes, instead going on, and then he talks about the owner of Home Depot. He goes, the owner of Home Depot, 95 years old. And he goes, I'll tell you right now, that guy
Fucker's
is
solid,
as sharp
yeah.
at 95 as he was at 70, 60, 50. He goes, that guy knows what he's doing. He's on about, he goes, I'm not hiring. He goes, I'm not hiring on your age. I'm hiring on your intelligence.
Fucking ability,
your ability,
Right.
And he goes, there's many people. He goes, I know a guy who's a complete failure his whole life. And he made all his, and he's a billionaire, and he made all his money from 80 to 90,
Yeah.
And he goes, he was like, Trump, he doesn't hold anything back.
Yeah.
He's hard. And he's like, the guy was a failure until 80. I'm like, that's pretty harsh.
He
But-
puts it out there,
yeah.
but I can't remember what I was just pissed. It was just one of those moments.
Well, it was more of a the direction the economy was going and thing like from what I remember.
Yeah. They
And it's just because they're oblivious to it, and it's
I don't know how anybody is oblivious to this bullshit that's going on.
Well,
I don't get it.
Their biggest thing that needs to be repeated is Kamala talking about what she's going to do.
But she doesn't.
But she doesn't.
You're in power. Do it now.
Yeah, you've got influence.
now.
You got influence over that guy, that ice cream
Sign
guy.
your name. Influence the big guy.
Yeah.
Whatever needs to be done, do it.
Yeah.
Do
Should
something.
have done something about a long time.
Yeah.
And what she's referring back to everything
Fuck,
that
you've
she
been in
says
there.
she's
Now,
gonna
what's
do.
been 2 months now since she's been the electorate?
And she's been more presidential.
Yeah.
Do something.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Nope. We got
Ridiculous.
issues, and people are still following right along.
They just follow
the-
right along. And Trump Harris.
because they're not voting for Kamala. They're voting against Trump.
Exactly. And
I'll give you a little. We were golfing the other day, and
we're at.
it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Rogue Valley.
Oh, okay.
And so
now they're
I'm walking
unofficial
down, and
sponsors,
there's a by one of these holes. They had the Kamala Harris thing on their fence line, over there. So I tell the, I said, "Watch this."
How tall was the fence?
Wow, like that, huh?
On the side.
So for those that are listening, Andy did this.
Yeah.
He pretended like he whipped his
But I went
fucking
over and just
baby
pissed all
snake
over.
out.
Okay.
I'm like, what the fuck is? You can't be out here now with that on your fucking yard.
Yeah, I don't put any yard signs up.
Well, I don't understand the purpose of that. What? Okay, so, and you know what? I don't care. This country is built on freedom of choice, freedom of speech, freedom, all
That's
that.
why we fought wars.
And so you can put a sign out if you want to, but what does that? All you're doing is saying, I like this person, and that's great.
Yeah.
But it doesn't change my. Who are you trying to change somebody's mind? Are you?
I guess.
I mean,
Trying to show how stupid.
how much money are they spending on fucking signs?
right. The crazy thing about it, especially when it comes to presidential elections.
Signs have a purpose. My niece.
I think
my
local
niece-
elections
Local
they do.
elections,
Local
it
elections they
does.
do. Absolutely. Presidential elections, fuck no.
My niece was had this renter. She rented this room in this house. Young girls, they're all in their 20s, whatever. And
Was there webcams in all the corners?
yeah, there was actually.
Okay.
Anyway, it's my niece.
You got
Oh,
You got the link for that?
So,
or-
so
Do I know this niece?
No. Yes, you do happen to know this niece.
Is that the one that's
Yes.
just got her license?
Yes.
Okay.
And so she has this room, and
'Cause she's hot,
Her
so-
roommate,
Cool.
the person who owns the house, completely ignores any of her privacy. She goes in her room, she puts stuff on her bed, and like mail comes in. Instead of just putting on this counter and saying, "Hey, text message, hey, you got mail," and so I put it on the bar. And she's asked her numerous times to, respect her privacy.
Sure.
fucking
One time
locking
she's in a
doorknob.
room with her boyfriend and she just walks on in, no knock, just walks
Oh.
on in to give her something or do something or whatever. Or drop her laundry off, like her laundry was left in the dryer and she put it in her room on her bed instead of putting it outside of her door. Zero respect for her privacy. And it's just multiple times of being kind and talking to her and asking her about it. I mean, this girl's just a fucking bitch. And so finally she's just had it and she just doesn't know what to do, and I'm just like, you're big enough, you can have your own place, you just need to bite the bullet and pay for it. You can afford it, just do it.
Yeah.
So anyway, she realized it's time to go, and so she ends up meeting another person at work, and she has a house, and she's gonna move into her house and everything. So she tells me the story. So she's like, okay, I've got a date. I'm moving out. So she's been in the process of moving, and she tells me this. She goes, Andy, she goes, it was just amazing. She was like, I have my car loaded up. I got everything out there, and I'm leaving the house that I live in. And as I'm driving out, I look over and I see this Kamala and Walt's sign in front of her friend's house that she's renting the room from, you know, and she drives to the other house out in the country a little bit, you know, out of the way, and as she pulls up to the house, she sees this big Trump sign in front of it, and she's like, it was just like a breath of fresh air, like a new beginning, a new start, and everything. So the signs have their place. What I'm trying to say.
Well, and I get the freedom of speech, but I think most people put it out there because, like.
And I'm okay with that. If you want to put it out there, put it out there.
No, I do too. I have no problem with it. But I'm thinking, what do you think you're going to gain by doing it? You know, because in today's political age, first off, it's going to make you a target.
Yeah.
And
on either side,
you may think that by you putting, if my neighbor, which they won't, will puts a frickin' Harris Walsh sign up. Are you thinking that you're gonna change my mind? No.
No.
I got a neighbor across the street from me that had one on their fence, and we noticed it walking by going to the fair. So this is back in August.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Rhonda looking goes, look at that, and I go, well, it's theirs. I mean, I don't like it. I don't like it. And she's like, well, we need to go get a bunch of Trump signs and put them out in front of our property. I go,
nope.
We are a supporter, but
nope.
All that does is just open up a turf war.
Yeah.
And then someone's going to come by and steal my shit, and I'm going to get pissed, and they're going to knock it down or piss on it or whatever.
Yeah.
But, a couple days later, that sign was gone.
Yeah.
And there was another one up. And a couple days later, that sign was gone. So someone was obviously going by and going, fuck this. I'm pulling it out, off the
So
property.
there was a I don't remember who. I was listening to Joe Rogan. I don't remember who the guest was, but he was talking about somebody was able to pull data because there was rumors or reports that there was lines of buses for Kamala's.
Oh, there's
rally.
more to that. There is more to it.
This guy was able to pull metadata from phones.
Cell phone. I saw that. I saw that TikTok.
It turned out that
crazy.
That like something like 80%. This is like rallies that are on the East Coast, and like 80% of the cell phones that were there were from like Arizona, New Mexico, which places nowhere near where the rally were not residents.
Actually, it happened out at the Arizona rally that she did.
Or maybe that was what. Yeah,
and then there were like from Detroit, Chicago,
everywhere.
and Illinois,
and they also said that out of if you picked a particular rally, and they pulled the metadata from the phones from that rally, that those phones were also at like 4 other rallies.
Yeah.
So they were being bussed around because they have, and there was the guy.
1,000%.
Well, the guy was talking about.
Trump says they're fucking crooks.
No, the guy was talking about it. He's like, I've been an entertainment thing, and it's where you're doing
life.
No, but if you're doing a show, you pay people to be an audience.
Yeah.
And that's and from what he understands, these agencies that supply the audiences are now supplying them for political rallies. So they're paying people minimum wage.
What's the guy that's paying for all that stuff? What's
Soros?
George
Soros, yeah.
Soros and his son. Yeah. So one of my business partners that I have on a property was at the Arizona rally that Trump just did, and I told him I had to make a deposit because our renters paid and everything, and he's like thank you, and I said, hey, went to the Trump rally on Sunday in Arizona, and he goes, it was fucking cool as fuck.
Yeah.
And he goes, and I said, that's fucking awesome. I'm praying every day. And he goes, me too. He goes, brother, and the biggest message he was trying to relay to everyone was to vote as early as you can, because the later you wait to vote is when they can somehow manipulate the votes and manipulate them. So tell everyone you know to vote early as they can, as long as they're Trump supporters. And also drop your ballot at the ballot box and don't put it in the mail.
Yeah.
I mean, and he is not a big conspiracy guy. So, I mean, you guys know who he is. I won't drop names because it's not cool to do that. But no, I still remember my very first election that I ever voted in was when I got out of the Navy, because we had absentee ballots when I was over
during
the Gulf War. But was 1994, I think it was the election, or 93. It was a Clinton.
Clinton, yeah.
And I can't remember who he was running against. It was his first. Yeah,
it would have been Bush. Yeah, it would have been Bush.
First Bush. Yeah, so he beat first Bush.
Yeah,
he beat that.
Because Ross Perot.
Yep. And I remember going down to the old Riverside School.
Show your ID.
And I had and went in there and I got to punch the machine.
Yeah.
That was like the last real vote that I did. Everything else has been sitting in my
Highland School
on my couch in my underwear.
Didn't they have
Pretty
it at
much
Highland School?
all the-
all the elementary schools.
Elementary school. I think I was at Highland School and I voted my first time. I had to walk in through there and go into a little ballot box.
Show your ID.
Yeah.
My parents were business owners, small business owner here in Grants Pass, and I remember my mom and dad shutting our shop down early
to go
vote.
To go vote.
You know,
well, pretty much every state. You know, when I lived in Hawaii, there was a state law that if you were working during voting hours, the company had to give you at least like 2 hours
so check
or
this
whatever.
out. So check this out. Years ago, 20 years ago, más o menos, I was in Mexico, and I was at a resort, and it was election time. Guess what?
You got to vote?
No alcohol sales for 48 hours.
Oh, no shit.
Not to me, not the hotels. Everything shut down. They wanted everyone sober.
Oh, it was in Mexican vote.
Mexico's Mexican vote. It was in Puerto Vallarta, and there was no alcohol sales anywhere. If you're alcohol, because they wanted everyone to sober up enough so you can make it to the fucking ballot box.
Wow. Well, now they just killed their politicians. So.
Well, but
I'm
if you
just saying. You know, there's something to that.
But if you look at it,
I think the election day should be a national holiday that everybody takes the day off.
Not just election day, maybe 2 days before.
No, because then there'd be drunk people that forget about the vote.
Yeah.
No alcohol sales, no liquor stores shut down.
That won't stop Americans.
Guessing you're pretty squared away guy. I bet you probably had a couple bottles.
Yeah, you.
I'm being generous on your couple.
And they just noticed that alcohol sales 3 days before the election spiked. Yeah,
I have over. Just saying.
Right. You were
I have over
prepared.
100 bottles of bourbon.
But if you look at the history, once Oregon went to mail-in voting, that's when Oregon became a blue state.
Yeah.
Pretty much solid blue.
Yeah, it was red before that.
50-50, but
It was pretty much in the middle.
Yeah, now it's solid fucking blue, and it's gone to shit.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't have the problems before.
Well, and we don't. One of the conversations we got in with Bob earlier this week, he had to go down to California for some appointments and stuff. And he said, I got to pick up my voter's pamphlet.
So he votes in California still?
Yeah, he's still a resident of California because of healthcare needs and things like that. Because he likes stair surfing.
Yeah,
but I'm like, Bob, I go, you voiced that you're not a big fan of Harris, and he goes, well, I'm definitely not a fan of Trump. And I go, then don't vote.
Yeah.
So you don't have to vote. It's not a requirement. And he goes, I go, the only reason that you're voting for Harris is to vote against Trump. And I go, vote, write someone in. He goes, well, I've written people in before. I go, if you don't like the person and you don't believe in that person, then don't vote for him.
See, that's the problem.
Write in RFK. I don't care.
If you were to poll all of America, Trump supporters are Trump supporters.
Yeah.
Kamala Harris supporters are anti-Trump. They also believe that she's a piece of shit, but they just don't want Trump. They're voting against Trump.
And we shouldn't. They're actually we're going to be voting on it here in Oregon as Measure 117, which is they want to set up on the ballot of ranking the
giving them points.
So you could say I'm voting for Harris, but you don't like her immigration, you don't like her economy plan, but you really like her social plan and her this and this. So they're going to tabulate the ranking on the politician, and whoever, they might not win the popular vote, but they won the ranking vote, and that's who gets elected. No, vote on the person for if you believe in that person on all their shit, or you don't.
Because they're going to enact all of their issues, not just the ones that you like. Yeah.
Well, so it's crazy.
From shit that I've been seeing is that The shit that I've been seeing is that even if, well, not even if Trump's gonna win, all right. That's what I've been.
God
understanding.
willing, the creek don't rise.
But that Trump's gonna win, like bar none, like landslide win.
I hope you're right, bro.
And they're going to do everything in their power to prevent him from taking office because of shit that they've got going on behind the scenes.
Well, they'll just say it's okay because he tried to do that on Jan 6.
I understand. I don't think it's going to. They're going to be able to be successful in it, but I think the alternative is going to lead into some form of a civil war of some sort.
The difference between, unfortunately,
that's what I see happening.
We had the January 6th and what they're called the insurrection, which was a bunch of fucking idiots, and it should have never happened. But one thing, the day after that
first off,
happened,
the insurrection and all of that wasn't even. It had nothing to do with Trump. That was all incited by the Democrats.
Yeah.
We all know that. And if you want to fucking bury your head like a goddamn, what are those birds with the 2 legs and the big feather?
Oh, an ostrich?
Ostrich. You can bury your head in the fucking sand. That's bullshit. That wasn't that. He did nothing to do that. And there was a peaceful insurrection. They didn't do anything. All that shit was anything that happened after that was not fucking Republican.
no, unfortunately, it was not. But
we all know that.
As a Republican, what we do is, if we lose an election like we did, we voted on a Wednesday. We're pissed. Okay, what did we do on Thursday? We went to work.
Yeah,
we went to work. You know, when was the other way around when the Democrats lost back in 2016. You know, when Trump was first elected in there, we went to work. We're like, fuck yeah, we got someone that's going to do something for our country. What did they do? They started protesting and rioting, and I'm leaving the country. Well, I said that last week, but I'm leaving for good reason because I won't have any money left if I don't.
Yeah.
And we just go back to work. Now, if we lose, God willing that we don't, if we lose in November, we gotta go back to work and figure out where we're going next.
Podcast.
Uh-oh, he's in trouble. He's on the phone now.
Yeah, you coming over?
Oh, shit.
I'll see you up there.
Oh, he's got to go meet him.
Gotcha.
That must be Rhonda's side piece.
All right.
Was that Eric?
That was my boss.
Oh, Eric or the Tiffany.
Oh, come on. Everyone knows Tiffany's not my boss.
Yeah. Big talker. Big talker. She's not here, is she?
She doesn't listen to this podcast. No one tell her.
Yeah. Well, Rhonda does listen to this, and she knows that I know that she's the boss.
HB. House bitch.
That's it, eh? I'm blessed every morning. I get up and I get to be in the house that I'm in and the car that I drive.
You know, I wish my wife got up every morning and gave me a kiss and said, I'll see you later. Here's your list of chores. That would be...
No, she doesn't even give me a list of chores. I don't even get that.
But you know what house bitch shit you got to do.
Oh, yeah, I know that. I got to do dishes.
Hey, you know what? I do the dishes.
Wait a minute. I'm the one that created them, so I got to do them. Keep on moving.
I haven't created any of the dishes, just so you know.
Oh, okay.
All my dishes, I have pay somebody to wash.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. And then I take all the laundry down to the laundromat, have it washed, folded, ironed, hung on hangers.
Well, you guys used to own a laundromat, but that doesn't happen anymore. They're all gone, right? No. Are your brothers still got them?
Yeah, all of them. Yeah.
Oh, really? I thought he got out of that business.
No, he got out of the car wash business. He sold all his car wash.
Oh, okay.
He had lots of coin-op shit.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Lots of quarters.
Yeah.
Now, what did he have the one there at South Y? Was that his?
He had all of them.
Who owned that? Who owns that piece of chunk of land that's sitting there? He didn't own that. He didn't own that property.
He owned the land. He didn't own that land.
I used to take my boat there because it was just convenient to.
Oh yeah.
Squirt my boat out.
I used to have a detail shop across the street. I used to run over there and do all my heavy, the dirty shit. I'd go.
Yeah, that was it. But no, I didn't know that he still had the laundromat.
They've been looking for a buyer for that for many years. They don't know what to do with it. It's I mean, come on, it's premier land.
Oh yeah, I mean, for a car wash,
for anything.
Yeah, it's kind of like
it's got double access on both sides.
It does.
Busiest highway in town. 2 busiest highways in town.
You know what I really love is where the car lot is up there at the top.
Yeah.
They remodeled the.
Beautiful.
What was that? Casey? What?
Casey's Market.
You know what I'm talking about? Right across from Bi-Mart. It was like a market for years, and
Yeah.
I would love to have that building. That'd be an awesome, like, sporting goods in a bar, you know, kind of like a cool place.
It was for sale for many years.
Yeah, I think it is
Why
still
didn't you
for
buy it?
sale.
No, they it's not for sale. It's for lease.
It's
They
for lease,
redid it all.
yeah. Yeah.
The guy bought it, pressure washed it, steam cleaned it,
Yeah, put a new
sandblasted the
roof
whole
on
thing,
it, yeah.
re-roofed it, re-stuccoed the whole side.
Yeah,
It's gorgeous.
looks good.
Beautiful building.
Looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paradise is just there until he gets something else.
Yeah. But no, well, great building. Great location, great ins, outs. But it's big. Well, when you start talking $1 a foot on things, and then you got a 30,000 square foot building,
Yeah, I don't know if it's 30, 10.
maybe 10. Yeah, probably 10, 15,000.
Yeah, but it's not $1 a foot.
No, it can't be.
$4,
Not at that
that'd be
price.
$4
No,
a foot.
that's why it's still empty.
$3 or $4 a foot. You're talking 20, 30, 40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, rent's getting crazy.
You know, $1 a foot's what you get for. Yeah. I mean, I'm lucky with our rent.
Well, your building right next to you is for sale.
Which one's that?
That gray building where you freaking right next to you over there on D Street.
Behind me?
No, I'm pretty sure that's your building. Let me look it up.
It's not my building. It's behind me, the 2-story building.
Yeah, I mean that's right behind you.
Yeah. I don't want that.
No, I noticed it's for sale.
It's been for sale.
Yeah, like $700,000 for that thing.
The guys bought it, remodeled it.
Yeah, I saw the pictures of it. It looks pretty good.
Guthrie owned it originally. I think they.
Yeah,
sold
he's
it
the
for
one that's listed for sale.
Well, I know, and then he sold it for $350 or
Oh, really?
or somewhere around
Yeah.
there, something like that. And then the guys bought it, and then they remodeled it.
Okay.
Buddy of mine did all the work, and so it's beautiful upstairs. Upstairs,
Yeah, I
is
saw the
gorgeous.
picture. It looks nice.
Downstairs has been.
Yeah, but what are you
Not
going to use it
touched.
for? Yeah, it's going to be an office building, yeah.
What do you want? I mean, there's no people don't pay for people work from home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's for sure. There's
Look at
no
us.
more offices.
We're working from a corner of a covered patio.
That's right. But we're in a cool place, man.
Yeah, super cool. Super cool. Yeah, I'm so excited to be here.
I think Michael got lost. But other than that,
You want to see something cool?
sure. Kind of reminded me of that movie, Step Brothers. You want to see something cool? Take him out in the garage and show him his sword. Dang, you're not logging today? No? Just didn't feel like it? No wood? Oh, you already been there, done that.
Let's check this video out. This guy took a little vehicle and put a Hayabusa motor in it. You see this thing?
Yeah.
So it's just if you're not watching it, you're not able to watch it. But it's like a little. it's a car.
Like a little track car, like
It's
a little tiny
it's a
go-kart
little
type.
car, but it's like a drift car. But
Oh,
it's,
damn.
it's small and it's got a Hayabusa 1200 motor in it.
Oh.
So it's got all the power and ability to act like an RC car. And if you've ever had an RC car that can just pull wheelies and
Yeah.
spins 360s,
I gotta grab that. I don't know why he's calling me. So keep on. What's up, brother?
bet we don't have video. It's insane. It's absolutely
Let's
insane.
go on. 6. Yeah. Is she not getting any better?
But have you ever seen the new RC cars? Yeah, so they
Okay.
new RC cars. You're like, wop, wop, wop.
Right,
They
right,
just
right,
Wheelie,
right.
they fucking wah.
It's tough being immortal.
You know, they're just insane. Everything they can do. It's
Oh,
just,
shit.
Here's a vehicle the guy's driving. It's acting the same way.
When you
Like,
guys are hugging and French kissing.
oh, jeez.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom after this 17th water.
Okay, sounds good, brother. Bye.
You can hydrate like that.
All right, Jesus Christ. What,
The windstorm out here is a hurricane.
That's crazy.
Is that Twister coming down?
Fucking Hermione or whatever that fucking hurricane was.
Yeah. Oh, we had that big. He must be hooked up through the.
Yeah.
You're on the Wi-Fi there.
No, I don't think he is. Because only one can be at a time.
I'm hearing it through. Oh, because he got on the mic.
He's got it by the microphone.
Oh,
yeah.
it's like
He's watching midget porn, and we're hearing it. or nothing. Yeah, I don't know. So anyway, so what did I miss?
Nothing.
Yeah. Okay. So
Mike, we're nothing without you. That's what we're trying to say.
I know. So my thing is, I was talking about some stuff with somebody. Actually, no, I wasn't. I was listening to some stuff with nobody,
Okay.
and they were talking about the 2020 election. Since we can talk about this shit freely without Roy here, and about how,
Without me losing my shit. I appreciate that.
and it's because when you start to get deep into the paint on certain things, some people will call hot chocolate.
Right.
So you can't get a full conversation in.
That's true. That's
So you can't get both sides of a full conversation in.
right, right.
But about how, people are like, I'm not a believer that we had 1 billion dead people vote or that kind of bullshit. A bunch of
Right,
fake votes
right.
going in. I think there's always a little bit of a fuckery on that level in every election.
I think you're right.
Whether it changes the outcome or not, yeah, it's negligible. But what people don't look at is, first off, the 4 years of media bias and censorship towards anti-Trump,
Yeah.
First off, the media is the
anti-Republican.
entire problem. All the media is the problem.
And they
All
proved
they do
that
is lie.
and the biggest advantage was when Elon decided he was going to buy Twitter, because then he released all the fucking
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
of the FBI
Opened
and the
everything
federal
up,
government was
everything.
going to the social media companies saying, stop these conversations.
Yeah.
So yeah, technically, I don't think that there was a bunch of fucking fake votes.
What's the Speaker of the House name? What's her name?
Pelosi was the
Pelosi.
one,
No,
yeah.
not Speaker of the House. I'm sorry. The press secretary. What's her name?
Jean-Pierre.
Jean-Pierre. The Q-tip.
2022. In 2022, I just saw this clip, and it had her in 2022 and 2024.
Yeah, yeah.
In
I know.
2022, what'd she say?
Was it the border thing? I mean, she
No,
said so many
it was-
different.
It was talking about how
She talks out of both sides of her
President
face. So.
she's clear and stated. President Biden, we've released funds through FEMA.
Oh, yeah,
about
the
this.
FEMA thing,
And
yes.
She was
Oh,
all
yes.
about FEMA, about how she allowed
Right, right.
funds
In 2024,
she said that. For the immigrants.
to help offset the cost of
Yeah.
these imports and the people and the
Yeah,
and so
yeah.
how Biden has released these funds for FEMA to help the immigrants in this whole process that's going on.
Yep.
This is where the funds are coming from. And in 24, she's asked the question, this is ridiculous. I don't know where you're coming up with
Yeah,
these costs.
I
We've
didn't
never
say
got any money from
no.
FEMA to the people, and this is just ridiculous. I mean, she's and counteracting. It's like, here, this is what they do. The media lies to you. It's blatant and this is just one example of a million different examples. We can go on and on and on and on and on. The media is the cause of all
No,
the issues
absolutely.
that are going on. They lie, they lie, they lie, they lie to put forth their agenda. And that's the reality of where we are today.
Yeah.
And now
is.
we can talk about a million different instances, all these things that upset us, but the reality of the fact is, be smart. Do your research.
Well, I
Open
know-
your
I
eyes.
know a lot
Think
of-
for yourselves.
But the
People on the
problem is-
liberal side of it, they won't admit that there's a problem.
Exactly.
They will not go, you know what? Let me think about that. You're right. I did some research,
It's-
and that's what I get upset about. It's like, come on, guys, please just do your research, and I'll
the best
call me out on my shit.
the
and I'm
best
gonna go,
example
yeah.
of that is a doctor the other day he was having a conversation with a trans sexual male who identifies as a female, and
So it's a trans woman.
trans. What?
Get the lingo right.
I
Come
don't
on,
know.
man.
Fucking-
Come on, man.
Okay, forgive me. Thanks, Mike. Thank,
No,
thank you.
I'll call you out. I'm going to call you out
know
on
what,
that.
Mike? Without you, I would be so lost. You know, I mean, my wife even.
I know
says-
that.
I'm so happy that you're friends with Mike because before you met him, you were.
I don't
lost.
think those words have ever come
I
out
don't
of
think
her
she
mouth.
ever said that. Don't think she said that.
So-
Okay.
Well, I'm just telling you. You think I'm a liar now? Will you call me the media?
Huh? Okay, CBS.
But they go.
Oh, that's another one. Yeah, go ahead. Finish. You're
The
back.
conversation is the trans. What do you call it, Mike?
Well, if it's a male that turned into a female,
Right.
that's a trans woman.
Trans woman.
Which means you're a guy.
Trans woman.
That's
He, they, she, it. What? He's
Yeah.
trying to talk about menstruation and how these trans men have the menstrual cycle and they're bleeding and everything else. And the doc's like, well, no, you don't have that.
Right.
Well, then, so, well, you know, if you have two X or if you have 2 Y chromosomes, you do not menstruate. You don't have that. You
Except
might
Y,
identify as a woman. You might be a woman, and all that's fine.
If your balls are
The guy's
bleeding, you
very-
got more issues.
But you have to watch the interview. The guy's very calm. He's like, you might identify as that. You might want to be that. You might dress like that. You might feel like that. That
But
might
you're
be who
still
you
a
are.
dude.
He's like, dude,
But you're not bleeding.
He's like, I spent 10 grand on
You're not
tampons this
bleeding.
year for nothing.
Yes. I mean, that's the thing. And that's the thing that's going on in our society. And this person goes on and continues to argue about this and about that.
Have you seen the
He gives
docu-
all these arguments about how we menstruate.
Have you seen the documentary, What is a Woman?
I am not. I want to.
It's
With not Charlie Kirk, but
Matt
with
Walsh.
Matt Walsh.
Matt Walsh.
Yes.
So I actually paid for a month of the Daily Wire Plus.
Okay.
So I could watch. I'll give you my login if you want to watch it.
Yeah, I do.
It's fucking good because he's got guy and he is totally upfront and the people he interviewed, apparently he gave them all the interview questions in advance.
They get pissed.
And they're just like, I think that you're taking this the wrong. And he's like, I gave you the questions beforehand. They were all given them in advance.
Right.
And he's like, and he had one guy who was a professor of women's studies, a guy. Was gay. But he was like, I came to college because I want the truth. He's like, well, what is your truth? He's like, there is no my truth. There's just the truth.
Right.
Yeah.
He's just, give me an answer. What is a woman? He's like, well, it's somebody who identifies as a woman. He's like, what is that though? Can you give me an answer that doesn't involve the word woman?
Right.
He couldn't do it.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I think you're 30 seconds away from being shut down. He's like, he's like, well, what do you, he's like, I just want an answer.
Right.
So then finally, and through this whole movie thing, he goes through all these people, and he had this one guy in the streets of San Francisco or something like that, this gay guy, and he was like, who looked like a woman. He's like, and he went up to him and said, what is a woman? He's like, you're asking a gay man what a woman is? And he gets very flamboyant. It was super funny. But he's like, I'm just curious of what he's like, I'm not a woman, so I can't answer that. He's like, are you a cat? And the guy's like, no. Can you tell me what a cat is?
Yeah.
And the guy just stops. He's like, I don't appreciate the direction this is going, and turn to walk. I'm like, that's the answer when you get called down. But yeah, I'll figure out
a cat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's many examples.
It was
It's a great response to that kind of thing because I saw another one. It was, I think Charlie Kirk did it. And it was on a very,
just from a legal standpoint, I'm not actually going to give Garen my login because Daily Wire might sue me. So,
But
or us, or whatever.
and I won't take it because that's wrong.
because that's wrong. So we're etiquette quality people.
But I think they were talking about the trans thing and that under 18 years of age, blah,
they
blah.
went into a lot of that shit. And it was
it's like you need to be 18 if you make any decisions, you're an 18-year-old and make that decision. And they're going, well, no, a 12 or a 13-year-old should be able to make that decision.
No, they were talking like a 5-year-old.
Right. Young 5-year-old goes, is it okay for an adult male to marry a 5 or 6-year-old girl and perform marital things with them? Well, that's absolutely wrong. Then what is it okay for them to do whatever they're doing?
He interviewed a pediatrician.
That's fucking deep.
No, seriously.
That's fucked up.
It is fucked up.
But it's real.
But it's real.
Well, there's a billion other options that a 5-year-old can do. Well, can a 5-year-old do this?
But
Can a
that's what
7-year-old do this? But putting it in that perspective, it's kind of fucked.
But
It is fucked, and that's what they're allowing them to do.
He interviewed a pediatrician who is a proponent for prescribing children, puberty blockers and all that kind of shit. And so he says, so if a 4-year-old thinks that they are a different gender, should they be allowed to get puberty? And she was like, absolutely, because he says, okay, so every 4-year-old, have you ever met a 4-year-old that believes in Santa Claus? And she's like, well, yeah, because and he says, so what you're saying is you've got a 4-year-old who does not have the awareness of reality, or some shit. I don't know how he worded it, but she was like, I believe that 4-year-old should live in their own reality. And like I'm like, you are licensed by some state to provide medical, and she's like, I need to treat the whole person. I'm like, if they come in with a fucking sprained elbow, you need to treat that. You don't need that because she's like, I asked them, are you comfortable in your own sexual? I'm like, you should not have that conversation.
That is not a conversation with somebody.
I've got, you've got kids, you got kids. Do you have kids that you know of? Okay, you may have kids, you don't know. But we've all taken them to a pediatrician for a specific reason. Never has that conversation needed to be coming up.
But it happens all.
Oh no, it does, and it's because of
but
society.
But it also goes into the whole methodology of our medical system and what they're taught and what their practice is. They don't.
Well, it's a money grab. It's a fucking money grab. I guarantee you, it's a money grab.
It's not their fault. A lot of them, it's not their fault, but they're not treating the symptoms.
Exactly.
They're prescribing the drugs. So it's like you go in there and you have this thing, and then they prescribe you poison that makes you sicker. That maybe. I mean, there's so many different instances that I can say, but the doctors are prescribing us stuff that makes us sick, and then it prevents something. It prevents this from happening. It prevents the system in our body from happening in order for us to feel better from that symptoms for a period of time. But it's actually killing these other symptoms, and so then it falls into another symptom, and then you die. And then you listen to what they say. Well, you died from this. Well, our whole medical.
No, we have a sick care system.
Yeah, but our whole healthcare system needs to be
revamped. There is no incentive to make people better.
Addressing the issues that are at hand, and most of it comes from knowledge. Most of it comes from education for our youth, educating them what's good for us, what's bad for us, sugar, processed foods, all these
seed oils, all of that. Yeah,
not even just seed oils. There's a whole diet that was prescribed from I was watching this reel from this guy from the 1954. He was talking about what happened in 1950s when we started going into margarine, different oils, getting away from all the stuff that we've been raised on for years, and at the same time it directly correlates with cancer, heart disease, and it goes into that time. Even in that period of time, these guys were hiding the results of the testing that was going on during this period of time that was saying this is the diet that we need to go on, and it went on and on and on. And he talked about all the failures and all the hiding and all the deception that went into getting this to be our main street diet until now, when we're finally starting to question having options with X and with different things on the internet, and everyone's coming up. It's like, the food triangle's wrong. We're upside down. Everything else.
Well, and that's because
now starting to become.
It's because our government goes by the highest bidder. The highest bidder. So back in the early 70s, I think it was, there was a study that came out that talked about how red meat and animal products, you're gonna have a heart attack. You eat fucking red meat, you have a heart. Well, it was funded by the sugar and processed food industry, and the government bought into it. And then it came out, I don't know how many years later, but that the scientist or whoever did the study fucking lied about everything.
Well, sure, that's what
because they got paid for.
Right.
And that's kind of shit is.
So basically, what it boils down to is, for me, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Exactly.
As long as you're 18 years old. 18 and above, you can go to war, you can vote, you can't smoke and drink.
Yeah, but more than that, our government, we need to
they need to stay the fuck out of it is what they need to do.
There's food coloring, there's food dyes.
Well, you look at
additives, there's preservatives, there's multiple. I mean, I could probably list.
No, but you look
on a quick list, 30 items that are not allowed in any other country in the world.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah.
Except the United States.
Fruit Loops.
They're
Fruit
banned.
Loops.
Yeah,
Fruit Loops.
That's an easy one.
Fruit Loops is an easy one because the Fruit Loops
yellow dye.
The Fruit Loops that are sold in Canada is a different Fruit Loops that are sold here because it's not allowed.
No, I was watching a thing on the other day about the yellow food coloring.
Yeah.
Right. Well, it came from a byproduct of coal back in the day. They didn't know what to do with it, and they had all this thing. And
they had all these Fruit Loops. They had all these Fruit Loops laying around.
No, so they can make food coloring with this dye, and it was tetrahydrocene or something like that. Yeah. That's a yellow food coloring. And it was a coal derivative, and they started making food.
Oh, we can make. Shit, there's a strong conservative right there.
So we can make paint with it, and we can do.
Come on in.
Well, then they said, well, we can do food coloring with it. Food. So they took it from being a color to to being into the food.
Well,
you know,
Alan,
and now
how are you?
because we don't do so much coal, they're actually chemically producing this other thing that's even worse for you and making our food coloring.
Yeah,
it's not legal in any other
but you
country.
think about it is so you look at and everybody's
Cancer
like
causes.
all these places that have whatever have socialized medicine. Well, they also outlaw most of the things
Yes, you're right.
you fuckers that want it can't go to McDonald's to get the same fucking quarter pounder.
So the big thing right now is red number 5 dye.
Red number 5, blue,
Yeah.
blue, red
And
5. My
all of
kids don't
them.
do any.
Yeah,
they don't do
and
any
we
food
my
coloring.
grandson we keep that away from him too because he's spectrum and
Yeah.
because he was such a preemie he didn't.
Well, he's vaccinated too.
I don't
Yeah, he
know.
was.
I'm sure he was.
Yes. Well, that's what
But
you end up being more susceptible.
But
to
when we
different
notice
things
if he
because
has
your immune
something with
system's
red
fucked.
number 5 dye in it, he goes fucking
Jack
crazy.
shit crazy.
Oh, it goes
Yeah.
All
nuts.
of them do. They
Yeah.
all do.
yeah.
Bad shit. Maybe that's what was wrong with us.
Don't
We had a
do
lot of red number
Dude,
5
just a
dye.
fucking because we were in that generation
I think
where
our bodies-
microwaves
our
were
bodies
brand
can
new.
process
Yeah.
It was the convenience factor.
I don't own a microwave.
Really?
I don't use a microwave in my business. I don't have a microwave at my house.
Yeah, I never really looked into why.
The main reason why, okay, so people are like, oh, well, you don't want to have it because the microwave is going to be. Well, they put a screen. You know, if you look at a microwave,
Yeah, you got that
the
mesh
metal
screen.
mesh.
the mesh
yeah.
screen that's
yeah.
on
It's a
there.
Faraday for what you call it.
So it actually
Cage.
it breaks up the.
It filters the
you know how they found out how a microwave works, right?
because the radar. It's,
No, it was in a lab, and they were running microwaves through something or other.
Someone had a hot pocket or something?
Seriously. So
popcorn started
across
going
the,
off. Yeah.
Across the room, the popcorn and the food was cooking.
No
Yeah.
shit.
All right, these microwaves were going across the room and it was cooking the food. They realized that this thing that can actually be used to heat food, so they started doing that. But
So
they
then
realized-
Sylvania fucking bought the patent.
Sylvania,
Yeah.
Panasonic, whatever. But anyway, they put that screen on there, and that screen breaks up the microwaves enough so it doesn't fucking cook your brain. Point being,
So me
But-
sitting in front of my microwave looking at the window like right up close, it's not good?
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
and you
But-
need more channels. you need more
Microwave is
TV
great.
channels.
We love microwaves because what it does, it heats up the molecules. It speeds up the molecules. In the
Right,
food.
right.
So anything moist is going to speed up faster. And that's
Say
what
moist
heats it.
again.
That's
Say
why
moist
it's
again.
Moist and everything.
Moist.
So,
Super moist.
but
it'll also dry out the
problem with it-
moistness.
the problem with it is that the microwaves kill any nutritional value.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's
it
why-
does.
that's why I use
take
my,
this meal, you take this
Air
organic,
fryer.
My air
fucking
fryer.
fresh cooked thing, and you put it in the microwave, and you hit the button, and now it's just fucking killed anything that's going to be.
No, in certain countries, I think in
England.
England, a lot of the countries in Europe, they don't have. They're not allowed to have microwaves because of and they have the socialized. Any place that's social, and that's what again.
So now you're
we
eating
get people
just dead
like
calories.
we're like
Tastes great.
yeah, but it's
warm.
eat some shoe leather. You season shoe leather great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The texture might not
Well,
be good, but
No
you know.
fork and a fryer.
We have a
tastes
microwave at
delicious.
home,
Yeah.
and I very rarely use it because now I,
I
use
use
the
it-
air
Listen,
fryer.
I
Take
use
the
it.
microwave.
I use it
Throw it
Go
to
out.
out there and throw it in the dumpster.
I
and
use
never
it-
use it again. I take it.
I use it to
have
melt butter.
Listen, go get a nice
air fryer.
It starts with the B. The one I have. It's a little.
Bouget.
It's an oven. It's a toaster oven. I put
Yeah,
everything
yeah,
in my
I-
toaster. It's a toaster oven, air fryer. And
yeah,
all
yeah, I
in
got one. I got one.
And I have
Yeah.
it right there, and I
Yeah.
put everything in that side.
So-
So, everything, or in a pan, or,
Yeah,
or
I do
I-
that too.
cast iron.
Yep.
You actually get the
I
nutrients
use
from the iron.
I use
Transfer to the
my
food.
microwave to melt butter is pretty much all I use it for.
Yeah, because we don't care if it's got anything in it or not.
Kills all the fucking good stuff in their butter.
Yeah, but I'm throwing it on my shrimp and all that bullshit and
You just use them for flavor. You don't give a fuck about the nutritional value.
butter. No,
That's about 90% of the
The
food.
cholesterol in your butter is super good for your brain.
I know. I get
Brain,
that.
80%
I get that.
cholesterol.
We've
Is it
been
killing?
nuking it
Is it,
because it's not helping them.
is it killing the cholesterol though?
I'm not a fucking scientist. I'm just fucking giving
Okay,
you
I'm just-
information.
Maybe we should bird dog that. So
So-
next episode we're
so-
gonna have an answer.
Helpful hint: get an air fryer.
I got an air fryer. I
got
did
the-
my.
you need to upgrade to like my
I
air
knew
fryer.
I need a bigger air
Breville,
fryer.
Yeah.
Breville's the one
I got the Ninja.
I
I
got
had
like
the
a-
Ninja, but it's too fucking big to toast my toast. So I got the Breville. It's a little bit smaller.
Andy's
always had
like,
the Breville.
I just want a piece of toast. So
I had
gotta
a
eat
Breville.
fucking-
I had a Breville. It wore out. I got a Ninja, and I'm like, this is fucking great. I could put a fucking turkey.
clamshell one.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's a big one. Yeah, it's a big motherfucker. And then I'm like, this is too big. I went back to the Breville. The Ninja's brand new. Do you want it? It's in my garage.
Fuck yeah, he does.
Yeah. Okay. Apparently I
I'm
do.
bringing-
Oh no, we should do. We should have like a fucking podcast meal of the day. Just
Oh.
whatever.
Well, that's your department.
I will set that
And
up.
could you bring that in so we can eat?
I've got
Well, no.
prime rib defrosting right now.
Bro.
Tuesday prime rib.
No.
Tuesday's prime rib.
What day is that? I'm not leaving.
Just today.
Not next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
That's next Tuesday. That's
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I can't eat today because I got to go to dinner tonight, so I'm not going to eat.
Yeah. Well, it's not going to happen today.
I'll give you
Okay.
some hydrochloric acid you can digest. It'd be good.
So what?
HCl, beta-18 HCl.
Oh, HDL. Yeah, I don't need any freaking of that.
What the fuck is HCl?
Human hope.
Beta-18 HCl. It's beta-18 hydrochloride. It's a digestive.
Enzyme kind of thing?
What do you know about what's the new thing right now? Washwana or
Yes, the black shit. You know.
I see it. It's all over the internet.
I've never heard. I've not. Yeah, I've not.
Get Shawana with
Apparently, they don't advertise that on midget porn sites because I've never heard of it. So
There's a couple new things out there. There's a lot of new things out there. Different things that are coming out, different places.
but did they actually do anything? What is it supposed to
I
do?
don't know what. Apparently on the internet it says it does. So.
What does it
Ashwagandha
do?
is Good for you, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, ashwagandha, that's like a mental thing, right? Or is it a fucking digestive thing? Or I don't know. What the fuck?
let me look
I mean,
it
you
up.
bought into it. So what?
No,
what
I
did-
didn't buy into it. It's on
Oh.
TikTok shop.
Oh, you just saw it.
Yeah, I just saw it. Nope, don't do that.
So Dan,
I-
you do any gay vitamins like G does?
Dan was
Okay,
Dan
yeah.
was big time in the health situation because he was all fucked up. He had bad gut.
And it worked for him, right?
So
Yeah, ish.
Himalayan
Himalayan ashwagandha.
Shilajit.
Shilajit. Eric's big on the Shilajit, dude.
Yeah,
Really?
is that a good thing?
Eric's big on the Shilajit. He got
What
into
is
that.
it?
told
What
me
is it
about
supposed to do for you?
Oh, the Shilajit. I don't remember what he was talking. I read about it and I looked into it. I haven't got into. That's the one thing I don't take is Shilajit, but it's supposed to be really good for.
Where the
you.
fuck does it come from?
From TikTok shop.
No, but is it? Do you fucking got to jerk off a goat to get it? I mean, what do you mean? Seriously, what the fuck? I mean,
I don't
Maybe
think
an
you-
armadillo?
I think I have a site opened up.
oh, you got to jerk off an armadillo.
No,
very-
it's from these beans that a monkey eats and shits out, and it's called Shilajit. You know,
Shilajit, yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm like,
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm like,
Complete
okay.
sarcastic. That's a
no,
coffee bean.
no, because I'm like, do I got to get a specific type of monkey or? Because the monkey will jerk himself off. I can just collect it.
Did
I mean, I
Eric
think.
sent me a
I
link
think.
to
I
the
just put them in a fucking room with fucking tarps up, and it just drains down into a jar.
So you heard about the monkey that went into a bar? A guy that goes into a bar and he's got a monkey, and the monkey's running around just causing all kinds of chaos. But the monkey will fucking eat anything. So he'll go over there and he'll eat like the olives out of the pits, and the
Olives out of the pits,
yeah,
or
or
the
the
pits
olives
out of
out of the container, and
Yeah.
he goes over there and grabs.
I will do that. So
grabs
just
a
saying.
cue ball, and the fucking monkey eats a cue ball, and the bartenders look at the monkey's owner and go, dude, that monkey just ate the fucking cue ball off the table. And he goes, yeah, I know, he's crazy, he'll eat anything. And he goes, I'll pay for the cue ball, and apologize for my monkey. And so guy pays for the cue ball and drinks his beer, and he walks out, and about a week later he comes back and he brings his fucking monkey, and the bartender's going, oh, here we go again. So the monkey's running around causing all kinds of crap, and so he grabs a maraschino cherry and he turns around and shoves it up his ass, pulls it out and eats it. And he goes over there and grabs an olive and shoves it up his ass and pulls
The monkey or the bartender?
the monkey.
Okay.
And then pulls the olive out of his ass and he throws it in his mouth and eating. And the bartender's going, dude, what in the fuck is your monkey doing? He goes, I just watched him shove a cherry up his ass and an olive up his ass. He goes, yeah, he does that now because it was hell passing that cue ball. So he's testing to see if it will come out.
I got an uncle that used to do the same thing. Just saying. He also touched me weirdly.
Yeah.
He told me not to tell my parents. Whatever. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. There was another name now there than the Sejuani.
Okay, first off, did he eat the so they're assuming that he ate the cue ball all in one swallow. I don't
Yeah.
think unless it's a fucking like orangutan.
He swallowed that cue ball.
No, I think he would have to bite it in small pieces.
Hey,
So
Mike, we're not supposed to debate on the.
No, that's just to me that's weird because unless you got a fucking giant monkey with a freaking with no gag reflex.
It might have
you
been.
know?
Well, he was a talented monkey.
All right, Shilajit. This is interesting. Shilajit.
But there's another
is a
drug
sticky
with it.
substance that comes out of the cracks in high mountain ranges of Asia. It's made of animal, mineral, and plant minerals. So basically, it's a shit.
Animal
Shilajit.
It's shit
The
that's been
exact makeup
Wow.
of Shilajit depends on where it's found and the temperatures. It typically contains vitamins, minerals, essential fatty acids, and amino acids. I mean, it's called Shilajit, shit. You ought to be questioning where it comes from.
yeah.
Benefits, side effects, and more. Raise testosterone, treat chronic fatigue syndrome, slowing aging, reduce altitude sickness.
So is
prevent
it
or
you just,
slow Alzheimer's disease. It's
Oh,
you just
wow,
get a
it's got some
capsule?
good
You
shit.
just get a capsule of it?
you
or
know what
what?
they talk about Alzheimer's? You know what they've decided what's going on about that?
Please tell me.
This is serious.
Yeah, I'm listening.
They call it it's diabetes of the brain.
Yeah.
No, it is absolutely.
Yeah.
That's the fucking movie.
So we eat
No,
too much
it's our
sugar,
processed foods and
processed
shit.
foods and
Yeah,
everything,
everything.
that we're doing.
Yeah.
It's just fucking it up.
Yep.
You know, it doesn't help that we drink alcohol either.
Well, but if you look out throughout history of when those kind of issues
Burberry.
started happening was the same time.
1950s, all the
that
processed,
processed
all the
foods and
stuff,
all that
heart
kind of
disease,
bullshit,
all this
yeah.
shit. Then none of it was, heart attacks. All this shit was never
No,
that before.
and motherfuckers were just steak and potatoes every night
every
throughout
night,
the
fucking
20s,
everything.
30s, everything. Nobody had fucking
You
heart
know,
attacks.
the other thing is our flour today. It has a bunch of additives
Well,
in
it's
the flour.
any-
that we're
any
doing.
kind of
And that's why
processed
people in
grains.
Europe, they can eat flour and do all these different things. They can get away with it, but we have some chemicals that we've added.
Well, it's
to it.
fucking. It's well, and so they. What I understand too is that there's some doctors that are saying that people that are not lactose intolerant, but the fucking gluten issues.
intolerant, yeah.
It's not necessarily gluten; it's the glyphosate that's in the fucking food
Not
that
just
they're
the
eating.
glyphosate, but there's a few other.
But all the other
additives and
stuff,
everything
that's all
in
the
there 'cause
bullshit
it's
that's in
fortified
there,
because
yeah.
what they do is they'll take the husk off of it and then they'll bleach it and then they'll add back and they'll fortify it with all these chemicals and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But if you get really organic, there's my sister-in-law. She's got horrible gut issues. She's got, I can't remember what it's called, the disease.
She got the shits.
No, what we have lower bowel intestinal issues, but there's a place in Ashland that's an organic bakery, and she has a couple other businesses, but her flour she gets is an organic strain from her family. It's been passed down that they've been growing and raising and harvesting and
shit.
doing, and that she uses.
That's some serious
She can
shit
eat
right
the
there.
bread and not have any problems, and she's got what's it called when you have
The shits.
no. When you're gluten intolerant. and
Gluten
you're not-
intolerant.
Oh, you got
Celiac.
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 Celiac disease.
Celiac. A horrible celiac.
Yeah.
Yeah, my father-in-law has celiac.
It's a horrible celiac. She can eat bread from that company and not have any problems.
Yeah.
You know, so-
Maybe it's just the way it's processed.
Or not processed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take it that way.
Okay. Well. So
Well,
we're
I
at
don't
3
know.
hours and 20 minutes.
Wow, no shit.
Yeah. So
I think we should wrap her up.
I think
What
we
do you-
should. Yeah, I think we're done. I gotta
Yeah.
go feed her dog or something.
Yeah. What time is it? 2? Oh,
Two-ish?
2 o'clock. Yeah.
2ish.
Yeah, we've
so,
been at it for a while.
hot minute.
Well, for that, well, Andy's in there handling
He's in
business
the VIP.
In the VIP
doing
area.
whatever he's doing.
on the phone.
Yeah.
But
So
no,
it's been a good episode, and
it has. I didn't have to lose my shit,
no,
which I'm gonna try not to do.
Well,
But I get very passionate about
you know,
things, and
but that's kind of what we do. Is there's unfiltered. You say what you want to say.
Right.
You feel don't fucking hold back.
And I realize I can't change their mind because they don't want to change it.
No.
And that's fine. They have that right. That's why we fought wars. Why
Yeah.
I fought wars, and across the world we fought wars for people to have their own opinion. It
Yeah.
may be wrong, but it's theirs to have it.
Yeah, freedom of speech is huge.
It is. I'm a big fan of it. I'm a big fan.
And on that note, I'm like, okay, so what point does now you just can't hear? So you can still talk, but you can't. So, anyways, at what point do said person with their 1982 Prius take off the Obama fucking Biden sticker. Is there a time frame where you take a fucking sticker
I
from
think
that's 20
after
years
they're
old
done.
I get that, but if the fact that you haven't replaced it with a new
Right, a
whoever you're
Harris
supporting,
Waltz, yeah.
whatever,
Tampon
means
Tim.
that you're either bought the car used and even look at the back, or you just don't care anymore. You cared once,
Right.
You don't care anymore because you're not buying any more stickers.
Look at Andy. Andy's ready to go.
Yeah.
All right, let's call her a day.
So here we are. So
All right.